Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I got rated.
Hello.
Once again.
I got rated as soon as I said Aliu. Good timing. Oh my gosh.
What were we saying? Everyone's got
Hello.
around 16 inches, 14
Yeah, we
inches.
got
What were we
16
at?
inches.
Some amount of inches. Definitely. Well, I guess I'll just do my intro.
Really?
Welcome in, Raiders! My name is Roy Chiato, like a macchiato. I'm a coffee-fueled bunny host with a serious passion for voice acting, and I absolutely love working out, in case you couldn't tell. Guys, welcome to the stream. Tonight, I am joined by a bunch of amazing VTubers with attitude. We have Athena.
That's me. I'm the badass in the arena.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We've got Banzui Haka.
It is I, the Italian guy from Rune Factory. It's so nice to be here.
That's not an evil laugh.
Let's
Maro?
splendiferous.
That wasn't an evil
Maro,
laugh.
is that you? Oh my god. It's Maro.
Apparently, I
I'm so
sound like
excited.
him. And
He
I
does
do
not
not know how to
sound. He
feel
does
like
not
that.
do this, but he does sound like Haka.
So
Oh my
funny.
But Haka does
It's my
his intro.
Matsuyaka, the coolest and the cutest.
This one.
Exorcist
Mhm.
of all Syracuse for hostess English guild tempers at your service. Hello.
There we go. Perfect. And we've got Marshall and Joe.
Hi.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey.
Who did
Hey.
Back to that fucking cock size conversation.
Yeah,
Who's
cock
the,
size.
who's the smallest bottoms, smallest tops? Which one's going on?
Me, bro.
Yeah, I know. I took away your balls.
It's true. That did happen.
I can't
You
believe you neutered him. Like live.
Right.
Like in front of you. That was crazy.
It happened. It was crazy. It's wild.
Are you
Wacky.
streaming on? Are you dual streaming again, Roy?
I am.
Okay, let me open up both chats.
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Let me open up both chats, and then let me also ping my viewers so they know where to watch.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, guys, welcome into the stream. If you guys didn't know, today we are reacting to even more Power Rangers. We are missing 3 people at the moment, so we figured we would just come out and yap for a few moments. They should be on their way. Octavio said that he would be a little late. Zanny is attending to something very important. We've not heard from Nyx yet, but he said he would be here, so I'm gonna believe in him.
He might honestly just be sleeping. He's British.
Yeah, but he said he was gonna be here because he couldn't make it last
true.
time because he was British.
Yeah,
Fuck.
using British is an excuse for everything, huh?
I mean,
Yeah.
Zanny's like that, but Zanny's
Like,
on it. Yeah,
I would do it too if I was British.
yeah, that's fair. That's very true. Actual factual. So, Athy was here last time and I think has already seen the majority of the video that we're watching. Joel, you were here last time and you saw the entirety of the video that we watched last time, except for, you know, what hasn't happened yet. And Haka, how
just
did
cut
it
out,
feel?
bro.
Yeah, I was gonna
Scorpina's
say.
fucking hot. I can't
true.
wait to see more Scorpina. I really hope she's not a fucking like one-off character that they fucking throw out. Like, no, please, no.
We were just getting into that one, and then I fell asleep immediately after I left, so I don't remember Scorpina.
She's hot.
She's the
hot.
scorpion
She had a
lady in
cooler
gold.
outfit. She had a cooler outfit than
She
everyone
has
else.
a cooler outfit,
She
yeah, than
does.
the main enemy, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
I
one
love-
so far that I like is the Sphinx guy. He's pretty cool too.
Oh, the Sphinx monster from early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool too.
What about Goldar?
Fucking Goldar.
More like
What about
gold
Goldar?
guy.
I prefer the Gathering Goblin instead of that guy.
What?
Yeah.
I think he's cuter. I think he's just a little guy, you know? Like, his whole purpose is just gathering shit.
That's insane.
Are you saying
cute.
that you'd be like a little gathering pet in an
Yes.
MMO?
Yes. That is my whole purpose in life.
Your purpose in life is to gather random garbage on the ground like fucking Danny DeVito.
Yeah. I'm gonna spawn on the fucking couch naked, too.
Wait, what?
Have you seen that gif?
Of Danny DeVito naked? I don't think so.
No,
Maybe I
hold
should.
on, hold on, hold on.
Fuck.
Danny DeVito.
Danny
Couch.
DeVito naked.
Wait, why
Yeah.
don't Google Danny DeVito naked? You'll be on a list somewhere.
There we go. That's me, bro.
You're gonna be on a list.
Oh my god, this is like an unbirthing, or this is a rebirthing. He's fully fucking naked. I think I just talked to his balls.
He's actually fucking cheeked out.
Oh,
dude. It's
right.
fucking crazy.
I forgot about this when he comes out of the couch.
This is how the Italian men in New York are born.
Oh my gosh, they just come out of couches.
They come out of bodegas like this.
I was gonna say the bodegas.
Can you show
Yeah.
this GIF on stream? I don't think you can.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
think you
going
can.
to.
I don't think you can. Yeah,
I
you
am
get fucked up.
not going to.
You guys ever think that Danny DeVito kind of looks like that Skeledirge Pokemon?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
No.
I got
No,
pictures.
actually.
He looks like Skeledirge. He's
He
got the
looks,
same
he,
head.
he looks more like the
about?
second. He looks more like the
If
second
you
evolution.
look at Skeledirge and then look at Danny DeVito's head, he's got the same head as Skeledirge.
Because it's like
What
an
does that
egghead.
mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's not only the egg head, but he's also got like the side hair.
No. Danny DeVito looks more like that orangutan guy with the freaking
Hold on.
fan.
I'm
Oh,
sure I got a
Orangaroo?
picture of
Yeah,
this.
Orangaroo. Yeah.
That's just mean. No.
No, that's not being mean. I'm just saying he's got the same vibes.
Danny.
He looks like
I'm
Lugia.
looking up Danny DeVito in my server. It's got to be around here somewhere.
Oh,
There's a
no.
picture I drew of Danny DeVito's head over Skeledirge, and it looks exactly the same.
I need to see this picture.
Okay. I'm getting
No.
a coffee.
Okay.
Not
Good
even a
timing,
drink.
too.
Is that Roy branded coffee?
I hope so. He's already gone.
Definitely.
He can't even-
Definitely not
I
a
just-
decaf.
I just
Definitely
realized
not.
that you
Betrayal.
pronounce your name like Roy Chiato. I
Yeah.
always read that shit as Roy Chiato.
Yo, that's why I changed my intro to Roy Chiato like a macchiato.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. I always read that shit as Roy Chiato.
You
Roy
are not the
Chiato.
only one. I have many friends that still pronounce my name as Chiato.
Okay, I see.
Macchiato.
Yeah, macchiato.
Chiato.
Exactly.
Roy, can you make me a coffee
I got you.
next time you're at a convention?
Yeah, I got you.
I would like that.
Absolutely. You know I got you. Just say
Yeah.
less.
He's gonna pull out a Yeti with a fucking
He's gonna put an
the
extra cream.
coffee.
Do you take your coffee with cream?
I don't take coffee.
Why'd you ask me
You
to
don't
make you a
drink
coffee?
I don't know. I just think you'd make it really good.
Yeah, I'd bring my
you don't
AeroPress
drink
with me.
coffee, Joel?
No, I drink branded drink here.
Huh?
I drink branded drink here. That's normally what I drink.
Branded drink here. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
is that how you consume your caffeine?
Yeah, it's all natural caffeine.
I see.
I really like my branded drink here.
Me too. But I
Branded
also like it
drink
when
here.
Octavio is here with us.
Get this
Hello.
motherfucking lollipop sucker away from me. It freaked me the fuck out.
Bro, it's so good. I like how
Wait.
It'll be a shame if you go to waste.
Octavio,
You're
change
sick. You're sick.
a match with me. Change a match with
I was
me.
about
We
to
both have
say-
this
What
one.
even is yours? Wait.
the smile.
Look. We both have the same one. By the same
smile.
person. I stole it from you.
Wait, let me see.
sicko.
Oh,
You're
you mean the
sicko.
smiling one?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, wait. Let me change.
The fucking
Is there like a
lollipop.
number
It's
so I
perfect.
can call your managers just to get you guys to stop or something? Like, is there 1-800 idle help?
It fucking pisses me off how the lollipop was like you know, like that's how I figured out like fucking sounding.
Oh, you mean
I just wanna
that's-
say, when Octavio first debuted, I didn't message. I replied to one of their tweets, and I feel like I got threatened because of we have similar schemes, and they were like, "Oh, look at you," and I was like, "What the fuck kind of
Ooh.
response is this? You lick your lips while looking at me."
Yeah.
I feel like I
Freaking me
remember
the fuck
this.
out. And now I have to sit next to him while he's sucking on a sucker, like
No, I
crazy
had to
style.
just really like sell the the weirdness.
I apologize for him.
You know what's really funny?
You need to apologize for yourself. You're also a freak.
No, yes, I am.
Yes, you are, but like a freak positive.
Yeah, freak/P, right? Let's just pass it
I love my freaky friends, okay?
And Fridays.
And Fridays, apparently. Oh my
Logging
goodness
into the Fuji
gracious.
thing. Wait.
Okay.
What's going on?
Damn,
I'm
look
so
at this
ready.
guy. He's going through so much effort for me.
He's going in. Freaky
It's like he
purples.
respects her or something.
Oh, I guess it is a lot of purple tonight.
Purples?
That's
This
really funny.
fucker's not purple. This fucker's
mean,
blue.
His lollipop's purple.
I
Don't say that.
guess.
You're freaking me out again. Stop mentioning the lollipop. I'm calling 1-800.
That's the color of my tongue that's stuck to the lollipop.
Ah,
I see.
it all
I
makes
see.
sense now.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So disgusting.
Remove the lollipop. Is that what it is? It's because your tongue.
Yeah. It's the other way
Actually
around.
Enjoying this at all. This is
my
super
gosh.
painful for you.
But yeah, guys,
Dude,
we're gonna be getting started as soon as probably as soon as we get we'll say one more person here or 9 more minutes.
They're dead.
Whichever happens first.
Let's
They're
go.
not real.
Hey!
The white boys are here. The white boys with thick lips.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
you know what, Roy? I
Yeah.
have another Fugi that I never use. I want to see if it'll actually look good here, or if it's gonna look super like small. Hold
I'd
on,
love to
hold
see it.
on,
I'm
hold on.
excited. Just don't be like me and forget that you have a Fugi that's a naked apron that you use for cooking streams, and then when you call into someone's birthday, you forgot
No,
that
I'm
you were
not
on the
naked.
naked apron. Because I did that.
see.
I've never been naked.
Never in the history of the life.
No,
Do you
Definitely.
How
guys
does it
make
look?
it toggles in your model?
Oh, that looks really nice.
No, I look too small. I'm swapping.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's a good one though.
It only works when I'm the only one in the call. When there's other people, it makes me look super tiny. Oh, that's not the right one.
No.
No, horny.
No horny.
Wrong stream. Wrong stream, let me tell you.
I have to tell that to people a lot.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
No horny.
It do be like that. It do, in fact, be like that.
You can stop being
Matching
for like
with
2 seconds.
Pookie.
Yeah. You were able to screenshot both of our mouths open.
Dude, I was timing that shit. I was waiting for you to fucking talk. so I could
What a
fucking say something.
professional. Wow.
You both sicken me.
Why, man?
Oh,
Nothing, I was
no,
replying to a tweet.
Octavio.
No!
That is crazy.
Oh, there we go. Bactavio.
Yeah. Bacteria here.
Bacteria.
What is happening?
Yeah. Oh, I got the beer.
Oh, he became one of the Wild West Rangers, guys. He's only like
Oh my
a whole
God,
season.
It is a Wild West Ranger, yeah.
Okay, listen, you're just a season early.
There's a what?
Wild West Rangers.
What,
That
do
is
they
the
have
thing.
hats? Cowboy hats?
They do.
Yes.
Well, wait.
Roy,
And best.
I have a question, Roy.
Hit me.
Power Rangers
I
related.
love answering Power Rangers related questions. Thank you for asking.
So, does this Power Rangers video include the Power Rangers porn knockoffs parodies? Are those also in this video, or are those do we just pretend those don't exist?
We just pretend they don't exist.
Isn't one of the Power Rangers actors,
Yes.
you know?
Wait,
we're-
really?
Yeah.
okay.
Did
What
I
was
talk about that
it?
in the video?
I think it was
I don't think they talk about that in the
Lily
video.
in Jungle
I
Fury.
love sex workers. Let's go, sex workers. You guys are cool.
Chat, correct me if I'm
Oh.
wrong. It's Lily in Jungle Fury is the actress, right? It's like we know this.
What's
is
he
a
gonna
thing.
guide to?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I
Oh,
thought it would be.
Ah.
No,
Was
that
it
was
SPD?
that was a rumor.
Oh, that was the rumor. Oh,
It's
okay,
Z?
okay.
From SPD. Oh, I always forget.
Excuse me while I do some research.
You do that. Yeah.
I see.
She was in the cabin in the woods. That's why I'm like, I can't remember who it was because I know it's that
Oh,
actress.
The horror movie?
Yes. So whoever it is the actress in Cabin in the Woods, the first, like the blonde girl that dies. And I
That movie
cannot.
is so weird.
I love that
It's so-
movie.
They had.
I love that movie.
It's one of my
They had
favorites.
Isn't that-
video
Cabin in the
game
Woods so good.
references.
Mhm.
Cabin in
so
the Woods.
silly.
It's so
That's
good.
not the
It's a comedy.
freaking Jason Voorhees one, right? No.
No.
They have Left 4 Dead characters in it.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's a home deconstruction of the horror genre.
Yes, it is.
I see.
I love Cabin in the Woods for that reason because it just starts off like it's freaking Evil Dead basically, and then it's like let's just.
I need to watch that.
It's so good. Real, it aged
watch it.
really
You wanna
well.
watch it? Together?
Oh, that's Friday's the 13th. Okay.
Yes, Jason is
Yeah,
Friday the
why are you
13th.
confused about?
Bro, they're fucking both cabins in the fucking woods, man. Like,
If you ask Girl DM, we could probably watch it together. Cabin in the Woods.
I'm down.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I'm down.
It's
It
an
could be
amazing
just
movie.
us, couple of bros, you know, on a
The
couch.
boys.
Holding hands, you
No
know,
clothes on, holding. Oh yeah,
holding
Wait,
foreskins.
I thought you
5 feet
never
apart?
were naked.
yeah. I'm not.
Then what is it? What do you mean no clothes on? What does that mean?
No, freshly polished.
Chad,
No.
get his ass!
You caught me in a lie. You caught me in a lie.
Yes, I got him.
You've caught me in a lie. You got me.
Yeah, the boys in the cabin in the woods. Yeah.
Technically,
Balls in
what,
the cavern.
no genitalia. So, you know, I'm living the life.
See,
Hey, I
that's
saw
what
a
I'm
comic
always
recently
fucking-
that did
dude,
not
that's what I'm
attest to that,
wondering.
okay?
Why are you
I've
wondering about
always
my
no
cock?
genitalia.
Bro, because like I don't know, is it smooth like Ken down there? Can you
It's
attach
customizable.
something?
Yeah, I can attach. I can attach, Octavio.
No, there's just a
Octavio, he
void.
says.
Oh my god.
No,
just an
I'll put a fucking like I'll put my cock in the closet. I don't need to use it, so I just keep it smooth, you know. What am I gonna wear? Why do I need to wear it? Why do I need to wear it? Why do I need to wear
To
it all the
assert
time?
dominance.
True,
That's just
honestly.
uncomfortable. I don't need to wear it to assert dominance.
If I
can tell
had
you
the
that much.
skills, if I had the ability to detach my balls and my dick and just literally leave them home, I would so do it.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
Why
what?
does everyone always disagree with me when I say that?
I would
You
so do
know.
it, dude.
It'd be so much more comfortable to just like use it when you need to use it and then put it away when not.
Definitely would have been more comfortable at the gym today. Let me tell you that much.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I do be like that. Also, Zanny said that he would be here shortly. So
Nice.
we will
Where?
pivot
That
over
wasn't
into
in the group chat.
He DM'd me.
Oh,
Fucking
so they're
hate those
scared of
dudes.
us?
I don't know. Don't ask
I would
me.
be scared
Coward.
if Octavio's here, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Wait, Octavio's not scary.
I'm not scary.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, Joel, you met Octavio last time.
I was like half
Yes.
asleep. That's not a real meeting.
No, last time was not
I
nice to me.
see.
It was now is nice.
Oh, okay. Well, last
Now
time he
it's
was also
nice to
yelling at Ruse.
That was actually
So
nice. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the given. Fuck Ruse.
I feel
Yeah,
like
fucking I do.
most times I've encountered Joel, it's like somebody's getting dunked on. I just don't know who it's gonna be.
It's not my fault. It's not like I choose a
My
victim to
question is-
bully.
Is it really Joel or should I say Joel?
Joel.
It depends on how how
Joel.
silly you're feeling.
Joel.
Oh,
my
Joel.
I
If you're
love
feeling
Whoa.
silly, you can go Joel. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Joel.
Okay, that's good. Because it's my thing with The Last of Us, right? The Last of Us, the character is quite clearly Joel, but they pronounce it Joel.
Joel.
Well, those
like-
are two different pronunciations. You
Yeah.
say Joel if you're a freak. You say Joel if you're normal.
It's Joel because it has an E. So therefore, for you, it's Joel.
Oh, he's a knower.
Joel.
No,
He's a
Joel's
knower.
That's a nickname.
Anybody else have the
Joel.
sudden urge
It's
to play some golf for some reason?
J-O-E-L. It's an O-O in between. It's a meme. It's not not actually like the name.
I'm gonna get the video
Oh,
ready.
I see.
Okay, I got the video ready.
That's the sound you make when you're fucking sucking on your lollipop.
What is
Lero,
It
lero,
makes
lero.
it sound more like suction, more like vacuum, you know? It's more like
Oh, I would do that more, but I feel like I would get in trouble.
Go.
Uh,
Don't listen to him. He's a sicko.
what the fuck do you mean I'm a
What do you
sicko,
mean?
dude?
I'm a professional at making those sounds.
I meant
That's such
no.
a
Haka's a
cute
sicko.
idol.
Oh. Yeah, but he's like a good sicko. He's sicko positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put him down.
Oh no.
Voy a
again.
matar.
Not again.
Not again.
Did you just say something in Spanish, Roy?
I did. I said voy a matar.
Yeah,
Wait,
bro.
hold on.
He's profiling me.
I can speak. I can do my raid intro in Argentinian Spanish.
Let's go.
Where is it? I can do my raid intro in Argentinian.
Oh god, I'm getting profile here, dude.
You
I don't
are.
feel safe
you are.
anymore.
You wait, safe. You're from Elysia. What the fuck are you talking about? How do you even know Spanish?
That's a great question.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this. I'm trying to keep him up and to date with his own thing, and he's not even popping off on me. I got this. I found it. Wait, this
I'm ready.
Is it. This is the Argentinian Spanish intro.
All right.
Bienvenido a mis stream raiders. Mi nombre es made de porcelana. Solía ser un sexy cuerpo de carne hasta que me morí. Y mi alma se atrapó en el cuerpo de una muñeca más sexy. Pronombres masculinos y si todavía estás confundido sobre pronombres en el siglo 2021, 21st century, puedes pensarme a mí como el deseo mojado de un bisexual. ¿Eh?
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Argentinian?
Okay.
Argentinian?
Okay.
I like
Okay.
how the bisexual
Okay.
has a.
I did like that. I did like that. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you like that? That was called racially profiling.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was me guessing.
I'm gonna try and update something real quick on my chat,
have the
and then we can
have the
start.
urge to like upcharge you.
Upcharge what?
I have like the urge to like upcharge you, be like, oh yeah, very bueno. Here you go.
Very
20 bucks.
bueno.
20
Very-
bucks.
Do the thing the
Very
Japanese do where you're
bueno.
like, what do they say?
Nihongo
like,
Josu?
Nihongo Josu. Yeah.
Oh, Nihongo Josu.
But with Spanish.
Yeah, honto ni.
Spanish good.
Oh,
Nihongo
very
Josu.
bueno. Very bueno.
Very
Mas
bueno.
Very
Much
bueno.
bueno, guys.
Nihongo Josu, bro. Cowboy.
Cowboy.
I'm a cowboy, baby.
Octavio.
Oh,
Oh God. Keep the
before
guy away from me.
so
What is
I
this
have
comment in the chat that says, "Don't ask Haka what he thinks about the Argentinians"? Are you, what the fuck?
What?
I did see that too.
Hey, wait, no,
I was like,
listen. It doesn't have to do anything with racism before anyone else is asking if it has to do anything with that. Okay.
I'll take your word
I
for
was
it.
I was in a stream with Lucy one day, and he just randomly said, "So, guys, what do you think of the Argentinians?" And
What?
it just stayed like
That's
that,
great.
bro.
What, you
It
invited
just
this guy to
stayed
stream?
like- No.
He
it
told
wasn't-
me he
wasn't
liked
even-
Kamen Rider,
He wasn't
and
even me.
we have
It
the
wasn't
same
even
birthday.
me.
Don't
I
cry
can't-
for
I can't
I
me,
think Argentinians are very, very nice.
Oh my gosh, Haka, ¿qué estás
For being
haciendo?
Argentinians, you know, like
What a fantasy-ass freaking name, though. Argentina.
Argentina. I know,
What?
right?
Cool.
Argentina.
Argentina.
Has a
Fuck
nice
you.
ring
Your
to
name is
it.
Octavio. What the fuck?
What's wrong with Octavio?
What's your fucking last name? What's your hold on, let me look this up.
He doesn't have one.
It's just Octavio.
I don't have one.
Your last
Straight
name
up
is
Octavio.
fucking Hollow. Fuck you.
It's underscore hollow. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Last name.
The underscore is very
Underscore
important. The underscore is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
important. All right, I'm gonna transition us over to the screen, and we're gonna start the video. Okay?
Yeah.
Bro, he doesn't want to get canceled, dude.
I mean, I
desperately
feel like
want
I've said
Taffy to
worse.
open-
To be fair.
I want Taffy to open a stream with
Shut
hello. I am Octavio Hollow.
Okay, so before we get started, I do have to say something for the YouTube viewers, and I do have to apologize to you guys in advance. Normally, I would have YouTube chat also displayed on screen, but Twitch did recently start cracking down finally on shared chats being displayed on screen.
Ooh, I did see that.
Yeah, so
Finally, he says.
I say finally because it's like they've never taken
Finally.
action against it.
Finally, Jesus.
Yeah. No,
Finally,
trust me.
some fairness,
Negative.
some justice.
Negative. And my tracking broke as I was saying that. But so you guys will not be displayed on stream, but I promise that I can see you. So I see
Man,
wow
fuck Twitch.
discrimination. What do you mean finally? I see the crying emojis, you know.
You will be splayed on stream.
Well, the reason
Ghost
for that
bunnies.
is because Twitch just sucks.
Sucks.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
was gonna come
they
up with
just
something
suck.
clever,
True.
but that it just
True.
sucks.
True and real. True
You
and
know
real.
what?
Just- they're just
in
kinda the
in
worst.
response to this, as a way to boycott, I should start multi-streaming too. I should copy
It's nice. It's genuinely really good to be able to have more of your community that you can reach.
You
But-
could do double the raids.
You can.
I can finally
usually only do
fucking
one
raid
now.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
I could raid you.
Yeah.
No, Haka, stop.
I
No, there's
know-
only one person, Hollow Stars, that should stream on Twitch, and that's me.
No, I'm not
fair.
gonna fucking start fucking multi-streaming, bro. I don't like that.
Oh my god.
No.
I know Mythos is starting to. For the longest time, I was like the only person
For
on
the
YouTube, and now
longest
they're starting to
time.
show up. For the longest time.
Hard to connect, man. I've
Is
had
it
to force
Mythos or
myself
is
to
it
watch YouTube viewers.
Mythos?
It's Mythos, you fucking
Excuse
dumbass.
me?
What
What the fuck did you say?
call it that?
Wait,
Mod-
what?
Is it
Mod-
like
Haka? What did
Mythos?
he do?
It's
What?
Mythos,
Why-
bro.
Mythos.
Why would
like
you
myth.
think that?
Mythology.
Because in Final Fantasy 16, it's Mythos.
No.
Yeah,
What?
because Final
No,
Fantasy 16 is really teaching you about the fucking world.
Yeah, myth, as in like
Like myth.
mythos of
Mythology.
The
No,
mythology.
I'm
The
saying it
Mythos?
should be Mythos.
No.
I think you know what? I'm putting you down.
Not again.
This
Guys,
conversation's
I'm
great.
sorry for my kohai. He
If you put me down, I go straight into the ground and go into my dive into the heart. Station of
You
Awakening.
can't do that.
Yeah, I must dive to the heart.
You can't.
I
do
only
that.
know
Yeah,
Final
I
Fantasy
forgot.
13.
Oh my gosh.
Taffy
All right,
knows the
guys.
Best
heart.
one.
This is great.
Are we ready to dive in to continuing the weird world of
That's the
Mighty
game
Morphin
I
Power
played.
Rangers?
You're not
Dive
streaming-
into the
You're not sharing
heart.
your
Let's
screen.
go.
You're not sharing your stream.
Yeah, I'm asking you if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
ready
yeah.
so we can start
Yes.
it. Because I'm sitting here waiting.
wait,
You guys are yelling at each other.
Hang on,
bro.
you're so right, you're
First,
so right.
you're violent towards
Oh,
the
wait.
YouTube people, and now you're being violent towards us, man. What the fuck, dude?
First of all, somebody
Wait,
told
are
me
we
to
playing video
bop
games?
you because you said that I was stupid. So I'm not
No, I
entirely
didn't
sure.
say- I just said loser. He
Oh,
can
you said
see
I'm a
this
loser.
amount.
Okay, that's what it was.
Wait, we're
My
playing
bad.
video games?
No,
No?
no,
Can we play video games? Why is
No.
Tommy fighting himself?
because it's the Super Nintendo game.
I didn't play this.
Anyway,
I played this.
Fake fan.
guys, mute this. I hate you.
Abby.
Okay. All right, we're gonna get started. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Management's gonna yell at me.
Right.
They're definitely
Right.
gonna yell. Okay, so this is the end of the episode. Where we last left off is Tommy rejoined the team. He's got temporary powers back, and it was the end of a mini arc of saving the parents that basically were exactly like their kids.
Oh, you guys did not get far. Like
It took us like a solid 2 hours to get to this point, Athena. It was like a 4-hour stream. So
Oh
I
my
blame
god.
Roy and Ruse.
I was gonna say ruse yes, me no. I'm a professional. Okay.
I see.
Don't
it's not
start
Ruse's
the
fault, it's
Tommy
Joel's
for
fault.
life
Anyway,
comments.
Every time Roy
White Ranger Tommy
pauses.
for life. Green Ranger Tommy.
let's dive in, and hopefully Nix and Zanny will join us soon, and we'll pause and we'll get them up to speed. Anyway, let's go. Oh, it's muted. Good start.
Thanks.
Return of
My
an
bad.
Old Friend is
Oh, it's muted.
awesome. Getting to see Tommy save the day from a pretty dire
Oh.
situation was great.
I love how the
Green
guys are called
Ranger, again,
putties.
was the most popular of the
No putty.
Putties.
Well, same shit, bro.
You guys are horrible.
It's
Both of you.
putty.
It
Like,
just
how?
started. It just
Dude, I am ESL, man. I can fucking help it.
Yeah, hide
Wait, but they
behind
say
ESL,
it in the
hide
show.
behind
What do you
ESL.
mean?
But dude, things are different for me, okay?
Roy,
That's
I can't
crazy.
believe
ESL
you.
is a fucking
This is
excuse.
like the opposite of inclusive right now. This is
I
crazy.
love
Well, I said like two
ESL.
things in Spanish in good accents too.
Crazy.
man.
See, so
Unreal.
did I. Did you not
Canceled.
hear how good
Hard
I said
canceled.
bisexual?
Oh my god.
Bisexual.
Okay.
Good start,
Rangers.
good start.
And with the series being so popular and more episodes being
Hoodies.
ordered, it
I'm
only
gonna
makes sense to
scream
bring
on
back
God.
Tommy. It also creates a fun storyline
Turning
that
you
will
into
always
putty.
be going on in the
It's crazy.
background. Tommy's powers are temporary. Will they find a way for him to keep them?
Will
or
Tommy
will
die?
he
That
lose them
guy.
once again?
His name is
Find
Tumi.
out
To me.
To me.
next week
True.
on Mighty Morphin Power
To
Rangers.
me, my X-Men.
To
Or
me.
Find out now as we continue on with the video.
Yeah, you tell him, Connor.
Grumblebee is the most
like his
Power
scarf.
Rangers episode to ever
Yeah.
exist. Billy gets a B on a test, which absolutely traumatizes
B for
him.
Billy.
Bulky
Yeah.
even says
I love
B is
Billy.
for bad.
Billy's great.
Rita overhears this and is like, "Oh, Billy hates bees, does he? Well, I'll send down a giant bee monster to take him out." So
Really?
the Rangers take
Yeah,
on
why
the
not?
bee monster. Billy even gets a cool new gun to use.
Oh no,
It's
I
a
hate
perfectly cheesy
6-foot
episode.
baddies. Oh
Like-
no. I hate 6-foot
right
baddie. 6-foot baddie, goth baddies. Oh no.
I'm right here.
I was gonna say Joel still fits this
We're all here.
description.
True.
Why would you hate him?
I wish I was.
That's
I
crazy.
am his ideal, apparently.
I am. I am very convinced he is.
He's not the only one.
Rita was
We
just
spend a
trolling
lot
in
of
this
time
episode.
seeing
Rita's
how-
trolling all the time, Chad. I don't know
Real.
what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Rita's just the
Sad
world's
Billy is,
biggest
but
troll.
like,
She's
am I
not
supposed
human,
to feel
right?
bad? It's one.
No.
She's an
So no wonder
inter-
she's not.
She's
What is
She's
she?
ESL.
She is an
She's ESL
inter-
student. She doesn't know anything.
She's
She
ESL.
is an intergalactic space witch.
She's
So-
HSL, human second language.
That was so. What is she? She's ESL. That's like,
I'm screwed, man.
stop.
She is Rita. There we
She
go.
didn't understand what B was.
That's what my pastor says to, bro.
One B. When I was in high school, I'd be lucky to get a B. Two heads are better than one. Tommy and Jason are teaching this women's self-defense
Oh, God.
class full of hot 90s moms. And they just
Oh,
work together
sorry.
so greatly.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay.
Like, wow,
Stub my
teamwork is
toe.
great.
Oh yeah.
It's another whatever episode. Rita sends down a monster with 2 heads, and the only way to defeat it is to feed it its
Power
favorite
of
fruit, so it
friendship.
gets distracted.
Oh.
Tommy is sent out to find it, but no luck.
Damn.
Ernie,
That
however,
shove was
brought
crazy.
all of these exotic fruits.
These
one of
actors
which being
really
the
hate each other,
pomango,
right?
the
This is
fruit.
what you said last
They are
time.
Yeah.
not
So
friends.
Jason David
Oh,
Frank,
shit.
who is Tommy here. This is Jason David Frank, and Jason, who is played by Austin St. John. The actors in real life very much disliked each other.
Really?
They
Yes.
disliked each other. Does that mean they fixed
Holy
it?
shit.
Well, Jason David Frank passed away, so
Oh, yeah, I was like,
And-
well,
and
Okay.
no, they never fixed it.
I hope one of them fucking got over it then. Jesus.
Austin St. John did not get over it. So
yeah, I was like,
my
Oscar,
God.
nah,
Oh, damn.
kinda. Like, he was,
Yeah.
was he respect? He was a little respectful. I
not
guess.
really,
Like,
no.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Like, when he
Really?
passed, it was a little uncomfy.
It was very
I'm not a big
uncomfortable.
Austin St. John fan,
Me
if I'm
neither.
super honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mango, the fruit
Yeah.
the monster likes. Tommy then just asks if he
superior.
can have it, and Ernie, being the
Rocky is
nicest guy
definitely
in the
not
world,
superior.
just gives him the last one.
I know, I just wanted to
Again,
see what
probably not great for business. They beat the
Humango.
monster, and
Yeah,
Bob and Sam
Pomango.
show up to the women's defense class to meet, quote-unquote, babes. But when they show up,
Fucking
they're
love
like,
bulk.
disgusted, saying like, ew, it's just full of moms. And he literally
Hey,
says
hey,
this
no,
while
whoa,
he
whoa,
respectfully-
Whoa,
What?
man.
what's wrong? It's just
Man.
it's just workout
Oh
gear.
What
my
happened
God.
right there, bro?
That's crazy.
That's
That's
just-
a crazy thing to say.
That's just
This
moms.
guy doesn't know taste if it fucking slapped him in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
goddamn
yeah.
That's all I'm
mouth.
Well,
saying.
look what he's wearing.
That's true.
He's wearing
He's-
the tie-dye.
the tie-dye.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't know yet.
have the
Yeah.
most caked up woman on set.
Connor.
Unbelievable.
Like,
That was
Yeah,
brilliant.
wait, so that's-
Zach's performing
a real
magic
zoom
in front
in?
of kids.
Is that
to
what-
a
Yeah, yeah,
man's
Connor,
Connor like
confused.
occasionally
This man will
says
never-
and does things in these videos that catch me like so off guard.
He's so funny.
Like,
I love Connor.
What was it last time? Like the hood welcomes
Oh
Billy.
yeah, because Billy learned how to break dance.
That's really welcome
Yeah,
Billy.
wait, and then it was like, I don't think you get to choose who the hood welcomes. Looks at your melatonin levels, your melanin level.
Melatonin?
Damn, he's sleepy now.
Melatonin.
He's sleepy.
Melatonin
Looks at your
levels,
sleepy
bro.
levels.
Oh my gosh.
His melatonin levels are off.
However,
my
Angela
fucking
is
God.
kind of impressed with how well Zach is with kids. Rita then sends down a chicken monster. Just
Yeah,
for
chicken.
fun, I
You're
guess.
talking about Power
And
Rangers
Zach
can
has
decide who goes to the hood.
disappear to fight it.
Hey, he talks about other things too,
Yeah.
like Powerpuff
Yeah, what are those
Girls.
things? Okay.
And
Play the video, Roy.
Okay.
The fight scenes go on for a lot longer than they used to, since the Bond commissioned
Don't say chicken
Tully to
jockey
make
chat.
these
Shut
fight
up.
scenes to match the Power Rangers
Oh, that's right.
storylines.
This is
They don't have to
this
edit
is
out
like the fights
anything
where
that
they're
might
just
not
like
fit or make sense.
yeah.
They're also
they made them
clearly a lot more
specifically for
goofy.
Rangers.
Yeah.
With the Rangers
And
doing
this
these
will make
over-the-top
sense.
hand gestures for dialogue and using a lot more slapstick solutions.
so this makes sense here. We talked about this before. Power Rangers was supposed to end at like episode 40 with Doomsday, and it was such a success in America that they were like, "Whoa, get more episodes of this. We need more," because this was the biggest thing in the 90s. It's not even close.
Thank you,
This-
Fox.
20 more seasons.
Basically,
Was it Fox at this point?
It was. Yeah, it was Fox.
Okay.
And Fox Kids was like, "Hey, get more. Here's a fuck ton more money. Do whatever you need to do." And Saban, making one of the weirdest but coolest decisions they could have made. Instead of like filming their own stuff, they went back to Toei Japan and they were like, "Hey, we want more of this with these suits," which that doesn't happen for Super Sentai, because Super Sentai, they just switch suits, new stories, everything. Every single season is a different story with different Rangers with different suits all the time. So they ran out of footage and they asked Toei to make them new footage. So we're effectively in what is called Ju 2.
Jutsu, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You do, yeah.
So all of the footage that we see that is very clearly Japanese never actually was in Super Sentai. It is exclusive to America, and it's just called Ju2. And you can tell
I just think
sometimes.
that's so cool.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
that's such a cool idea.
Yeah, it's like asking for
Yeah.
DLC. I like that. That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But you
that's
can
cool.
tell when it's Ju2 because like they do these really silly things where it's like, "Oh, this bird hates balloons," and they said that in the American plot, and they got balloons.
It actually
And-
matches what's happening, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And then another thing
Oh, wait.
is
Yeah.
we have Trini, who in the Sentai is a man. It is the character's name is Boy, and you can very much tell
Boy.
they framed Trini in the footage to look more typically women or typically feminine. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen
Question.
I don't
Yeah.
Did Power Rangers ever show in Japan?
Yes, actually,
Yes,
so very,
actually.
very funny enough. A lot of people originally assumed that Japan would hate Power Rangers because they air quotes stole their footage, but they didn't steal it. They were in a contract. And people assumed that they would hate it. Turns out Japan loves it. Japan genuinely loves Power Rangers. So much so that there are several seasons that they redubbed into Japan with the Sentai actors playing their respective Rangers.
Wait, like they did a redub of a redub
Yeah.
with their own scenes in Japan?
Yup.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, how do they do their own scenes? Did they just do the same thing but with their actors?
Not their own scenes, just dubbing.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
think
they
like
just
think
don't-
like
They
anime.
grabbed the English footage and they just dubbed it in Japanese.
Exactly.
Well, I
What if
remember
like one of the Japanese channels just played Power Rangers and Sentai at the same, like one after another, so it looks like it's the same
It's
show?
So confusing.
I would not be
that'll get
surprised.
so
But
confusing.
funny enough, Haka, you mentioned it before, that's why I'll bring it up. Power Rangers SPD is one of the
Yes.
most popular seasons in Japan.
Let's fucking go, baby.
And
SPD is one of the best ones.
Police? What are
Yeah.
you fucking? What do you mean SPD?
Yeah,
Space Patrol Delta.
Space Patrol Delta. They're space
Space
cops.
Patrol.
They got
Luluco.
furry, dude.
They do have a furry. It's true.
SPD
They have a
emergency.
furry.
Well, he's more like a scaly, but true.
It's the fucking dog, bro.
Yeah, his
Doggy?
name's Doggy, but he does not have any fur. He's got scales.
True,
Yeah.
true.
But anyway, but yes, Power Rangers is very popular in Japan. So
Nice.
These balloons. The episode ends with Zach thinking he's going on a date with Angela, but it turns out to be another field trip with the kids. Where
The
Angela
kids!
says they're going to watch a 5-hour
damn.
retrospective on Woody Woodpecker, which sounded ridiculous at the time, but I did a 4-hour and 45-minute retrospective on the Powerpuff Girls, so go watch that instead, Zach. Trick or treat.
I've seen worse.
Kimberly gets to be a
True.
contestant on America.
Yeah, there's like that.
8-hour Wizards of Waverly Place one I watched.
I was gonna say the 8.5-hour Five Nights at Freddy's one.
Oh my god.
No, I have taste. Come
Oh,
on.
okay. My bad.
#1 game show.
I've never played a
Trick
single
or
Five
Treat.
Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah, this Halloween-themed
one.
show is somehow the biggest thing
Top hero.
year-round. Meanwhile, Rita
I'll
is
play them
summoning the
eventually.
pumpkin rapper, which Zordon
Same.
tells
I've
the
only ever
Ranger
played
is a
Security Breach.
monster that uses his raps and rhyming to distract you
Hope you guys like rap.
before he attacks.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
So
God, no,
stupid. I
please.
love it.
Yo, shout out
We
to
get
Killer B and
random interludes
Naruto.
of Skull and Kimberly doing
Real.
their game
Favorite
show.
artist.
Honestly, pretty
my
stupid.
gosh.
Anyway, Kimberly fake feints to leave the show and fight the monster, where yes, he raps.
Well, you think that's something you can
That's enough. They defeat the monster and the puppies
No,
No.
listen.
No, that's it.
Bars.
Gotta just hard
Bars.
cuts it.
Yeah, just
Bars.
hard cuts it. He's just done. Get me out of here. I
Well,
always,
you think no.
Bars.
I always love these because it's just the putties just have pumpkins on their head for no
So it's
reason.
literally
Did
just,
they-
this is so broke.
They did that on purpose. Do you think the putties wanted to dress up?
I don't know.
Yeah. They were bored.
Sure. Let's. Yeah, we at Pumpkin Hill. You ready?
Pumpkins on their heads, which only seems like it would make it harder for them to
Play
fight, but
the
whatever.
the Knuckles
Second
soundtrack.
chance. Ernie is,
Unlike
I
Sonic, he
guess,
don't
coaching
chuckle.
a soccer team for kids. This one kid doesn't make the team and is sad. Ernie's all like, "Man, I wish it were up to me." I
Don't
give
love
all
That's the
these
Blues
kids a second chance."
Blues Clues kid guy.
Who?
As
Ernie?
a kid.
Oh,
That's the
Steve,
kid.
that's-
Blues Clues.
that's
As a
the
kid.
kid. Yeah, because of his shirt.
That's so
He's
funny.
He's so grown up now.
Dude,
You're
he
so
looks
right.
he looks so pathetic looking at the fucking list, bro.
Wait, it gets worse, Haka. Just give it a sec, okay?
No.
Way he's slowly
poor
turned
kid.
down.
Oh,
Second chance.
Yeah.
And Zach says, "Isn't it up to you?" And Ernie's like, "Oh yeah," and gives everyone a second chance. What the hell? So Zach and Jason try and help this
fuck?
kid get better at soccer.
Get
And he
ready.
kind of sucks. Like he really shouldn't be on the team. He's terrible.
What the
Here's
hell?
what's weird though. Tommy gets in
loser.
trouble with his
Me at the
communicator going
tryouts.
off in class and gets it taken away. It explains why he won't show up until later.
he's not showing up again, guys. Ah!
What? I thought this was his time.
Okay.
To show
Well,
up
that's-
every
wait.
time.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Tommy's useless as the Green Ranger? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But this is the exact time Jason and Zach are training this kid in soccer. So like, Why are those two not in school? Heck, even Billy, Kimberly, and Trini are all at the juice bar.
So Tommy's in school. Half the gang is at the juice bar, and then the other half is teaching this kid how to play soccer.
Dude, summer school.
Summer school. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You're right.
He's in
What
summer
is detention?
school.
Yeah.
Is this school schedule? I seriously could not stop thinking about this the entire time. Anyway, Tommy
Well,
shows
I
up
mean,
to
to be
summon the
fair,
Dragon Zord
like-
and saves the day.
Like in high school, you get a timetable, right? Where it's like you can have gaps in your schedule, where it's like, okay, you're not doing anything from like 12 till 2. So maybe he just had class scheduled, and like the others were like, fuck it, we got like an hour to kill. Let's go to the juice bar, hang out with Ernie.
I'm gonna believe you on that one.
Hell yeah.
Day.
I think he's summer school.
On Fins and Needles. This is a really fun episode. So Jason and Tommy are once again teaching a karate class, where we're shown how
They look
great
like
of
Christmas.
friends they are. They
They
would
do.
never argue with each other.
Never.
So Rita sends down the putties with
They're
this
such
little
great
magic
friends.
fin that when Jason and Tommy touches
Such
it,
good
will put a
friends.
spell on them to make them bitter
So
rivals.
unfortunate.
Where we then see Jason and Tommy mean mugging each other and on the brink of fighting.
Kiss.
The actors do a really good job of acting like they hate each other. Maybe because behind the scenes, this
Awkward.
is how they really felt. I'll go more into that later, though.
It is really
That is
complicated,
crazy, bro.
but yeah, it's
To be fair,
pretty true.
I do like.
What a
I don't
pathetic
like
thing
Austin
to get
St. John.
angry
I'm
about.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say,
Octavia, we have to beef like that, dude.
Yeah. Like I don't crazy love Austin St. John, but I like from his point of view, like I'm the leader, and then this fucking guy shows up. Like
There's-
I get why like he's pissy about it.
There's more to it than just
I
that,
don't.
but we
It's
will get to
super
it.
Stupid. It's
It's super
silly if
childish.
That's just
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's if I remember right, it's not like Roy said, it's not just that. It's like
Yeah.
some other stuff.
There's some other stuff that I think is justified, but it's like I'll always quote Kane and I'll say it's like unfortunate circumstances make for interesting storytelling, and it's kind of what we get into. So
yeah.
They all get called away for ranger duty, where Zordon sends Jason and Tommy to fight the monster all alone so they can work together.
Wow.
They struggle at first, but eventually break through the spell and do some team
Can I just say it's so
alone
obvious
so they can work together.
when they're so American footage,
Struggle at first, but
Ah.
eventually
Japanese footage.
It's like
Oh.
really
Oh, that
You're right,
is
the suits do look a lot better.
Oh.
yeah, they look way cooler.
that is crazy.
They're way better at choreographing too.
Yes.
They are.
Yeah, because it's all what's it called? Originally shot for Power Rangers, so they get to tell them what they want them to do, like plot wise.
Like, look at the way the motherfucker's just smoothly clapping.
Yep.
Oh my god.
yeah.
first, but eventually break through the spell and do some teamwork, where they blow the monster to high heavens and remain friends.
They do what?
And
They blew it to high heavens.
There's no heaven in Power Rangers.
I wish that were me.
Well,
Same, bro.
actually,
Isn't Zordon heaven?
no. He's in a time
Not
warp.
the fucking dinosaur.
Zordon's the floating head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
There is technically a heaven.
There is technically a, but there's also a hell. There's like 4 hells in
There
Power
is
Rangers.
also-
There's like 4 hells. Let's be
You're
real.
telling me God is canon in fucking Power Rangers?
Not necessarily, but
Kinda.
Satan is.
There are gods.
Interesting.
Yeah.
God is a dinosaur.
Dinosaur
Yeah.
gods.
Oh yeah, I guess you weren't here for the explanation before, Haka. In the source material for Mighty Morphin season 1, Rita in the Super Sentai, her name's Bandora, and Bandora makes a pact with Satan to get, and it's actually just Satan. Like not kidding. It is genuinely just Satan.
Jesus fucking
Straight
Christ.
up the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
And he's cool
crazy
looking.
Sentai plots that are wild like that America kind of is just like, well, maybe not
It's not
Satan.
so wild.
She
Yeah.
made
Pretty
a pact with the
realistic.
devil just to bully a bunch of fucking high schoolers, dude.
Well,
yeah, dude, it's pretty realistic. I
it's-
made a pact with the devil to
honestly,
become a
Well,
VTuber.
it was more so to get revenge on the dinosaurs who killed her son, and then
Oh.
yeah,
That's a
it's
stupid plot line. You just saying that out loud. Come on. You what the fuck did you just say?
so she's like, I
I
hate
get
dinosaurs.
revenge on
Satan,
the dinosaurs that killed my plot line, my kids.
Yeah.
Satan, help.
literally.
Plot line.
That's it. That was it. And then Satan brought the kid back to life and used him as like,
Satan help.
you need to do what I say, or otherwise I'll kill your son again. It was actually Satan's
Damn.
really
Cool.
messed up. Yeah.
Enter the Lizinator.
Anyway.
Kimberly's cousin is trying out for the middle school cheerleading team. She's alright, but feels like she'll never be as good as Kimberly.
Yeah, because
Kimberly
you're a
tries
child.
to cheer her up, but the putties
Kimberly's
attack.
also a
Again,
slightly
it's another
older child.
fun, unmorphed fight. Tommy really goes hard on these, putting some power
Oh,
behind those kicks.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Damn.
He's so
David
big.
Frank would
Yeah.
actually.
So
He's fucking up that guy, dude.
yeah. So
He's actually fucking him up.
I will freeze frame it on one of the shots. So this is Jason David Frank's like first like real acting job. And he didn't understand that you weren't really supposed to hit.
Dude, he made
So-
him eat shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That guy
That
did
guy-
not-
Horrible thing to do to somebody.
That
Like,
guy
you
got
should
fucking
know.
paralyzed after the fucking shooting, dude. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
that's a really
He-
powerful kick.
What I love about like early seasons is like they're legit martial artists. Like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
can whoop ass.
So the stunt choreography for the first season is like they had a guy that was like kind of from Hollywood, but like was really inexperienced with fight choreography. We get the stunts and fighting will get significantly better as it goes on. And I'll explain like when we get to that point in season 2, which is great. But yeah, for now, it's just if you see a hit that looks really good, they probably actually hit them because they don't know any better. Yeah.
I don't think you can say that. If you're in high school, you should know not to hit somebody.
I mean, Jason
Wow.
and Frank definitely wasn't in high
Oh,
school.
yeah, sorry, college.
yeah,
college.
he
Yeah.
was even older.
He is older. He's like in his early 20s at this point. I think. Yeah.
Power behind
Anyway.
those kicks. Apparently, Jason David Frank would
Yeah. Do they have
actually
insurance?
get the actors in
No.
the putty suits early on
Because
in
Power
the
Rangers
show,
was a
where
non-union
they needed to
show.
tell him, hey, you don't actually
Yeah.
have to hit
Look
them.
at him take that
Wow.
bloody out.
Oh my god.
That's
Fuck that guy.
He fucked him up.
Yeah,
dude.
he's just gone.
Polarized.
that dude is
AV Joe
gone.
Johnson's like, dude, relax. Look at her face. Like,
Bro,
watch her face, she's like,
chill.
relax.
I can't wait to show you guys
Jesus,
like
man.
how much better the stunt choreography gets because it's insane the difference between season 1 and season 2.
Actually have to hit them.
Yeah.
Fun
People don't
episode
have
once
fucking
again,
brain,
since the U2
injuries.
footage allows for longer
Honestly.
fights in the suits. Oh yeah, and Kimberly's cousin joins the team.
Yippee!
But Bulk and Skull show up to mock her. Like, dang, they really are bullies, just being a jerk to this little girl for no reason. Football season.
What was
Me and
that?
Joel-
Oh, his pants
What?
split because
Oh. I
Yeah.
thought he was
What?
trying to like capture some gas there or something.
Nope.
I was like, what's going on?
nope, they were just hiding
Why'd
his
you
butt.
say me and Joel during that? What the fuck?
Wait, you mean
As you
during
do.
the Balkan skull bit?
We're Balkan Skull, bro.
This is you guys. Which one of you guys'
Damn.
pants split open?
Haka.
What the fuck?
I mean, he said it
It's-
first. I don't know what to
Haka-
tell you.
Haka's trying to
fuck,
moon
man.
somebody, and I'm covering his ass.
Oh my god, I love it.
Understandable.
Artists, could we
Artists,
get on that?
Can we get on that,
Could we-
artists? What do you think?
could we,
I will say,
Make sure he has no balls. I took those away from him.
it's true. It's true. I will say, I hate this next episode.
He's wearing the
Football
movie ring.
season. All the boys on the team want to join the football
Because of
team.
sports?
So all
Is
of
it
the
because that's not actually football?
all of the guys.
That's American handball.
Okay, it is American football. No, I hate the
Okay.
episode because they're all full-time students. Most of them teach like martial arts classes or whatever else in the juice bar, and they're Power Rangers. But they want to join a football
Okay.
team. What
When
free
you say
time?
the juice bar, I just imagine them like fucking like shooting like fucking like just testosterone and like fucking steroids, you know, like
Not
because
that
they're
kind of
fucking
juice.
jacked.
No, Hawkeye was the 90s.
I can't believe
Why did you
Ernie
say
would do
this?
this.
Oh my gosh.
But you are a VTuber, a voice actor, a streamer,
okay.
and you fucking have a job and you
Okay.
work out. So I
right.
don't know what you're confused about with
Listen.
what they're doing.
I'm not confused. I'm saying I hate it.
We also
You
don't
hate
like
yourself,
like
too?
I do. Yeah.
none of us are saving the world on top of everything else we
That's
do.
all I'm saying.
You
What
know?
do they even teach in the 90s anyway? They only
I'd
know
be
like
racist.
caveman stuff.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
They're
Anyway.
not as
Tommy, though,
complex as
doesn't
today.
feel confident that he has what it takes. Ernie overhears
What's
this
the
and takes
difference
him under his
today,
wing,
Octavio?
apparently being a big
Holy
football
mate.
star in college. I, for some reason, totally believe that. Rita then sends down a monster that
Yeah.
Zordon himself says is challenging the Rangers
Yeah.
to a football game, which they
I
end
love
up
how his
taking
eyebrows
part
are
in, which
wiggling.
is so stupid. Like, why aren't you guys just
Just find them in a football game.
This
Wait,
is
is this
definitely,
Japanese
we're definitely in
footage?
This is
Jutsu.
Japanese footage, but it's
Japanese
Jutsu.
footage.
Oh, that's
bro.
crazy.
So they
Yeah, we're
commissioned
definitely
them
in
to make
Jutsu.
this.
Yeah.
just busting out the power sword
They
and
look like the
fighting
brutes
them.
from Halo.
They somehow get
God,
captured
yeah.
and need Tommy's help to save them.
Oh no.
I forgot to mention, but in every single episode since Tommy got his powers back, whenever he gets ready to morph, someone will always mention that his powers are temporary and he shouldn't risk it. Which he ignores every time.
Of course.
Which is good, because the Rangers
yeah.
in this case really needed Tommy. How did you lose a football game to a bunch of putties?
That's what I'm
After they
saying.
blow up the monster, they all somehow make the
Kill them.
football team.
Yeah.
Including Billy? Like, is he really still a nerd at this point?
That's what I'm saying. No.
No. What the heck? Like,
No, he's not a
What's
nerd
let that man
anymore.
live.
He's a total
Yeah.
jock. Mighty
Yeah,
Morphin Mutant
Dockification of villain.
Rita once
Yeah.
again creates evil rangers, even getting a fun putty training montage.
Oh, that's
These
American
ones, though,
footage.
actually
Oh,
seem to
that's
be a
cute.
bit more of a threat. They attack Kimberly and Tommy and fight them on Morph.
Jesus.
There's also this whole side plot with Tommy being forgetful and needing to try and remember things like his homework, chores, etc. None of this really matters. I want to see the Rangers fight the evil
Yeah,
Rangers.
I don't think it ever comes up.
It's a bit
in
more
the
interesting than the last
actual
one.
fighting.
Developing
Mainly because
Alzheimer's
these
as
Rangers
fucking
talk
film
and
No.
get evil versions of their weapons.
I love this, I will say, and this is just a nerd fact. So the weapons that the evil Rangers use are actually the weapons that the characters from Super Sentai used before they turned into the power weapons.
Oh.
That's kinda cool.
Yeah, they had like this whole like upgrade arc because like the Rangers are from like however many years ago, and they had these, you know, ancestral weapons that were passed down in their tribes and things like that, and then they went on a quest to get them upgraded to these. So
And it's just a
Yeah.
fucking screwdriver, dude.
Yeah, I agree with chat. Hopefully,
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
Tommy will actually remember his communicator this time.
You know what? That's true. I hope so. One can only hope.
Weapons. I especially like the evil Green Ranger using the dark sword as opposed to the dragon dagger. That's
Yeah.
a cool detail. Even when Rita makes the monster
That's sick.
grow, the evil Rangers join it, which is kind of a weird visual to see.
Oh, what the
We
fuck?
also see
Yeah.
that Saban commissioned some new Titanus footage.
Yeah.
Looking less like a toy. Kinda.
Ooh.
New Titanus footage
Kinda.
does look really good, but it's still just the toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Episode
made his
60
toy
and the
first and they
final
used that for
episode for
filming.
this season comes in the form of an oyster stew.
This is the finale of season 1.
Oh.
What?
It's called Oyster
Weird
Stew.
ass name.
Yeah,
The title
Yeah.
of the finale.
and it's a banger for
Oyster
one
Stew.
reason. It's only a banger for one reason. We'll get there.
It's Angela's birthday
Is it a
soon.
reference
Oh,
to the
God,
world is
her
your
again.
oyster?
No.
Zach wants to do something real special and nice. He has this whole fancy
wish, that
dinner
would be
date
funny.
planned out where he really wants to get her pearl earrings. Zach tries to ask Angela out, but she's hesitant. Like, bro, look at this poor man. He's literally on the verge of tears begging her to go out. It's so sad. You can do better, Zach.
He can. She
He
sucks.
was
then
gonna say,
buys
Zach,
some
you can do
bootleg
much
earrings
better.
from this hobo
Like,
Yeah.
who was
Stop
revealed
Is
to
she a
be
bad
putty.
person?
Oh yeah,
Just kind of mean. Like,
she is constantly
she's just
mean to him, or like there was the time that they had a date and then he had to leave like early in the
Damn,
date because of
he
a
ain't
Power
the
Ranger
bad
emergency.
bitches.
Yeah, she dumped a bucket of popcorn on his head.
Damn,
Oh.
he into it.
I mean, he
I don't
keeps
know,
going
man.
back for her.
I don't know. Mean is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be that.
Tommy and Kimberly
Okay.
join Zach and Angela for this
I
cute
ship
little
Zach and
double
Billy
date.
anyway. It's fine.
And it's actually not
God.
cute at all. It's super cringy and everything goes wrong. The earrings were revealed to be a trap that freezes everyone in sight, leaving only Zach and Tommy to stop the monster. During the fight, we get a really cool visual, with Zach being hurt and
This
Tommy
is it.
letting
Death
his
Stranding.
dragon...
Oh, this is the
There it
best.
is!
This is the best.
Oh,
I forgot that
Ooh.
happened.
yeah. So
What?
the Black Ranger gets the dragon shield, and this never happens in the Sentai. So America was like, "What if we just gave the Black Ranger the gold shield and the armbands?" And I just think it looks
So
really,
sick.
really freaking cool.
Ooh.
Yeah,
He looks so good.
Yeah,
shield to
that's
him,
it. I just think
giving
it
us
looks
this
awesome.
really cool, powered-up looking Black Ranger.
Classic black
They
and
eventually
gold.
free
Yep.
the others and destroy the
Yeah.
clan
Exactly.
monster, where Zach apologizes to Angela through song. It's kind of weird and out of place, but hey, it's cute enough. And Angela snags him a kiss. Oh my goodness.
What song
And
is
these
that?
are all,
Original
like,
song?
Ooh.
25-year-olds or something, right?
No, or early, like younger than that. Because some like, for example, Austin St. John, Jason, was 17 when he signed the contract to join the show, and 18 during filming. So like, some of them are like early 20s. Some of them are like late teens. So
Yeah.
That's insane that those are your coworkers.
yeah. But
Like you're 17, you have to act like this 25-year-old is the same age as you.
none of them were under 18 during actual filming, luckily. But really cool fun fact, Walter Emmanuel Jones, who plays Zach, before Power Rangers, used to perform at one of the Disney parks. So he has a background in singing, dancing, and performing. So when he sang here, he actually sang.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure I see somebody
did
in
he
chat
sing?
say like
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure other Rangers do wear the shield, but I think it's just the comics.
Yes. It's only comics, but we don't count the comics because
No.
as
You guys
Kane
want to talk
will
about the
always
grid?
say. No.
I'll
Get me
stop
out
I
of
have
here.
I have a
Forgot this-
Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Rangers comic. It's pretty epic.
Which versus the Mighty Morphin?
Godzilla.
Oh yeah, those are really cool because you get the mutant
Yeah.
rangers. It's like all of
Mhm.
them are themed against the kaiju. They're so freaking cool
Yeah.
That's
looking.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
Is there a Moth Ranger?
There is.
Mothra?
Yeah, it's the Pink
Yeah.
Ranger.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, it's really cool looking.
It's happened.
Also, another
There
Green
are
Ranger got to
literally
wear the
cuter
shield.
couples in future Power
True.
Ranger seasons that
That's SPD.
never kiss. Andros and Ashley, Wes and
Don't even
Jen.
get me started. Don't even get me started.
I mean, it's so true though.
With
Wait,
that
these look
kiss,
sick.
season
Yep.
1 of Mighty Morphin Power
Hey!
Rangers comes to an end.
And just like that, we made it to the finale, guys.
Oh my god.
Definitely-
Yeah, it's over. That was it. That was the finale.
Oh,
Well done.
really?
That was the
Good job,
finale.
team.
Yeah, Power Rangers is over. We're done. We made it. Anyway,
not
what?
a grandiose finale or anything. But again,
about
with the
the
massive
fucking
success of Mighty
everything?
Morphin,
Don't worry.
they knew they'd be around
There's a-
for a while.
there's a logical
and plan some
explanation for
more
that.
Massive stories in the near future. But yeah, season 1 of Mighty Morphin Power
Isn't it kind
Rangers
of a
comes
weird
to a
way they
close.
ended it?
If I haven't,
So they
Yes.
just ended it.
Yeah.
That's just the last season. It's not like a look at this big thing.
I
we're
think they're
doing.
gonna
End
no,
it.
they're gonna make a new one. They're gonna
Okay.
make a new one. This is a cop out.
So-
There's no way to end it like
So
this.
for the sake of appeasing to you guys in this conversation, they do keep going. So that's why I say this is Mighty Morphin season 1. At this point, when Fox was like, "Hey, you need to do 20 more episodes. Here's a bunch more money." At that time, Fox was also like, "Also, we renewed you for season 2." So, because they already knew that they were going to have season 2 during the time of airing this, they were like, why would we do a season finale? We're just going to continue into the next season. So they
How
just
lazy.
they just continued into the next season. They didn't have a season
That's
finale.
the dumbest fucking.
Did the next season happen the next week or what?
I think there was like a
No.
2-week break
Ah!
or a month break or
That's
something like
insane.
that. Yeah, it wasn't
They
that
didn't
much
wanna
of a
do
time.
plot because they were like, shut the fuck up. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and I'll tell you right now, the same thing happens for season 2.
No, there's
Yeah.
gonna be no like lore. There's no
Where
plot.
the fuck
Yeah.
is the oyster in this like episode, dude?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, the oyster was the
Oh,
enemy
yeah.
that they fought.
Oh,
That was it. Yeah.
Uh,
So, but yeah, welcome to Power Rangers.
haven't made it obvious.
Guys,
it's no
I think
wonder
Power
the show
Rangers
took
is
off
washed.
the way it
There's
did
no
in
way
the
they're making more seasons after this.
Bro. there's so many seasons.
90s. All of the actors did a great job portraying these
why are there no more
characters.
timestamps?
David Yost did a perfect and likable nerd.
YouTube got
Amy
mad at
Jo
him
Johnson
apparently and
was a
didn't let him add
popular
any
pretty
more
girl,
because
but
there are
wasn't
so many.
annoying. Tui Trang always felt like the most mature and level-headed.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't
Walter
have done
Jones
it
was
by
so cool and
fucking
charismatic.
episodes.
Jason
And done it by like
Yeah.
seasons or like arcs instead. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
David Frank easily inspired kids all around the world to want to learn spin kicks.
True.
And nobody has a voice and commanding presence like Austin St. John. In terms of character development, there really wasn't much.
yeah.
Billy was probably the only one, going from helpless nerd to competent hero.
Yeah.
There was a pilot episode that was made and even
Oh,
released
yeah.
in 1999.
So this is such a really fun piece of
Who is that?
So, this is Audrey Dubois. I'm so glad I paused it on this frame. This is
That's like who's? I've never seen her.
So this is Audrey Dubois. She was the original actress that they had for Trini.
whoa.
Yeah, the Yellow Ranger. So Power Rangers filmed a pilot as a kind of like test thing to show Fox Kids and was like, hey, pick up the show. It's really rough and it became like not public domain, but it is available online now because people found it and they were like, what if we just put it online? And it's available online now. So you can find it. It's really, really awkward, but the entire cast is still there except for Trini. Even Paul Schreier as Bulk is still in one of the episodes or in one of the scenes. So, but
Weird.
you'll see really quickly probably why they avoided using the pilot. I'm gonna let this play. But yeah, Audrey Dubois
Oh.
eventually was fired because she wanted more money.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
And
I
after
just
Mighty
remembered
Morphin was
something.
over. It's definitely
Oh,
What is going
Holy
What?
shit.
What do you mean?
what
What's wrong?
did they do? What?
What are you
happened?
I'm turned into a
VTuber.
Me with freaking my mats.
That's crazy. So every ranger does that. Yeah, it's Anyway,
But wait, why did they not
Interesting.
hire her?
she wanted more money.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
The way you said it made it sound like she killed a man or something.
No. So here's your first lesson about Haim Saban, who we all hate. I hate Haim Saban.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
them.
not a fan.
Garbage human being.
He is such a money grubbing human being that
Oh,
any
CEO.
yeah, he's just
Randy Pittsburgh.
oh my god, he
Randy Pitchford.
oh my god, that's
Yeah.
a pull. But there are so many open stories nowadays because we get to talk about it more so because hey, it's been 30 years since this came out. There are so many accounts of people being like told that anytime they would ask for more money, they'd be fired, or constantly being reminded that they were replaceable. And specifically, you as the actor aren't selling the show; it's the helmets. So don't forget that, and you could be replaced at any time.
And then they put so much emphasis on not the helmets.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Whoa, what do you mean? No, that anyway.
to say the
And then they
least.
replaced the Yellow
mask more than the
Ranger.
suit or something.
Yeah. And then they made the yellow and
sure.
black Rangers really fucking representative, huh?
So Walter Emmanuel Jones came out and talked about that recently, like this year, and was like, he talked about it on set.
Yeah, we did.
He was like, I promise you, this was genuinely a air quotes mistake. Like it was not a race motivated thing. But he's also like, I actually really like it because Zach as the Black Ranger was the first televised black superhero. So
Oh shit.
Which is pretty rad.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
So he talks about it as a positive thing because it's like being a role model for
Before like Static Shock and everything.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
1993. Yeah,
I was
wow.
gonna say Static wouldn't come out for what,
Like another decade.
late 90s, early 2000s.
yeah.
Blade. Not even Black Dynamite.
Wait a minute.
Dynamite count?
You said melts. I love Black
What?
Dynamite. It's so funny.
Oh, I was like, does that count? Like,
Anyway,
I think is a more fitting word. The acting and cinematography feels a lot like a high school
that
film
looks
project.
like a.
The Rangers were also a lot more violent.
yeah.
Like there's these bullies in a bowling alley, including a weird cracked out version of
Yeah, that's Bulk.
That's
Is that
bold.
That's
supposed
bold.
to not be him?
What
No,
happened to
it's just him. It's just how they decided they wanted his character in the pilot. So
Oh,
where the gang
God.
immediately just jumps to violence and beats the bejesus out of them.
yep.
Like, yeah, think about it. In
Wait,
Mighty
is this
Morphin,
all
no one
completely
has to-
original?
Bowling ball at him.
Yeah, that was that was the pilot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were really violent.
punched
That was a
Bulk in
whole
the
bowling
face.
ball.
They let him be his own downfall. But here, Jason spin kicks him in the face like 3 times. Trini is also played by a different actress.
Oh
My
my
Audrey
god.
Dubois.
God.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why she didn't play Trini in the final product. Probably
It was pay disputes. We do know this now.
some generic Hollywood recasting BS. There was definitely something here that just needed some reworking. It's definitely worth a
doing?
watch for
I was like,
curiosity's
what is
sake.
that doing?
Apart from Tommy, 2 of the show's
too petty to
other
work in
runaway
Hollywood, dude.
stars
I would
were
throw a
Bulk and
punch.
Skull. They also didn't have much character development yet,
The
still just being
boys.
dumb
Not
bullies.
yet.
However, they were loved enough to potentially have their own show. Unfortunately, Jason Narvi, who played Skull, said that nobody was interested in buying it.
We'll talk about that more if we ever get to that season. But there is
How would they have their own show?
because they were that popular.
No, but like, what would the fucking show be about? Hey,
It'd be a sitcom.
guys, it's me.
Bully
I'm bullying a 12-year-old girl
Oh,
today. I'm gonna
okay.
beat the shit out
To
of
be
them and take
fair,
their lunch money.
Bulk and Skull have the wildest arc
Yeah.
of any Ranger character,
So,
and I mean like
spoilers.
any season.
Spoilers.
I know. I'm not saying what happens, but like
this
they
is the
could
only
totally
spoiler
have
I
a
will
show.
say going into season 2 because we're about to get there. They're no longer bullies in season 2 and onward. They drop the bully.
You're a couple now.
Yes,
Yeah, they're
exactly.
gay now.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so in
That's how you stop bullying.
yeah.
in Power Rangers
Yeah.
They
Turbo,
go through a character arc?
they do. in Power Rangers Turbo, though, there's and I won't say what happens. There's a very obvious thing where they are not part of the show physically, but they're still there. And this is because they were filming the pilot for their show. And they filmed an entire episode, and unfortunately, no one wanted to pick it up. So then they returned to the show after. So
Sad.
it was very sad.
Would have been cool.
I think it would have been dope.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it would have been about.
I can't tell you without spoiling things, so we will get there.
Okay.
I guess
They
people
become
don't enjoy
VTubers.
happiness and
Yes,
fun.
you got it.
I mean, dang.
Actually,
what
technically,
That's fucking Haka and me. Apparently, that's how we became VTubers.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you guys are crazy.
else came with Power Rangers? So many toys to buy.
The
Most
power
famously being the
is
Rangers
on.
with the flippy heads that I still have today. Video games, VHS tapes.
The
I mean,
flippy heads
look,
are cool.
I'll probably
Yeah.
need to do a separate video just on the merchandise this show released. This video is
I think
already
he
going to
did
be long
kinda
enough
one.
without it. So if you're interested
I
in
still
that,
have
let me know.
the Red Ranger's like blaster. Like I still have it in my room. I was like, I'm not getting rid of this.
I
is
still
too
have
fucking
one for
cool.
cosplay purposes too.
Yeah, I don't even cosplay. It just sits on my shelf. I'm like, fuck yeah.
fair.
I think I've already made
Yeah.
my opinions on the arcs and storylines pretty clear as we've gone through them. So with all of that, I guess let's move on to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2.
Yippee!
Yay!
And before we start that off, I did get a raid, so I'm just gonna thank them. Hi Raiders! Welcome in. We're watching Power Rangers. Welcome in, guys. You know the spiel by now. We've got a bunch of amazing VTubers here joining us. We've got Athena, we've got Haka, we've got
Solid.
Octavio, we've got Joel, and now we have Zanny too.
I made it. I made it.
Zanny!
Oh,
made it!
No, Zanny. Dude,
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Zanny, why don't you go
What's
ahead and give
up?
yourself a little bit of an introduction if you guys want to say hello. I'm going to use the bathroom. Give your introductions real quick.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Bonzo Haka. I'm the cutest and coolest little fucking exorcist in Xenokuni.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joel. I'm a sexy hunk of a man stuck in a even sexier doll. You can call yourself. You can call me your bisexual wet dream.
Wow, Joel, you're so sexy. How do I get as manly as you?
Thanks.
I'm scared. Zanny, hold
Xander,
me.
introduce yourself.
I'm scared.
Hello, everyone. I am the operatic puppeteer of Hollow Stars, who starts with an O and ends with an O. Octavio.
Wow.
Did I do it right? Did I do it right? Did I do it right?
Yes, you did
Scared
right,
me when
yeah.
you
You
said
guys with your like
puppeteer.
official openings and everything. Wow.
I love how he
I
says
started
I am the
Octavio.
succulent succubus. Zanny. That's it.
Okay,
That's
Tina,
you don't
exactly-
watch my streams. I see.
Roy, and then Roy can do
I'm the
yours.
succulent succubus.
Did I hear
Succulent
Octavio say that he's a
succubus.
succubus?
Succubus.
Everybody did their intros, but like in reverse. So you have
Oh.
to do mine. I have to do yours. I don't even know what mine is, so I'd love for you to
All
try.
mine
Hi
are
everybody, I'm
succubuses.
Athena, badass in the
Athena.
arena,
Oh.
and god of wisdom, and BL.
I am basically the god of BL. aren't I?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Blue Lock?
Yeah,
Blue Lock's
Blue
really
Lock.
good, for the record.
yeah.
Blue Lock is really good.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I prefer BL.
Oh,
Nice.
I get it now. Blue Lock. I understood.
Oh, I was.
And I'm Roy
wait.
Chiato, like a macchiato.
With more energy.
No.
Wow.
No,
It's
what do you
late.
mean?
He just gave up. He
Oh
just
my
fucking
gosh.
gave up.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, welcome, Zanny. I'm glad you made it. I hope everything's okay.
Everything's good. Everything got. For those who don't know, the sink in my kitchen like backflowed or something. Because one of
Oh,
my neighbors'
shit.
drains blocked up. So I just spent the last like 2 and a bit hours just like scrubbing and bleaching because I have like hardwood floors in my kitchen, so
Oh
I
my
wasn't gonna let the
gosh.
water set.
Yeah, that's
That British rain.
crazy.
Right, but I am here now. Everything is clean and bleached and nice and scrubbed, and I'm ready for Power Rangers.
You actually came in at a good time. We're starting season 2 now.
Yay!
Everything
go.
is clean
Literally
and
just-
bleached is
Yeah.
what I say when I get out of the fucking shower in the
Where
morning.
Vulcans Cole become gay and they're a couple now and they stop being bullies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
yeah.
Season
Honestly,
2
nothing
kicks off with a
happened in
bang.
season
Skull
The
and-
Mutiny Part 1. We see the Rangers plus Bulk and Skull taking part in some fun ATV race for charity. It's whatever, extreme sports stuff.
ATV
For
racing for charity. Yeah, listen. The 90s were a wild.
I don't want to
loved-
say this is profiling, but can I say the Red Ranger kind of looks like a dickhead every time I see him? Like they just have
That's
the
because
look
he
of
is.
like I hate everyone. Like look at this picture when he's about to turn around. He does like this squint that somebody who would like call me a slur would look like. Look at him.
I want to make a comment,
I
but
do
it would be
too.
about Austin St. John, and I don't
It's
want to
too
say it.
it's too early to make
Oh.
the comment. I will make it halfway through this season.
Oh, what the fuck happened?
I will make it
Oh,
halfway
Jesus
through this
Christ.
season.
I will say,
For
when
sure.
we were
right?
first watching
What
Power
happened?
Rangers, Jason was like the man. But the more I find out about him, the more I'm like, I don't like Jason anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just
Oh
really
my
hurts
god.
Jason.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
it really hurts
joking.
Jason.
I didn't know it was spot on. What
Hey,
the fuck?
remember when I said Power Rangers is a really like it's a really interesting show with unfortunate
Don't
circumstances.
quote Kane again.
Anyway.
It's whatever, extreme
Yeah.
sports stuff.
Yeah, it's whatever.
What
Did he
really
kill a
matters
man?
is what happens next.
No, that's another
Rita's
Red
planning
Ranger.
her
miss
next
when-
attack when all of a
I
sudden
miss
an
when
evil
Power
energy
Rangers had
strikes
like
her
extreme
base.
sports stuff.
Goldar is fully aware of
I mean,
what's
there was a
going
Ninja
on.
Storm.
The true emperor
Ninja
of
Storm.
evil
Was
has
Ninja
returned
Storm.
to claim
What do you?
his
That's
spot.
Naruto.
Yes!
Lord
Blake was
Zed.
so cool.
It's him!
Oh,
He's
that's my
here!
guy.
Wow.
I thought this didn't happen
This
till
guy, I
later.
remember this guy.
That was the beginning of season
Why does
2.
he look
Oh,
kind of lame?
What do you mean?
Kind of late, dude. This guy
I
got
don't like
like
the
Power Rangers in
opening lane.
trouble.
Okay,
He
hold
was
on.
so scary.
Let me play the video a little bit
Yeah.
more to get another picture.
Lord Zed is one of, if not
I know
the
his weak
single
point.
most intimidating.
His open brain, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's tough as shit.
open brain, it's all
Yeah.
exposed like muscle and sinew. He's got like
Wait, so-
tubes flowing blood across him.
I
Is this
kinda
guy
wanna
like the
poke his
boss
open brain.
now, or is he like another enemy?
This guy isn't a boss. He's sick.
We're gonna find out.
and
He's a
badass
patient.
villain in Power Rangers the series has ever seen. Just look at this design.
Yeah.
So
He's a walking,
Oh.
skinless brute. All of his organs are out on display, including his brain, which I'm really surprised was allowed to air on a
Technically,
children's
no
show.
organs really, except for the brain.
The brain. Yeah,
He
the
looks a
brain.
little too happy. I don't like
Yeah,
how
bro.
his mask like makes him look smiley.
He kind of reminds me of like he always reminded me of
Yeah,
Shredder.
yeah, he does look happy.
Like-
See the
Oh, I
Shredder.
can see Shredder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shredder.
Yeah.
Unlike
like an
Rita's
organic
next
car.
season,
Total soup.
Shredder, I
Boys, that
barely
was
know her.
generally pretty silly. Lord Zed is all business, mocking and threatening
Does he have
everyone in
a
his presence, including Goldar and Rita.
He's a what?
Did you
How do you
ask if
think
he
his
has a
dick looks
penis?
like?
What did you just say?
Did you just? I knew that was. I was like, which of the boys is gonna ask?
I mean,
if
he
Zed has a dick.
canonically.
Do you think his
Canonically,
dick has like a, do you think his dick has like an armor, or it has like a little like pointy
He's got
stuff?
like a skeleton on it. He calls it his boner.
yeah.
I imagine-
know what Roy's gonna say. and it's
I
gonna
imagine
upset
it's
me.
retractable, but canonically, Lord Zed fucks. So
I was gonna say. I was
what do you
like,
mean
you're
canonically?
you're-
Canonic-
in a later season, we meet his son.
You
Yeah.
guys can't
Lord
stop
Zed.
spoiling.
This
I don't know what
guy
to tell
You're
you.
not gonna
Sounds
make it to
fun.
that season, Joel. Let me
Adoption
tell
is a
you.
thing,
We're not
though.
making it
I'm
that
watching
far,
all
it's
of
way
this.
late.
Okay, all
Adoption
right.
is a thing.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
It's in. Wait, is it in the season? I think it's in.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's your
cool. The
favorite
season that
season.
sucks and it's.
No, it's your
it sucks
favorite.
and it's terrible and it's the
Wait.
worst and I want to die every time it
It's your
comes
favorite
up. Yeah,
season.
that one.
Esplanade
Yeah,
season.
that one.
I have a question. Does
Hit me.
this video cover everything, or is it only the first couple? Because we're already halfway through, and there's
It's
only it
just-
seems like
It's only the first
season.
3 seasons, and then every season after this is an individual video with 1 hour.
Holy crap.
They're all
Oh,
good.
I'm
by the
down.
way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I
they're
was
all
like,
really
I'm
good.
indoctrinating you guys. I'm taking you for the full ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so down. I'm down the whole way.
But we haven't gotten to the best part about Zed yet, and that's his voice, which we
His
will get to
cock.
momentarily. Well, that too, but you know.
I hope it's high
Listen,
and
nothing could be
high.
better than yours, Joel. I mean, come on. We've already been there.
Thanks. It's modular.
I know. I'm very aware.
Rita herself, all with his super cool
You
voice.
can rewire the veins and shit. It's pretty cool.
All right, we'll do that.
Presence, including Goldar and Rita herself, all with his
Question, is
super
all this
cool-
original?
Yes. Yeah, Lord Zed is a completely original villain because
That's cool.
Wait,
we,
he's not from a Sentai?
no.
Oh.
Yeah. So completely American original
Oh.
villain. And I will
He's not wacky, so you can tell he's,
He's
not from a Sentai.
American.
Well, not necessarily. The second season where they would have taken the villains from, they are very weird is like the best way I can put it. And it's very obvious why they didn't adapt them. Because like they're wearing kind of like bondage gear. So
yeah. Oh, because this is better. Like,
I mean,
because a terrifying
flayed skin,
exposed brain man.
They also didn't want to bring over them because they didn't want to bring over the new suits. So we will talk about that again.
The suits are so much cooler.
They are. We will talk about that. I promise.
Okay.
First, voice.
Cool voice. This is probably the best vocal embodiment of the word evil I've ever heard.
Those Power Rangers are nothing but mere infants. You were defeated by children.
Lord
Okay.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool. He's so cool.
I love that it's just not a deep voice like.
Yeah.
No, he's like, yeah.
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 And really,
I was expecting a deep voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny thing, you guys know the guy that makes the monsters, Finster? He's got like the big floppy ears. He's like really wrinkly.
Hold on, what Finster are we talking about here?
Yeah, I was confused. I was just like,
wait,
not
which
Finster from Recess.
Finster are we talking about?
His name's Finster. He's from MMPR. Here, I'll get you a picture.
He's
we talking about the fucking sexy Finster, or are we talking about what's going on?
I'm talking about this guy.
I thought you were talking about Finster from Recess.
Okay.
That guy.
That one.
oh, that guy.
Same voice actor.
Oh,
I don't remember this. Is this from the?
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he building Gandalf over there? What the hell?
He's the monster maker. He makes the putties. He makes the monsters, and then Rita
What's
brings
the
them to
commission
life.
He's in a video? I don't remember them.
He has been in the video.
Yeah,
yes,
he's around.
He's
Where
just,
was he?
He's
To be
just
fair,
not
they
very
don't-
important. Like he
Yeah,
makes
they-
the monsters. That's his story.
If you're not like Rita, you're not on screen often.
Yeah. So, all right.
Zed then creates his new brand of putties, which are just regular putties in a white suit with a big Z on their chest. It's so
'Cause
crazy
Z putties.
seeing Rita beg and grovel to Zed.
Means hope.
He then straps Rita back into her space dumpster and sends her flying into the abyss.
You failed me for the last time. Yeet.
Out.
Pretty
So
hardcore.
funny.
These totally new and improved putties get sent down to attack Bulk and Skull, so the Rangers morph on out to save them. Where we get our first look at, I
Bulk and
believe,
Skull,
the
by the way.
first real bits of American battle footage. You see, these new Z putties, as they're known, are an American creation.
Yep. So putties are only in
tell.
the first Super Sentai season that we saw adapted, and different foot soldiers and suits and Zords and everything in every other season. But yeah, you could probably tell considering the giant gap, that these don't really fit super well.
It looks like a bunch
Yeah.
of children toys that they
Kinda
put together.
look like shit.
They kind of don't look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were never in Zhu Ranger or a part of Zhu 2. So whenever
Me
they're
trying
on
to
screen,
cosplay the
they
thing.
had to be filmed by Saban and the US team. The battles are okay. They're choreographed well enough, but I don't know. I feel like they're kind of lacking in something that the Japanese
Yeah,
fight scenes
American
do better.
fights.
Yeah.
Anyway,
wacky enough.
They're not there yet. They will get there,
Yeah.
and you can still
okay.
see that they've got
Yeah.
kind of like these suits are a little like big. They're a little like too loose on them.
I hate the necks.
Yeah, the
Oh, you
hero
need to watch
necks.
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Oh,
ugly.
I didn't even notice the
They kind of
neck.
look like lizards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
this
putties are
yeah.
So you can see it like better at other angles. Like even Tommy like has a massive neck despite having the shield. So
Yeah.
be
It'll be cool
indestructible,
if they
but
just
the
had
Rangers learned
cravats.
they can defeat the putties
Yeah,
by
I
hitting
wish.
the big Z
Cravat.
on their chest. Yeah, it's hard to see
That's
them
so
as
dumb.
an
That's like the
upgrade when you
dumbest.
yeah, so you could beat
I
the putties
hate
by
them.
just hitting the Z on their chest. Then they explode.
Really?
Like,
Oh my
big
God.
self-destruct
So dumb.
button.
Yeah. So
putties
watch.
by
Yeah.
hitting the
Punches him, and then it just
big Z
just
on their
evaporates.
chest. Yeah, it's hard to see them as an
Monster
upgrade when you
Maker
have
really
a big
fucking took the day
Z-shaped
off, huh?
target on
Yeah,
their
really.
chest. The Rangers saved
Laser
Bulk and
tag.
Skull, and this is where the two bullies finally
He was too
got
busy
some
voicing
character
Lord Said,
development.
bro.
Where throughout season 2, they're not just mindless bullies, but instead have a new mission.
Ooh.
To find out the identity of the Power Rangers.
Why?
Because they were just saved by them.
Yeah, I'd leave them alone then. Yeah, I don't want to be a nosy bastard. Like that's like turning into
He
the
wants to fucking
paparazzi.
dox them, bro.
Listen, it was the 90s.
We
it
have
was a
to
different
dox
time.
them. We have to
Is
dox
that
them. You
supposed to
don't
be their
understand.
show?
Mm-mm. Their show wouldn't come up for like another couple seasons.
Oh, okay.
Like we're like a solid like 3 or 4 years off from their show.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
No longer will I be a bully. My new mission is to dox my Oshis.
there you go. that is their job.
That's their mission.
Zed then creates a monster from a piranha, and it's pretty powerful, literally being able to freeze the Zords mid-transformation, rendering them completely
Oh, he
useless.
cheated! He cheated!
Leading in
He definitely did just freeze the frame.
I
right
mean,
away.
it's fine.
to part 2. All of the Zords are frozen, except for
sure
the
they're fine.
T-Rex, where Zed is able to put a spell on it and use it for his bidding. Meanwhile, Tommy's power is once again
Fucking
weakening
music.
and needs a
Yeah,
recharge.
the
from
music's a little
Zordon.
epic, right?
After attempting to summon the Dragon Zord to fight the evil T-Rex, Zed then puts the same spell on the Dragon Zord, and boom, now has 2 Zords under his control. Maybe not the best plan by the Rangers.
I still don't get that. He's literally like, man, all the Zords are frozen, and Zed took control of the T-Rex. Better summon the Dragon Zord, and the same exact thing freaking happens.
I mean, what else are they gonna do?
Let us summon not quite Mecha Godzilla to help us.
Yeah.
Oh no, they took over not quite
They
Mecha
took
Godzilla.
over Godzilla.
Oh
So with
no.
no other options, they retreat to the command center, where once again, their spirits are completely shattered, losing all hope in what to do.
Cool shot, though.
Luckily,
love
Zordon
those
has a
bangs.
surprise for them. Brand new Megazords.
Yeah.
That's right. Zordon's been keeping these
What's
things
that?
tucked away for an
God
emergency.
damn.
Where Jason will command the Red Dragon, Zach the Lion,
so cool.
Billy the Unicorn, Trini the Griffin, Kimberly the Firebird.
What are you laughing at?
That's why was
Billy
Billy
the
the unicorn?
Wait.
So real.
Take a wild
So
guess.
real.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't actually think this one was targeted at Billy's sexuality. Oh yeah, Haka, you didn't hear us talk about this. David Yost, the actor that plays Billy, is gay, and
Oh.
being gay in the 90s was
a time.
a time, to say the least. And to say that he was constantly ridiculed, made fun of, and there were plots centered around shipping him with lots of girls would be an understatement.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yup. So Billy got the Unicorn Zord. I actually don't think it's motivated from like an
it's
attack.
not motivated, just like the Black Ranger being black and the Yellow
That's
Ranger
what I mean.
being
I'm like, I
Asian.
can't,
Yeah.
Okay,
dude. It,
so-
it feels targeted.
So the reason I say that I don't think it's targeted is because the footage that they're getting these Zords from is a different Sentai season, because it's not from Zhu Ranger. It's from the next season, which is Gosei Sentai Dai Ranger.
There's
And
so much cooler suits.
I love them.
This
So-
isn't commissioned footage anymore.
Nope. So, well, I mean, like, this is just American footage, but Zord's brand new season, which we will get to. But the reason I'm explaining this, in Dai Ranger, it's Chinese mythology themed. And so each of the Rangers have a different mythological animal or beast from Chinese mythology. So we've got a dragon, we've got a shishi, we've got a Pegasus instead of a unicorn. We've got a Kirin
Ooh.
and a phoenix or firebird or
Ooh.
whole. So I don't know
Oh,
why.
wait, Keating is just a fucking unicorn, technically.
Well,
Same design style.
that's not the one that they changed, though. It's Pegasus they changed into unicorn. So that's why I'm like, I don't really think it was motivated, because like they're both horses, and the Pegasus
that's
Zord
fair, I guess.
didn't have wings anyway. It has wings painted on the side of them,
Yeah.
but it's kind of
Yeah.
just like one of those like, I don't think it was motivated. But the Kirin was changed into a griffin because they were worried that American audiences wouldn't know what a Kirin was, and they changed Shishi into lion because same thing. They didn't think American audiences would know what a Shishi is.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is a sissy?
Lion dog.
What is
Oh.
a sissy is what I heard.
Me.
You've probably seen the statues of them, ironically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that what like the this is gonna be so dumb, but this is just my frame of reference. Isn't that what like the dogs from Johto are based off of? Is like dog?
No, because they're
lion
not
things like
dogs. They're
Entei?
cats.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so.
I think you're
dumb,
all
though.
stupid, and Roy has just been saying thank you in Mandarin this entire time.
Anyway,
The lion, Billy the unicorn,
Stop.
Trini the griffin, Kimberly
Billy
the,
the
Firebird,
unicorn.
and Tommy
unicorn.
the nothing. Zordon says that his
Oh,
powers are too
yeah.
weak
Wow.
to control a new Zord.
Ooh.
This was honestly pretty sad to see.
Oof.
Poor Tommy. How However, Zordon says the Rangers can't use the new Zords until the old ones are back in their control.
Also, I want to point out.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Because they have to transform the old Zords into the new Zords.
What?
Anyway.
Due to
Why
for
even
some
give them
reason.
new ones then?
Yeah.
Because
They wanted to make an
you.
arc.
yeah, because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah. Because there's no Sentai reason why it would happen, so, you know.
Yeah.
and Trini get to
Damn.
work on a
Fight.
device that will put the Zords back into their control.
Yippee!
Meanwhile, more Z-Putties are sent out.
Also, I don't think Connor mentioned it. I think this is one of the first times we see the Rangers without their helmets on
Oh.
in the command center.
It
So
looks weird.
Oh.
it looks weird because the suits are still low quality. You can see because the diamonds are sewed on the outside and they still have these big puffy necks. These
Why-
shots
What's the reason for the big puffy necks?
in America, superhero shows typically had things like
Oh,
this
right.
in live action. They were called hero necks.
Oh, it's an
ugly.
actual
It's
reason?
an actual thing in
Aw.
America. And in Sentai, they just had like white spandex that covered the neck and went over the head. And they kind of just were like, hero neck. And they just adopted it. But if you look up like hero necks, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
It would have been cooler if it was more like what's the fashion style? I forgot what it's called. Like tech wear, where it was like more of a hoodie. Not a hoodie, but like
That'd
a
be
hoodie
cool,
in the
yeah.
front.
That's a
Like a
later
cowl?
Kamen Rider
Yeah.
season.
See, I know what I'm doing. Hire me.
They should've-
He's
they should've
cooking.
Hell
moved
yeah.
instead.
There you go.
Billy and Trini get to work on a device that will put the Zords back into their control. Meanwhile, more Z-Putties are sent out to cause havoc. So it's up to the rest of the
Z-Putties,
Rangers to
then.
get back to action.
Putties!
Yeah, like that. And
Back
fight
to
them.
action.
The fight goes on for a really long time, not relying on any Sentai footage and being in control of the choreography.
'Cause they have more money.
Clearly has its advantage. They literally go through like 3 entire songs through this fight. It's like a kid making an FMV. The
Really
Rangers are
playing
then
the
sent to deal
fucking
with the
Bort
fish-
of Boreal Valley music in the background.
Damn right they are. And then, whoa, man, that's crazy. Where did this footage come from? Man, everything looks so much better all of
Oh.
a sudden.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
monster and the
Because they still had a little bit of Zhu footage that they wanted to use.
evil Zords.
Yeah,
But
let's
Billy
throw
and
this in there.
Trini still aren't
Yeah, the
done
film they
working
used
on
for
the
the Japanese
device.
version is so good.
Yeah, they were shot on very high-end cameras that were very different. And funny enough, Kamen Rider was one of the first shows ever to be shot in HD. In the year 2000, they were filming the show in 1080i and shooting at 60 FPS. So if you go back and watch the first Kamen Rider season from the year 2000, it's aged like fine wine. That's Kamen Rider Kuga. Super
It just
nice.
feels like I'm
Ooh.
watching a VHS whenever I see this,
Oh, let me find you a
which
GIF
is a
of
good feeling.
Kuga, because it just looks so good.
I like the old. Yeah, I agree. I like that old kind of like
The
yeah, this
film
looks
grain?
cool.
The
Yeah,
grain, yeah.
I need a little bit of grain.
We got to do this with streams.
We
I
really
do it
do.
sometimes and people
Grain?
complain.
There you go. So I'm showing them, for those of you that know Kamen Rider Kuga, I just showed them the thumbs up. But like, you see how like
Oh,
high
wow.
fidelity
Oh,
and like how
wow.
high FPS it is?
It's incredibly good.
That's how it was
Yeah.
shot
That
in the
looks like
year
a
Fucking movie.
For the year,
2000.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the year
Yeah.
2000 is when they started shooting it like that.
They did this
So.
shit for fucking Power Ranger Kamen Rider.
For Kamen Rider, not for Super Sentai. Just Kamen
That's
Rider.
crazy.
Because Kamen Rider is less expensive to make and more popular, air quotes. So,
And it's funny.
I mean, both are funny. It just
Oh
depends
man,
on the
I
season you
tried
watch.
searching on the internet like what kind of film stock they used for the Super Sentai, and apparently someone asked, but no one knows.
Oh,
Oh,
I wouldn't be
of
surprised.
course.
Toei probably kept it a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How will the
Just thinking
Rangers
of another film
survive?
stock.
Well, let's find out in Mutiny Part
Part
3.
3!
Trini and Billy finish the machine just in the nick of time.
Yippee!
Not their
problem,
greatest
though.
multi-parter.
It's not working.
Nah.
The Rangers then get sick of nothing
It's cool,
going
though.
right and summon the Power Blaster to take out their frustrations on the fish monster. After this, Billy realizes, oops, I put in the batteries backwards. Yeah, haha, very silly. Millions.
That's how he fucking shoves his head.
Yeah.
As Billy realizes, oops, I put in the
He
batteries
literally
backwards.
shoves his head.
Stupid bastard.
It's just so
Be the smart
funny
one.
because this is Zhu footage, so they wrote this specifically.
Yeah,
In
just be like,
America.
and then Tommy pushes him.
Yeah.
Yeah, haha, very silly. Millions have died during this. They managed to take the spell off the Megazords, but
No,
Lord
people
Zed,
don't die
I
in
guess,
Power
just
Rangers
uses a
yet.
cheat code
I said yet.
Okay.
to open
I was
up
like,
the Earth
have
and
they died?
trap
I don't
the
think-
Zords
I
in
don't
the
think
center
not
of
yet.
it.
Not
Just
yet.
like
Old man
Media
died.
during Doomsday.
Oh, that's
Only
right.
here-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Zed destroys the Dinozords. He just opens a giant crevice in the earth and sends them to hell.
What?
Back to
Okay.
back to Satan.
Yeah, so this is this fiery thing. All the Zords fall into him.
Okay.
It is the
Wait,
same
they don't-
footage. It is the same footage that Rita used to send them to hell in season 1, just repeated.
Got it.
They don't
Right.
like
Actually
combine
permanent.
or get like
Tommy
decommission
sends
them
the
or
Dragon
something.
Zord
Nope,
back
they're
to the
destroyed.
sea where it can't be hurt. And just like that, it's
And then the Dragon Zord's just chilling in the sea now.
bye-bye dinosaurs.
Forever?
But not all hope
Not
is
yet,
lost, because
soon.
Zordon somehow managed
What's
to save some of the dinosaurs' power. I don't know what that means. And
It's never explained.
uses that to charge up the new and improved Thunder Megazords. The Rangers summon their Zords using their new callouts.
This
and I
bitch ass
still
just
get
said that
chills
they
every
needed
time-
the old Zords back.
He saved
right?
enough of their power, Zanny. Okay, he saved enough of their
Why
power.
Why couldn't he have done
Zanny,
that
I
while they
don't
were
know if
staying
you-
home?
Yeah.
I don't know if you were listening, but he saved some of their power.
I'm
So
not. No,
we can
no,
shut up now.
no. All right, no. I'm gonna slap the shit out of that test tube baby. What the fuck?
Zordon, I have okay, controversial opinion. He kind of sucks. I kind of don't like Zordon.
So
I feel
here's
like
the
he's
thing,
lying
though.
half the time.
So here's the thing, though. Zordon always has a plan for everything. He's got a plan A through Z, and then goes into
wrote
the
the
Greek
script.
alphabet as well. Yeah, he wrote the script.
Yeah, he wrote the script. Yeah.
Mhm.
He always just like knows, and it's he's so frustrated. He will become incredibly frustrating actually as time goes on because I'm like,
But
I
what-
hate that he just knows all this shit.
It's
But what
fine.
There's something that
benefit could
happens
him-
later that I'm like, oh, I don't want to say, but like it's like, oh, Zordon, and then like, hey, I have bad news. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like,
But
I
what
don't wanna say what
benefit
it
could
is.
they have derived from getting the Zords back that they couldn't from just staying home and letting Zordon save a fraction of their power?
There's a logical explanation for that.
Is there?
Anyway,
Yeah.
so if you look at this shot, really cool. We
Yeah.
found out recently, as in like within the past year or two, because we got original behind the scenes footage from Power Rangers. This is a toy on a string.
Really?
That's cool. That's
This
Star
is
Wars style.
This is, and the background is 100% practical. There's no CG in the shot
using their
until
new
the lightning
callouts,
hits.
And I still get chills.
And then it's
every-
right
That's so
back to
funny.
practical.
It actually did look kind of cool. Like I was like, okay, yeah.
Holy shit.
So the only CG and special effects is the lightning and the change of the Zord. The rest of it is 100% practical. They made a mini like repeating walkway that they would have the Zords go over, and they blew dust down it and framed and filmed it like this, and it just looks so cool. But these
That's what I'm
does.
saying, I mean, if it
That's
works,
really Star
like,
Warsy.
Yeah.
They do that
Yeah.
too.
They
Yeah.
literally went out to the stores like Toys R Us and such and just bought the toys and did it with them. So it's just the toys you could have bought in America.
That's amazing.
Because every time Zach says, Mastodon Lion Thunder Zord power! The Thunder Zord is pretty cool. I love its
So
samurai
they still have to
design.
use the dinosaur power because
So
they're straight up saying Mastodon.
because it's you take the power from the original Zord, not the actual Zord.
Okay, so it's the spirit of the Zord.
You could say that.
The spirit.
Also,
They're
you can
technically alive.
not these. These aren't. These
Oh,
are
not
just
these
machines.
ones.
Yeah, these aren't.
No, the dinosaurs are dead.
The
Get over it.
dinosaurs were alive.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
No.
no, the
Oh,
dinosaurs
okay.
were not alive.
They got
They were
sent back
dinosaur
to
gods.
Satan, bro. Remember?
Yeah, they were just
Well,
Zords.
some of the Zords are alive.
Some of them in later
Right.
seasons are. These are not.
Yeah.
No, there was
Okay.
there was a living dinosaur sentient.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Brachiosaurus.
that's Titanus. He's sleeping.
Titanus was alive.
He's sleeping.
Oh.
He's
Okay.
dead.
No, they saved him.
He's dead.
No, they saved
Doesn't he
him.
die in the OG or something?
I don't remember him
Because he like
being
falls.
saved.
He
I
got
remember us watching him
saved.
slowly sink, and we were like,
yeah.
oh,
So
no.
when he sunk into the hole and then it exploded, Zordon was like, "Yeah, I teleported him and the other Zords out at the last second. They're fine."
Oh,
Wow,
of course he
okay, so
fucking
that's
did, of
really
course,
bullshit
of
and
course.
convenient.
yeah, like, see what I mean? See what I mean about
That's
Zordon?
meaningless. This is Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
He
you
wants
can.
to subject these teens to emotional hardship. He wants to see them suffer and lose things they want to protect, just so
Yeah.
he can yank it back and be like, "I saved it." But remember
Yeah.
this feeling.
Sounds like a fanfic author.
Also, you can
Yeah.
start to see the Chinese influence
Remember, I
here.
owe you.
Yeah, you could definitely tell like what the season was supposed to be about.
Yeah, like you can see it with like a lot of the pieces of the Zord and like the motifs and like the accents on weapons and things like that. So really cool stuff.
Oh.
Its cool sword.
It's
I'll
actually
go
a lot
more into
cooler
the
than the
Thunder
last
Zord in a
Megazord.
second.
I like it a lot.
Everyone's
It's one of my
pretty stoked.
favorite.
Yeah.
Everyone except for
Yeah.
Tommy. He's happy,
Yeah,
but
Tommy!
clearly disappointed
Suck
he
it!
can't help his new team and power his own Zord.
Hey, leave him alone.
They use the
No.
Thunder Zord to take down the
Why,
fish
no, in
monster,
fact, I
and the
will
day
not.
is saved.
Roy does
We even
not
get
like
some
the
fun
Green
banter
Ranger.
with
Damn.
True.
Vulcan Skull
He
talking
actually
to the
doesn't, for
Rangers,
the record.
saying that they're
I
awesome
know.
and they're gonna
It's my
find
least
out
favorite
who
Tommy.
they are.
Yeah.
The Rangers then get a
What, are they all named
congratulations from
Tommy?
Zordon,
Yeah, what do you mean
Yeah.
least favorite Tommy?
It's my least
Yeah.
green
They all
Tommy.
named Tommy.
Green Tommy is my least favorite Tommy. You will understand one day.
saying that Lord Zed is easily gonna be the biggest challenge they're going
I
to
love
face.
the way his eyebrow wiggles in.
Who is Zordon's?
Lord Zed is
Yeah,
easily
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be the
Oh, that was like squiggling. Yeah.
yeah.
You can do that.
Do you want to hear a really funny behind the scenes thing?
Oh.
So, David Felding, the face and original voice for
Gerber baby up
Zordon.
there?
Yes. So the original face and voice for Zordon recorded every single like voice and face animation over the course of like a day or two for the entire franchise.
Oh, what the fuck?
So he
Yeah.
doesn't even need to be there.
Yeah, so he did ADR like for voiceover, but like if you look at the lip flaps, they don't match, but like the lips are so distorted and wiggly that it's like impossible to tell. But he talked about it. He was like, yeah, they stuck me in a booth and like took pictures of my face and videos of my face for like it was like 15 hours. It was really weird.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but like they redo it later, but it's the same exact thing where they just get it all done at once, and then other people dub over his face, and it's really weird.
Bruh.
The original VTuber.
I mean,
Oh my god.
The
Yeah.
OG.
Wait,
Senpai.
wait. He has a point.
Zordon Senpai.
biggest
Zordon
challenge
Senpai.
they're going to face. The Mutiny 3-parter is such an awesome way to start.
Yeah, he was
Is
season
that a
two.
fucking
Lord
video
Zed-
game?
Yeah, it's the Power Rangers
Dude,
fighting
yeah,
game.
That's,
The fighting game's
That's the Power Rangers
so
one.
good.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
so good.
3v3 tag fighter.
I love how he has a fucking Z on his head too.
Yeah, because it's Lord Zed.
Yeah.
Because you know they say
Z. You should
Zed.
do that,
Touch it,
Xander.
will he
That's what
die?
British people do.
Yeah!
British people say that.
Well, I'm Canadian. We say Zed.
Oh my gosh.
Is that how you do it,
He
Xander?
solidified himself as
Is it a good what?
Is that how Xander does it? On their horns, they have like the Z, each horn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zed.
Yeah,
one
shouldn't
of
your
the
name
most
be
scary and threatening
Zedderbrand?
villains in Power Rangers.
Zed-
Zed-
Zedderbrand.
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 About him.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
another good thing about
honestly,
the
I
game.
would not mind Zed's voice.
Zach gets the armor.
pudgy pig and
That's not Zach.
That's not Zach?
That's an alternate color Gold Ranger from Zeo.
Oh, I thought that was Zach.
How the
No.
fuck
ruining
do you
Kimberly's-
alternate color Rangers when they're all
No,
all
wait, he doesn't get
specifically colored?
he doesn't get the shield. He gets like that cool like doesn't he get like the weird well, it's not even Zach though, is it?
The
I
Gold
don't wanna
Ranger
get
and
into- I don't wanna
Zeo?
spoil stuff. No. Like, do you remember like there's Lord Draken and then he has like his little like his like minions are like Black Rangers with like the weird armor.
Yeah, but that's not Zach.
No, but is he not in this game? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's in this game. Is he not?
No, it's just a Mastodon sentry.
Oh, hang on. Let me. Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about.
It's not Zach. It's just it's a Mastodon
like
sentry.
No,
this?
that I said that. I
Okay.
said that's not, like
I'm so confused,
yeah,
bro.
Don't worry about it.
there's
They're talking.
Yeah,
He's
all
talking about
good.
comic stuff. That doesn't matter right now.
yeah. Don't ignore me. Don't worry about it.
Also, we got 100 bits from Belmore saying, "Question for Joel: when are you getting your Zordon model of just your head in a tube?"
What? I'll get a Zordon model as soon as I get paid to fucking sit in a tube and yell at teenagers all day.
There you go, Belmore.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's up to
Sounds like a great job.
floats.
There you go, that's what I was
Lord
talking
Zed
about.
showed up on the scene and not only kicked Rita out, but froze the Zords with his basic fish monster, then destroyed said
Jump 'em.
Zords,
Jump 'em,
and
boys.
weakened Tommy's powers even more. The three-parter was also awesome because it once again felt like an action drama. Sure,
Holy
there were
fuck, they
silly
got
Bulk and
buffed
Skull
up.
moments, but for the most part, we were
Yup.
following the Rangers needing to learn to adapt and deal with this bigger and badder threat. The Thunder Zords were a
Hey,
really cool
there's the Die
addition.
Ranger
They were
suits.
taken from Gosei Sentai Die Ranger.
They're so much cooler.
Yeah, they're so freaking cool.
Wow,
But yeah,
that looks way cooler.
and it's funny. I know this is really, really blurry footage, but you can kind of see it here. They actually stood on top of the Zords when they first summoned them, and it was just such an aura farming moment because they just pose on them.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Just like cubies.
What'd you say?
Fucking Naruto.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Was
Oh,
going
the
to
fucking
eventually
the
run out of
stunning.
G2 footage.
Yeah.
But he wasn't
Yeah.
ready to adapt a whole new set of costumes since the Mighty Morphin ones were so iconic.
Yep.
So to buy some time, they just adapted the Zord from that Sentai. Moving on. The Wannabe Ranger. Zordon tells the team he's temporarily going to disappear due to an alignment with the stars and planets for a few hours.
Whatever.
Me
Whatever that
when my
means.
depression hits. Me when my depression hits.
Talk to me, I cannot line.
Again,
Me too.
kind of a
Me too.
design
He
flaw on
doesn't
his
have to take a
part.
break.
With Zordon gone, Alpha is left in charge to alert the Rangers if anything happens. He sees a lost child and decides to jump into action for himself.
Alpha's
what could
great.
possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Everything. Zed then sends down a monkey monster that's able to shapeshift.
Dude,
It turns
Blangonga.
into Billy, who reprimands Alpha.
It's a Monster Hunter monster, right?
It is a monster. Good job, Roy.
Hey.
Proud of you.
Alpha then has no choice but to activate his self-destruct. Oh my god. It's a pretty
What?
simple but
Yeah.
genius plan.
Listen.
Deception.
You know.
It then transforms into Zach.
committed
telling
suicide?
Trini and Kimberly
Well, he started the sequence.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think that's suicide. I think that's murder.
go to the park and help
I mean,
time,
he killed
where it's an
himself.
obvious trap where they
It's
get ambushed by the
fine.
putties. After defeating them, they confront Zack. It's like shocking how well this plan is going. Anyway, they track down the baboon and fight it, where more confusing shenanigans ensues. It's a really fun episode,
There you go.
honestly, trying to figure
If
out
you've
who's
seen that
who. They defeat
GIF before, that's where that's from. But like they're like shaking their heads like, what's going on? I don't understand. And we're still using
Yeah.
G2 footage. So
two. They defeat the monster, save Alpha from self-destruction, and Alpha
I really like
gets
casual
grounded.
Power Rangers
I
footage where they're just kind of shaking their head or posing.
Yeah.
there's a lot of it
I
in
don't really
G2.
like the fight scenes compared to. I just like their casualness.
You'll like them more later. Trust me. Also, good episode to talk about. I'll bring up some cool stuff in this one.
On the brain. Zed puts a curse on these sunglasses that Zack and Billy put on, where after wearing them, they see their friends as putties. This naturally freaks the two out and they try to attack the putties. Now, nothing's wrong with their hearing, so it
jumping random ass people, dude.
Yeah.
is a bit silly that they hear
Like they
Tommy
attack
and
their
Kimberly's
friends.
voices, but still
My
attack.
god.
Yeah.
However, you can also view it as a form of PTSD, where whenever the Rangers see putties, it triggers like a fight or flight since they're always appearing out of nowhere. It's once again
The
a really
putties
solid
that can
plan by Lord
explode by
Zed.
pressing the Z
It's
button.
simple, but
Yep.
clearly effective.
Why are they so
We then
scared of them,
probably
dude?
get one of the
Because it's like, even if they know they can fight them being at their school is like, whoa, why are you here? Like, we never fight you here, and if I have to fight you here, everyone's gonna find out I'm a ranger, kind of thing.
The plot says that I'm not allowed to fight you here. What are you doing here?
Yeah, like that kind of thing. Do you
Damn.
get your stage directions? Why are you here? What are you doing?
best unmorphed fights in Power Rangers history, just in terms of choreography and how everyone gets to showcase some awesome
What
martial
was it?
arts.
Hip hop?
Hip hop keto.
Fuck off.
So,
It's cool.
one of the things that I will mention, since Connor finally mentions this is one of the best unmorphed fight scenes, this is when we got a new assistant stunt coordinator by the name of Koichi Sakamoto. Koichi Sakamoto is the god of stunt choreography when it comes to Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. But he actually started with Power Rangers first. So Saban hired him to work on another show for them at the time, and they're filming another show simultaneously while working on Power Rangers. And Koichi Sakamoto is the stunt coordinator lead on that. However, because they want Power Rangers to be better, they had him assistant stunt direct on this season as well. So you start to see there's like a lot of these like really good looking
Just in terms of choreography and how everyone
motions,
gets to
like
showcase some
setups,
awesome martial arts.
and just things that look really good. And it's also the time that we start getting lyrics to songs done by Ron Wasserman. So things like Fight, Call the 541, We Need a Hero, Combat, a lot of really iconic songs. And it elevates the fighting, and that's where they took a lot of the budget that they were given into these new stunt choreography scenes. And they go really hard, and it's a really big improvement to the unmorphed fight scenes. So, oh yeah, he was a stuntman on Super Sentai before, then became a stunt coordinator, and then after he did amazing work on Power Rangers, went back to Japan and became a massive success and is still working on Super Sentai and Kamen Rider to this day. So much so that in current seasons, when there's a really epic scene or something that's very iconic to him, it's usually called the Koichi Sakamoto effect because it's so iconic to him. So yeah.
Arts. The Rangers discover that when morph,
Kinda reminds me
though,
of
Billy and
Monty
Zach won't see the putties.
Yeah, I can see
So
that.
they all morph, take out the monster that was also there. They destroy it and reverse the curse.
That's my ship
Happy
right
ending
there.
for everyone,
Is it?
except Bulk and Skull, who still
I don't know
haven't found
why.
out the
I just
Rangers'
always just like
identities.
that. That's my ship right there.
Bloom of Doom.
Might as well.
All the
Gotta find
Rangers are
something to
starting
enjoy.
after-school clubs, and
Bloom
Kimberly's
of
Flower
Doom.
Club.
Yeah,
It was holding an iguana.
he was.
That's sick. I love
Yeah.
iguanas.
I'm holding you like that, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like the wrestler, Mr. Iguana.
Mr.
doesn't
Iguana.
have any signups, which
That's actually
makes her
wrestling.
sad. Even Bulk and Skull's bullying almost bring her to tears. Now, I feel like we've been here before. Lord Zed so far has had some pretty intense and evil plans. Still good though.
What the heck?
Man, he's so hot.
Oh, that
Did you
was
press
weird.
the? You might have pressed the numpad.
I did by accident.
Yeah.
I got it. Don't worry.
Starting after school club, Bulk and Skull. Lord Zed so far has
There we
had
go.
some pretty intense
Easy
and evil
peasy.
plans. Is he really just going to make a flower
cool shot.
monster to inconvenience Kimberly and no one else? Well, no actually. He puts a spell on her flowers that turns Kim into a jealous biatch against Trini to try and build a rift between her and the
It's
Rangers.
really funny too.
It's interesting because Kimberly just isn't being evil to everyone. Zordon calls her, and she puts on this extra cutesy and obviously fake tone to make him happy, even saying it's morphin time like...
Morphin time.
The Rangers then fight the evil flower monster.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like that.
Why?
It's like the whole episode. She is like fake, and it's just so funny because Amy Jo
Okay,
is just
but I
such a
love
great
that.
actress.
Monster to try and break Kimberly's curse. There's
Morphin
also
time.
more mention of Tommy's
One of those
powers getting
actors
weaker
that
and
actually
weaker.
escape Power
Something I
Rangers.
never really
True.
noticed until now is that there's a lot more footage with the Rangers with their helmets off.
Yeah,
Which I really
I
like.
wonder why.
It makes the American and Japanese footage blend more
more
cleanly together.
budget.
The Green Dream. Tommy mentions that he's been having nightmares about losing his powers. Lord Zed then hatches a plan to, once again, mind control the Green Ranger into summoning the Sword of Power and using it for himself. What's the Sword of Power?
Good question.
I have no idea. Something that was just made up for this episode.
Yeah, it was.
Seriously, under
Oh,
Zed's
damn.
spell,
Yep.
Tommy
Never
says,
showed up?
Hey Zordon,
Nope.
how about we summon the Sword of Power to recharge my own power? And Zordon's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Like, if it's a good idea,
what?
how come it's never been
Bad.
brought up
Yeah,
before
what?
as an option? Tommy,
Yeah, like literally, it's just it says something that's never been mentioned before. Zordon's like, "Yep, I've never talked to you about this ever."
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
steals the
You
Sword
could
of
probably
Power.
say anything to that, like Zordon. He'd probably be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
Zordon, where's the
Zordon. Yeah, that
VTubing
exists.
stone of infinite VTubing?" And he's like, "Oh, I forgot
that
to mention
one.
about that."
The flute of wisdom.
The VTubing stone of
Infinite
infinite
VTubing.
VTubing.
That's my new favorite stone. Don't worry, we'll get to that later.
That's my birthstone.
You have a
The
Zeo
VTuber
crystal as your
wa-
birthstone?
Stone of wisdom.
Whoa.
I thought it was
The-
being
Oh my God.
British.
You did not
I-
just
but
make it
being
fucking
British is a
Zeo. You did not just
birthstone.
compare VTubing to the Zeo crystal.
It's
You're
the
like,
VTubing
yeah, yeah.
stone of infinite VTubing.
The
It's the Zeo
V-
crystal.
the V-
That's what it
VTubers
is.
stands
I
for British.
hate that you're not wrong.
I know.
because it is infinite.
I'm a
It's like, I
knower.
hate this shit.
And Zed
You are
creates a
the
robo
master
goat.
of
Okay.
Power Rangers.
I am.
Tommy tries to fight it himself, but is ultimately beaten.
You and
Having
Connor,
such little
I guess.
power, he can't
Gotta
even
give
move.
Connor respect too.
When
Sure,
the rest
sure,
of the
sure,
Rangers show up, they try to fight the goat, but he traps them underground, leaving Jason to be the one to save his friends. The plotlines feel more mature, and we get a lot more fight scenes to tell the stories. It's nice not having episodes anymore really focus on the power of sharing or studying or whatever. Zed is a real threat, and we don't have time to play around. Even when the Rangers defeat the monster and return the Sword of Power to its rightful place, the episode ends on a sad note, with the dreams Tommy was having of losing his powers actually being a sign. Lord Zed
Wow,
has been
again.
specific.
What?
Yeah, because he's been losing his powers like the whole season. Like ever since he came
Tommy
back.
never does anything.
Thank you! Thank you!
I don't
He's
get
super
him.
cool, but
don't
does
understand.
absolutely
He's-
nothing.
He's
He's the
bleeding
main
out
character.
his powers. Leave him alone.
He's the main
he was that
character.
cool.
He's the main guy.
Yeah.
Tommy is super fucking cool in the 5-parter.
Yep.
And then
when he's evil.
Yeah.
totally useless after that.
Yep.
Like
Except for the Dragon Zord.
for
And
The
they
Dragon
could
Zord's
have
really
just
fun.
fixed it. Like they could just fucking do something, man.
So you may have
would've been
noticed
hard.
though, Tommy doesn't have a new Zord this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because his powers are bullshit apparently now.
Well, you
they're
know,
weak as shit. Yeah.
Yeah, why are they writing him this way? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about that too. I wonder.
Specifically targeting Tommy to drain as much of
Okay,
his
dude.
power as possible.
Bone it in
Getting
a little
closer
harder.
and closer to achieving
I just
that
knew what was
goal.
happening next. I'm just saying.
The Power Stealer. Uh-oh. Lord Zed sends down an Octorok to specifically capture the Green Ranger
my God,
and
it
drain his
actually
powers
is.
once more.
The rock.
The B plot for this episode also has Bulk and Skull wanting to film the Rangers and find their identities. The putties attack during a recording, and in the heat of battle, the Rangers do morph in front of the camera, which naturally
What?
Bulk and Skull find.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's great. Super aware.
It's another save Tommy so he doesn't lose his powers episode, which is honestly really nice to see in Mighty Morphin now. Long-running episodic plot lines. After the Rangers defeat the monster, Bulk and
Looks
Skull
pissed.
show up to the juice bar to play the video for everyone, where the Rangers then trick Bulk and Skull and swap out the tape for some cartoons or something, which I don't know who I'm more upset at here. The Rangers for being
Gaslighting?
negligent and
Yeah.
morphing in public without
that
looking
cartoon
if
is.
anyone was
Literally
around,
gaslighting.
Or Bulk and Skull for not watching the tape themselves beforehand. Everyone makes me upset in this situation.
Yeah.
Beetle invasion.
Also, I just like to point out, Zach has a different hairstyle now.
Oh.
Which I bring this up for a good reason, because if you ever notice that he doesn't have this hairstyle, that's not good. That there's bad reasons for that. So,
Wait, this specifically?
so this is his current hairstyle, which means
Okay.
it's new footage of ongoing episodes and things like
Oh.
that.
Reused footage.
And for some reason he doesn't have this
He grows it
hairstyle,
back out.
that's not good. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye out. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Beetleborgs, I'm sorry. Everyone needs a
I
team
wish.
for
Hell
sweep
yeah.
hockey, which is just hockey that you play with a broom and a ball. What is this?
What?
Why not just make them
Don't
play
worry about
real
it.
hockey? Whatever. It's the B plot.
yeah.
I've
We
done
also
that
get
before.
introduced to
Yeah.
another side character,
Richie!
He's just there to be Trini's
Oh
love
my
interest.
God.
Bro, look at those teeth.
Richie.
Is a Richie!
damn.
Damn.
Richie, bro.
The 90s teeth. Look at the 90s teeth. They're a design flaw. Look at them.
He doesn't look real. He looks
It's
AI
fucking
generated.
You're
It's so
He really
funny you
does.
say that, because
the war flashbacks I just had when this motherfucker smiled. I'm like, fucking
He-
Richie, bro.
he shows up anytime he's in any scene, because now he's a recurring like background character, and
Yeah.
anytime he shows up, Joel, exactly like what you said, he just looks out of place, like
He
there's
looks
something
AI
wrong.
generated.
Yup.
Look at him.
Yep.
He's wrong.
He looks
Fucking
like a mix
nails
of like
messed up,
Zach
dude.
and Cody and like somebody else. Like it's
Oh my
just wrong.
god, dude, it's
Good
Zac
God.
Efron too. Zac Efron.
I can kind of see
Yeah.
it. Oh my gosh.
Trini's
Like
love
every
interest.
Disney
Holy
star.
shit.
Never goes
Yeah.
anywhere, and you'll see why in the future. Lord Zed sends down another
Why
monster.
they
and
zoom in on
once
Trini?
again,
Leave
Oh,
my girl Trini
smiling.
alone.
It's
She's
his
smiling.
it's his love interest, or her love interest, I should say, but it
Oh.
doesn't
Leave my
go.
girl Trini alone.
It doesn't go
She's
anywhere,
strong,
and
she
you'll
don't
see
need
why
no
later.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
uses it to drain the Green Ranger's powers.
Whoa!
Hey, the man's persistent. What can I say?
Drain what
so through
power?
the power of friendship,
You know, his fleeting power that are running out that he keeps draining.
Yeah, the super green
When you
ranger
nut,
power.
they keep sucking.
Testosterone.
It's like erectile dysfunction, but for like
It
Power
is-
Rangers, you know, like.
I will say it is like I don't know. I just feel like they should have just kept Tommy away. Like I know he was super popular, but like when the green candle like burnt out,
Saban
like,
wanted
way
money.
back.
They did want money.
Yeah, but it's like just fucking keep him away and then bring him back later.
They did want
Like,
money.
It's
You guys
Yeah.
are such haters for poor fucking Tommy, man. Hop off my goat.
no.
Leave him
Tommy's
alone.
great,
You
but,
just like
Listen.
things that are shitty, like Labubu, whatever.
Love,
You have
love,
to watch it,
love.
right?
Yeah.
Le boo boo.
It's true, you do.
and,
No, you hate
gun
watch
they
me.
have,
You hate
they
watch
save
me.
Tommy and win the stupid
Oh my
broom hockey
gosh.
thing.
They won!
Yeah, broom
Welcome to
hockey.
Venus Island. The
Yay!
whole plot of this episode is kind of funny. Bulk and
Venus
Skull dress up
Island?
as
No,
buddies to
Venus
join
Island.
the Power Rangers.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
Hey, welcome in, Raiders. We're watching
Venus
Power
Island.
Rangers. Welcome. I hope you're all doing
Buddies.
fantastic tonight. Thank you for
So
being
he
here.
sends down Goldar to steal
Dude,
Trini's
he's, like,
cousin or
cocked
whoever
out.
this is.
Look at him.
And
He's
abducts her
packing.
to Venus Island. The overall
Cocked
writing and
out.
tone of the show has improved a ton. when they find and manage to teleport to Venus Island, it's once again just anywhere in
Venus
California.
Island.
No, Venus. I'm gonna scream. Oh, God.
Except now they got Venus
Venus
flytraps
flytraps.
all around, so
Yeah.
the island checks out. They need to fight a
Oh,
Venus
shit.
flytrap
The
monster, which is
Mario
actually
world
kind of creepy in its design.
It's very
Even
weird.
Oh my
managing to
God!
capture the rest
Venus
of the
flytrap
Rangers
looks like
minus Venus
Metapod?
flytrap.
Yeah,
no,
it is Metapod.
no, it's Carnivine. What are you talking about? It's a Venus
yeah,
flytrap.
100%.
It's Carnivine.
He's
He
just
looks like a
thinking about
girl.
penis-related things. He said
hell.
penis. He said hardened. He's doing Metapod now.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
scream. Not in
Labubu.
my Power Rangers.
They're on Penn Island, you guys.
I'm
They
screaming.
teleport back
Island?
to the
Pen
command
15
center,
Island.
and Tommy
Island.
gets told once again that his
Look at all
powers
that
are failing.
peni.
Luckily, he doesn't need to do that though, with Alpha finding its weak spot, which turns out to be heat. Okay,
I do
well,
like
the
the
Power
random
Blaster's got
team-ups,
some heat behind
It's
it,
like
right?
Green Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Black Ranger,
Yeah.
Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
Like, that's always fun.
It shows different like chemistries.
Yep, that's heat.
Yep.
These past
Yeah,
few
I like
episodes have
that.
definitely been the Tommy Oliver show, really building the bond the other Rangers have with Tommy and not wanting him to lose his powers. The Song of Guitardo.
Unlike these two
Jason.
That
fuckers.
sounds like a slur. Kimberly's trying to write a song, and oh no, this is the episode with the
terrible.
It sucks that he starts with that because this is actually a very sad episode. We'll get to it towards the end of it, but yeah.
Just Roy,
It's
I
so
have beef
not
with you.
cool.
Why do you have
Sometimes
beef with me?
You will pause and then you'll be like, yeah, this episode's the really episode, and it's like, let me watch it, Roy.
clip.
I will let
I'll
you watch
explain
it,
in
but
a
you were all
second.
talking over it. You didn't hear what Connor said.
Guitardo.
So
I have
Zed
Connor
has his
louder than everyone
first
else in
Rita
the-
level
Okay,
plan by turning Kimberly's guitar into a monster. It's a pretty
I
standard
knew what I was
episode.
signing up for.
The Rangers gotta fight the monster, and
Guitardo.
Tommy can't maintain his powers in battle. But despite everyone telling him not to help and reserve his powers, he shows up anyway.
Yeah.
The episode ends with Tommy still reflecting on the fact he knows his powers don't have much time left. So to cheer him up,
Dude, you
Kimberly sings her new song.
Yeah, new
It's called
song.
Down the Road, and it was used in the tribute montage in the new Power Rangers Once and Always Netflix special. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. It really gets the tears going all these years later.
So this is what I was talking about before Haka when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
They play this in the 30th anniversary movie, which is still on Netflix now. You can go watch it. But they play this at the end of it, and it's the song that Kimberly performs here. So
Oh,
Damn.
that's nice.
yeah.
That's really sad.
The lyrics just hit differently.
not in
I totally
No,
recommend
she's
looking
not.
it up and having a good field trip. But dang,
Oh.
man, it's a constant
It is a
anxiety-
good like song to listen to though, because it is just a very like, oh man, like they really are friends, and then in the context of what happened later, it's like, oh man, it hits.
Yeah.
anxiety trip every
super
episode.
sad. Yeah.
Tommy keeps being told he's gonna lose his powers. When will this green be no more? Next episode is Green No More Part 1. Oh no.
You have to be
Tommy
fucking
and
kidding
Kimberly
me.
getting a message from Tommy
You
in the
have to be
future.
kidding me.
Don't worry about it,
Your
okay?
goat is
You-
dead.
uh,
Your goat fucked.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
dude,
toast,
this
bro.
is like those fucking One Piece episodes that are like the death of Luffy. Like, you know, like, fuck, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Like, fuck me, dude.
That's crazy. Anyway,
Saying the
that's your
words
man.
battle
Haka, that's
and
your man.
that's your man's.
The character
Meanwhile, back
assassination
in the
of
Zack's-
Usopp.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
He's
No,
literally
who's
just
that? That girl had
I'll
great
explain
makeup
my
on.
theory.
Hold on, go back.
this girl?
She is fucking killing it.
It's
Oh my
Lulu.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of
She's
do
got
have.
great makeup. Holy shit.
And then we got
Sorry,
fucking
I
Richie
just
with the
really
fucking
hyper focused on that.
You're good. You're good.
Richie with
Holy Zack's
asbestos
cousin.
fucking like
He's
teeth, bro.
literally just Zach. I'll explain my theories onto why he was even
He's
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 AI
years
generated.
later.
He's not real.
Now though, we do meet some
Oh
more
no,
face
I
every time.
forgot. Forgot it's time for this.
new
Oh,
sorry.
no.
bullies,
No,
which
is
are
it-
just
no,
the
please,
Rangers.
no.
but
Oh,
evil.
it's bad.
Lord
Yes,
takes
it
11 to
is.
them and abducts them to turn them into
Why do they look
his
weird?
evil Rangers.
Yeah, because
Wait
they're
a
new
minute.
bullies.
Can't
I
wait to see them,
remember
I said
this.
sarcastically. To buy himself some time, though, Zed sends down
Oh
a
my
monster
God,
to
Joel's
fight the
gonna
Rangers.
lose his
He's a
mind.
pretty
He is
tough
definitely
monster,
gonna
with the
lose his
Rangers not
mind.
even being
What?
able to defeat it.
You'll
Even
see.
being able to teleport Tommy to the dark cornfield dimension for a one-on-one fight. Zed, though, manages to capture the
Cornfield.
Rangers
Yeah,
and
cornfield.
introduces them to his super strong and evil. What is
Got sent to
this?
fucking Alabama, dude.
These are the evil Rangers.
What
These-
the fuck?
These are Zed's evil Rangers. What do you mean?
They're so
Why
evil and
do they-
scary. Don't you love
Why-
them, Joel? Aren't they great?
Just a fucking suit where they like drew on the white, like it looks like it's a white Sharpie over a fucking skin
That's
suit.
all right. Let's just get a different angle. Maybe you'll like them.
Are you
The
seeing
cock
this?
bulges.
Yeah.
What the fuck? am I
Yeah,
looking at?
yeah.
The bulge is crazy, bro.
So remember when I said Saban is like really money grubby?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is probably a really good example of that.
Behold the power of the Timu Rangers.
Yeah. Also, really good shot for me to pause on. And I pause here specifically. Remember when I said Saban's really money grubby? So Zed's staff was very heavy. And since Zed in almost every single scene he's in has his staff and he's like swinging it around, it actually broke. This little weird discoloration here is
Oh.
duct tape.
Oh.
No
I
way.
did, oh my God.
Yup.
No, oh my god.
Yep.
No way.
So they duct
They
taped.
should have put that in the show where Zed was like, fuck, what do I do now?
I mean, yeah, he probably.
I'm so glad I was more of like a Disney era kid the more we go back. I'm like, man,
This was
like-
on Disney though. Remember, Disney had
I-
Power Rangers.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but like you know what I mean.
Okay, I
Their
don't know.
run.
I don't know.
I'm like, yeah. I don't. Their run also has problems for the record.
Anyway,
Please tell me you see this.
what?
These are
That's-
Zed's evil
Oh my
Rangers.
God. What are you-
This is the most
What
jank
happened?
bootleg costume job I've ever seen.
No
You
problems.
can literally see how messily they cut the eyes and mouth portions on the
Oh.
face. You literally
So
could have just bought a
bad.
Halloween
What the
costume
fuck
and
is
customized
that?
that as opposed to a onesie. Anyway, with
When I have
that
3 minutes
dramatic
to get ready for a
reveal,
bank
we
robbery.
move on to part 2.
Real.
Tommy's now
Tommy
morphed.
looking around
In
like,
the last episode,
"There's
they
no
also
way
said that
I'm
he
seeing
had
this,
one
right?"
last morph.
No, he's not there yet. He's like, man, what's all of this corn?
Oh.
I'm in a cornfield. What's going on?
Couldn't they
Cornfield
have
is
just
the weirdest dimension I've ever been in.
reused? Couldn't they have reused the original Power Ranger suits that they already had?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
You know what?
They just didn't give a shit.
Maybe they couldn't have. I was like, why not use the Die Ranger suits?
How
They
Like,
had
to
access to them.
debut Evil porcelain
oh, that would have
made.
been way better.
Evil porcelain
Evil
made.
How to
porcelain
debut a
made.
new outfit called Evil Porcelain Made, where I just like fucking put duct tape over my model,
I love that. I'm
Please
so
do.
excited.
like red her
That's
eyes.
perfect.
Morphing him.
Oh my
so I guess
God.
that's it for his powers.
I love
The
chat.
Rangers
Yeah, well, you
managed to
see, there's a
teleport out
logical
of Zed's
explanation.
trap, but
Yeah.
can't locate Tommy.
No explanation.
Goldar wants to be the one to finish him off and toys with Tommy, throwing him around and mocking him for his
Goldar.
once glorious Green Ranger
I love
powers.
Goldar.
Meanwhile, the big clam monster starts attacking Angel Grove, but the other Rangers have
Also, Billy, no sleeves. Look how ripped he is.
He's so okay.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
respectfully,
Not gonna lie.
respectfully,
He's so ripped.
respectfully. He's
No,
so
I-
ripped. Like
I can't respectfully. Those are fucking bulging shoulder muscles. Look at him.
Yeah.
he's supposed to be the dork.
Yeah. He's the
Yeah,
nerd.
not anymore.
He's the nerd, and they finally started letting him wear like tank tops and stuff because they're like, it's been a season of him fighting monsters. We're gonna let him have some muscle.
I wonder what he looks like now.
Pretty good.
He
aged,
honestly like
he's aged pretty
really
well. Yeah. David Yost. Picture of him
David
today.
Yoke.
More like David Goat.
This is a
Yost.
pretty recent picture of him.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
aged pretty well. Like
He looks so happy.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's-
he looks completely
He's-
fucking different.
It's
he's
because
a pretty happy dude now.
He's
Like,
I was gonna say
not at the
happy
time.
now, but like
Yeah, not at the time.
Yeah.
do you want an explanation or do you want to?
Wait, does he get to it this season?
No, that's next season. That's a Zio.
Oh, Zio.
Yeah, we have a while for it. That's why I'm like, do you want an explanation now or
we-
do you want to wait like 3 months?
We could get
3
it
months?
now.
You said now.
I mean, I already know. It's up to everybody else.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
I want to watch.
Do you-
I want to watch. I think we'll get to it, right?
in like 3 months. Yeah. It's-
Oh,
that's-
that's fine. Just say it real quick.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we talked
happy
about
Pride
how
Month.
yeah, happy Pride Month, by the way. We talked about how David Yost was terribly ridiculed during Power Rangers because of being gay. During the filming of Power Rangers Zio, which is 2 seasons past this, the bullying got so bad to the point where he actually walked off set. He said he got called the F slur one too many times, and he finally just
What
walked
the
off set.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually happened.
So
But he
li-
didn't quit.
No, he walked off set, quit.
Oh my god.
just
Okay.
Yeah.
left, straight up left.
So, and that was 1996. And from that point, he never returned to the franchise because it was under Saban, and Saban let that happen. He never returned to the franchise until the 30th anniversary special, which he helped write, because it was not under Saban anymore, it was under Hasbro. And that's why, like, the picture that we show you now, he looks happy. But let me tell you, that gap of 20 plus years was rough. There's an interview that came out maybe about a decade ago now, where he talked about why he walked off set, and until then, we had no idea why he left the show. And it literally, he's like, yeah, I went to like a conversion camp to try and pray away the gay because he tried to
God.
he tried to like commit suicide and tried to it was bad. So that is why we don't like Saban. That's one of the many reasons that they let that happen. So luckily,
And somebody else.
and luckily, David Yost is in a much better place now, returned to the franchise, helped write the 30th anniversary special, was a main character in the last season of Power Rangers, and now is like hailed and returned to the franchise and very happy and doing well. So
It's also like a lot of fan theory is like Ranger shit that happens later, like tech wise. Most fans just wave it as like, Billy made it.
yeah.
Like, yeah, Billy did it.
Yep.
Is
Like,
Billy like some kind of fucking tech god that's still in the series?
Yes.
he's
Still
not
alive
like
in the series, lore wise?
yes, yeah, lore wise, he's still around, and so if
I
something
don't remember
tech
him being
happens that they
that good
can't,
at tech.
He made a
he made a
flying
flying
car. And
I
made
forgot about the flying
He
car.
did.
and
He
made
did, yeah.
and how they
did.
teleport, he made that.
Hold on. They used the
Yeah, that's
flying
Billy.
car for like 2 episodes.
yeah, but it
I
was
mean, yeah,
Okay.
but it's still a flying
But
car.
he made the flying car out of an antenna and some fucking magnets.
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
And he made their teleportation system.
Billy was able to make everything in like this in a
In a
fucking
cave.
cave with a box of scraps.
So
He's basically Iron Man.
yeah, anytime
He
there's
really
some new
is.
gadget made or some tech that they don't understand, Billy probably made it or knows exactly what it is. And in canon, he made a giant tech corporation conglomerate that is like a superpower in the world in later canon. So
Is he gay in canon too? Are they allowing that?
no, but he did. I'm gonna leave that vague. No, he's not, but he is
Is
single.
there a gay ranger?
Yes, actually, in the most recent season, there is Izzy.
Oh,
Yeah, it
it
didn't
took
happen
way
in
too
the most
long to
recent.
make it.
I agree. But it's Izzy and
It-
her girlfriend. Fuck, what's her name?
Yo, shout out to lesbians. That's like half my viewer
Yeah.
base.
I cannot.
Same.
Fern.
Hey,
See, this is
Same.
why we stand Super Sentai, because they do a lot of cool shit like that. Like in
Mhm.
King Oger, there's a NB character, and they're super fucking cool.
And they're one of the most popular
Nice.
characters.
Hell yeah,
In the NHK polls that came out recently, they were in top 30, which is a lot.
they're super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love King Oger. It's so cool. Anyway,
It's really cool. Anyway, let's continue.
Also lost their powers, being sucked away and transferred into the evil onesie Rangers. After enough of Goldar's taunting, though,
onesie
Tommy then gets a second wind and absolutely whoops Goldar unmorphed. Both Tommy and Jason have attempted this in the past, but here, it's a straight-on domination.
Yeah, Tommy
Managing
bodies
to
him.
steal
He
Goldar's
still
device
keeps
and teleport
kicking.
out of the-
Yeah, he's like, I don't care that I got the thing I needed. Take this.
And the guy's in a big ass suit, and I was like, what?
I think the entire time
I
that
love-
scene is playing too, his theme is playing. So it's Go Green Ranger Go while he's kicking Goldar's ass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is a very hype moment, I will say.
Ranger. I love that
in the
song.
cornfield.
So good.
He then sneaks into Zed's hideout and smashes the crystal
my
that was
goodness
harnessing the Ranger's
gracious.
powers.
Does he need to be
turning
a
them
Power
back
Ranger at
into
this
the
point?
bullies. So,
No.
yeah,
He's so badass.
He's pretty badass on his own, but yeah, the Green Ranger powers are gone, so
never even get
No,
to see
the girl
evil
with the
onesie
really
Rangers
good
in
makeup
action.
is evil.
I'm truly heartbroken.
yeah.
After
Wait, that was
reuniting with his
her?
friends,
It may not have been, but it may have just
Oh,
been
she
like
was
turning them-
supposed to be someone.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
a different
no,
girl.
it's
Never mind.
different girl, different girl.
No,
Yeah.
what?
different.
in confidence after
White
so
woman jump scare,
long,
white woman jump
Tommy
scare.
says that he has one last
Oh, he's got
fight
one
in
for-
him.
one more
So,
left.
For the last time, the Rangers morph and summon their Zords, fighting this ugly shrimp clam, whatever.
Indigenous sport back
Tommy
to
even gets a
Japan.
gun to blast at it, whatever,
Yeah.
I don't care, let him have his moment. They
What?
defeat the monster, befriend the bullies, because why not? And for realsies this time, the Green Ranger is no more.
I will also point this out just because the Green Ranger's finally done. During fights like these, it is technically still Zhu 2 footage because they commissioned Japan to make these monster fights for them. If you go back and watch some of the fights and you slow things down, because like, you know, they have the Thunder Megazord and everything like that. If you slow down some of the explosion shots, it's not the Thunder Megazord that gets attacked, it's the Dino Megazord, because they didn't know where they were going with it. So to try and make it work, they spliced away all the shots of the Dino Megazord and instead just superimposed and spliced together other footage of the Thunder Megazord fighting. So there's scenes where the Dragon Zord and the Thunder Megazord are fighting together, but they're not in the same scene and they're not fighting the same monster.
Oh damn.
That's so complicated.
So it's just comping, yeah.
Yeah, and they had to do it because like they had all this Ju2 footage left over that they wanted to use. They had the Thunder Megazord that they had already introduced. Tommy still had the Dragon Zord, and they were like, what are we supposed to do? So
that sucks.
yeah, and it's
Roy,
if you
I found the Danny DeVito thing too, by the way.
Oh no, you did not. I hate it here.
The Danny DeVito Zord.
Oh,
Danny
No, the
Zord?
Skeledirge thing.
We had a conversation about Danny DeVito earlier, and I was saying that Danny
Oh
DeVito
my
looks like
God.
Skeledirge.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I just wanted to explain that because there were a lot of really awkwardly shot scenes that like explosions didn't match up, but that is some way that they got around that. So
For realsies this time, the Green Ranger is no more. Tommy fought his final battle as the Green Ranger, and it's pretty
For real?
Everyone
bittersweet,
point
Real.
laugh at
honestly.
Haka. That's
After
Haka's
spending-
man.
yeah, that's Haka's man.
Everyone pointed
Damn,
laugh
he
at
didn't even
Haka.
do anything. Why is he your man?
That's what I'm saying.
He's cool.
Your idea of him is cool.
To be fair, he is
My
really cool when he's
idealization.
beating the shit out of Rangers.
Dude, he's literally fucking like spin kicking everyone. He does not give a shit.
I mean,
When
That makes
he's
me cool.
beating the hell out of his
Yeah.
own team, he's
Yeah.
If I
super cool.
spin kick you, will that make you happy?
Yeah.
Fucking okay.
okay.
The entire
like
season
evil
feeling
Green
sorry
Tommy.
for himself, that he's not as strong as he once was. He learned the power of the strength within, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Realizing
Plot.
that it wasn't the
whatever.
power that made the man, but the man that made the power. A pretty sad, but overall satisfying story arc for the Green Ranger. They all say their goodbyes, but like, yeah, he ain't going anywhere. You'll see him in math class on Monday.
Yeah.
Or will they?
Or will they?
Missing Green.
love this
Jason's
episode.
training
That's not
for
What the
another martial
fuck?
arts tournament,
What?
but is having trouble focusing because he misses Tommy. Even referencing the guilt he still feels about not being able to retrieve the green candle all the way back in season 1.
Love that, by the way. There's so many
Actually, consistent
Continuity.
writing.
Yeah, there's some really
a
good
good one, yeah.
conversations here where they bring up stuff like that, and it will happen throughout season 1 and season 2. You'll see them like talk about, man, like I should have gotten that green candle. Tommy would still be with us. We wouldn't be in this situation
Oh
if I had
my
just
God,
done
see where
this.
is going.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
his
really
fault.
good.
Like,
yeah,
Jason like beating himself
Saying
up is kind of sad.
yeah.
That if he were successful in doing that, Tommy would still have his powers today. Zed overhears this and gets a brilliant idea. To create candles for all the Rangers. Sure, I guess anyone can just do
What
that.
the
Yeah,
The
fuck?
Rangers all
Why
get
not?
captured, and it's up to Jason and Jason alone
Candle
to rescue
collab?
them.
Yeah.
This is a really
How
good
can you just
episode.
take
Focusing
their
on the
life
guilt
force like
Jason has been
that?
Listen, Lord Zed doesn't care. You know, he's just gonna do Lord Zed
Lord Zed
things.
shit.
Yeah,
Continuity
Yeah.
be damned. I want those Power Rangers on my desk.
exactly.
carrying all
Got
this
my
time.
pictures of the Power
now,
Rangers.
once again, being faced with the same dilemma that's been burdening him for who knows how long. Zordon tells him that he's been an amazing leader, and being the leader means you'll be tasked with difficult decisions and actions to make. So Jason steps
So
up
weird
and
watching
morphs
this
on
knowing
out,
it with the
defeating
actors.
the monster
Yeah,
one
yeah,
on
yeah.
one, and
Dude,
teleporting
he's
to
so
Zed's dark
happy
dimension
he's
to fight
gone. He's
Voltron
like,
and
yeah.
stop those
that
candles
guy.
from melting.
Yeah.
This
I
is
just
also
realized
You're
they
an
always look at the
amazing
camera when they
leader.
transform.
What'd you say?
They always look at the camera when they transform.
Yeah, because you have to
They
know their
do.
catchphrase.
It's morphin time.
Yeah,
Okay.
Steps up
morphin'
and
time.
morphs on out.
See, you gotta know.
They're
How else
breaking
will
the
they
fourth
sell?
wall every time.
More
Exactly.
phenomenal.
Wait, it's not Ninja Storm Ranger form, huh? That's not there.
It's not Go-Go Power Rangers.
No, that's the opening theme.
Go-Go Mighty
Oh,
Morphin.
Lightspeed Rescue.
That's later.
They should have just said
Oh.
Henshin straight up.
That's for Kamen
Yeah,
Rider.
Henshin.
Nah.
It's Kamen
Hey,
Rider
You mean
version.
you mean not Ectophase activate?
A man has fallen in the Lego City River.
Anyway,
And stop those
Oh.
candles from
It's just
melting.
doing different.
This is
That
also
was a
where a
flashback.
keen ear will notice the voiceover for Jason is not Austin St. John.
Hang on, guys! Quick, give me your power cord!
What is this
That's
image?
someone doing an impression. Why is Austin St. John not voicing his own character? Again, we'll talk about it soon. I promise all of these things are connected, and I'll talk about it in a second. He, of course, defeats Goldar and saves the Rangers.
You'll find out.
Even getting a letter from
went to
Tom
prison.
wishing
Really
his friends
close.
well,
We are
and
really
that
close to
never
that.
blamed Jason for losing his powers. And yep, that's the last cameo Jason David Frank will make in Power Rangers.
He's not dead though.
Orchestral.
I love that he
Goes to school.
No, he's leaving. He sends them a note and he's like, "Hey, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find myself."
Yeah.
You're
He
17.
becomes an out of school
Listen.
youth.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
just go to a
he's
different
like-
school or
We
something.
know that he doesn't.
What does he mean
find
he's
himself.
gonna
live
find
with his
himself?
brother.
He's
No,
fucking 17.
No,
Listen.
he doesn't discover his brother until he realizes and discovers that he's actually Native American and goes on a vision quest.
Yeah.
That's spoilers.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I hate that that's actually like a thing.
Orchestral
now.
maneuvers in
is.
the park.
I love
Kind of-
like yep, and it's just Jason.
Yeah, just
Like,
Jason's like smile.
Yep.
yeah.
That Tommy's gone. Yep.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.
Orchestral maneuvers in the park. What kind of name is that?
Don't worry about it.
Zach's cousin has a jazz performance he's gonna do, so Zed curses the trumpet and puts a spell on the Rangers where they'll see old monsters from
What
the
a
past.
petty
And
bastard.
shout out
Right?
to whoever this is for doing a backflip while wearing that big suit.
Oh,
That's
what?
cool. The Rangers will fight
killing it.
nobody until they find the trumpet
I
monster.
love the
defeat
random
it,
backflips as if they're doing anything to in like a fight. It's just
Oh, yeah.
there to look good.
It
It's like
does.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
and all's well that ends
That's
well.
my ship right there. There it is.
Beauty and the Beast. Zed is looking for a new queen and chooses Kimberly, who's
Zed's
canonically
horny.
a
No,
high
me!
school
Me
girl.
first!
There's not much.
Oh no.
She is canonically a teenager. She's like 15 or 16, and he's like a intergalactic space monster.
That's
He's like,
really
"Ah, yes,
fucking weird.
15 or
really
16-year-old,
bad.
yes."
Are there no other aliens in here?
We'll get to that.
In this episode, there's some putties and a monster. What's interesting, though, is that Zed's wedding outfit for Kimberly is
Can't he marry
Rita's
a putty?
costume. And
Is
Amy
Rita's
Jo Johnson
costume.
does an amazing impression of Rita's screechy, yelling
He wants
voice.
a freaking cosplay.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Couldn't he just marry
What?
Rita?
Anyway,
Right,
Her
part
husband
one.
is like dead.
Zordon and Alpha sneak away to
So,
work on a
and the
secret
time has
mission.
passed.
Kids are
Meanwhile,
dead.
something
She's a
crash lands
widow.
on
She's
Earth
not
and,
looking for
oh my
love.
goodness,
that's only in the Sentai.
Well, it's so funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
it's Rita's space dumpster. What are the
Whoa!
odds? Which Bulk and Skull take to try and analyze. After another really intense unmorph fight with the putties, seriously, Austin St. John wanted to show off those muscles. They try to contact
Zach
the
does
command
look a lot
center,
cooler
but with
now.
no
Yeah.
luck. So the gang go into the command center themselves to see that it's almost completely shut down.
Whoa.
With Alpha and
What's
Zordon
happening?
nowhere in sight.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, Zed sends down a
Wild
monster,
diet.
and we get one of the most
duct tape, the duct
intense
tape.
and
I haven't said it the whole
passionate
time, I get
it's
one.
morphin' times from Jason ever. He's looking deep into my soul, and I don't think he likes what
I
he
don't
sees.
like the way he's taking
It is very like, oh, leave me alone, man.
Why are you staring like that?
Leave me alone.
The Rangers fight the monster, and
Looks like he's
Zed
about to stand up
eventually
to his
decides to do
abusive
more
dad. Like, why is he
investigating on the
looking
command
like that?
center, where he stumbles upon a blinding white room and sees that Alpha and Zordon are creating a brand new Power Ranger.
Excuse me?
Billy, of course, tells the rest of his team what
What do you mean, no?
Is this what I think is happening?
What's happening?
What do you think is happening?
They're getting replaced with AI, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
just wanna see, I
ChatGPTing
wanna
a new
see.
ranger.
Oh my god.
Damn AI's taking our jobs.
Really funny thing about this scene though is
Billy's like horrified.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because like it's been like 2 episodes since Tommy left, and they're like, oh, they're just replacing Tommy.
You
Like,
couldn't have waited.
yeah, couldn't have had we
Yeah.
just had the funeral, man. Like, what the hell? So
Yeah.
Funeral.
He's
really
still
like Randy that
alive.
much.
He's
He's
just
not
left.
So really funny thing about this scene is you know how we talked about how the Thunder Zords are from Die Ranger, right? So
Mhm.
Die Ranger also has their own morpher. And the morpher was not adapted into Power Rangers because they're obviously using their original morpher still. There's a weird like clipped shot where it passes by a table and it shows that they're like it's a morpher hooked up to a bunch of wires. For some reason, it's the Die Ranger morpher. And I don't know who that's supposed to be like a reference for, but it existed in 1994, really before Super Sentai hit big in America. So cool for random, like
cool for Guy.
yeah, cool for Easter eggs, I guess. But like in 1994, man, no one knew this shit. Oh my gosh.
New
so
Power Ranger.
Yeah.
When you want an Easter egg was.
Billy, of course, tells the rest of his team what he saw, and they're pretty hesitant at the idea of having a new Ranger. After all, it's so soon since they lost Tommy. You can't just rebound like that. Your heart's not ready.
Yeah, he's dead. See? Yeah.
He died.
He's
Zordon calls
not
the Rangers to the
dead.
command center for a meeting where they all know
just
what's
finding
going
himself.
on. Where
Yeah.
we then get the heavenly reveal
going
of
to
the
actual
new
school.
White Ranger. Seriously, he's like Jesus coming down from the skies. But who
Jesus.
exactly is this White Ranger?
It's
Well,
Richie.
It's none other than Ryan Steele of VR Troopers. That's actually true and was supposed to be the case. But no.
Oh,
So
shit.
Wait, really?
yeah.
Is it Tommy?
So the person that they just showed, this is Brad Hawkins, who is a prevalent voice actor even to this day. He is the voice of Goblin Slayer in Goblin Slayer.
Oh shit!
Get out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
Also, for a later season, he's the battle voice for the Gold Ranger in Zeo, but he's not the actor that plays the Gold Ranger. Only for the combat scenes, he's the one doing the voice, which is really weird. But he talked about a show that happened, and that's called VR Troopers. We'll get back to that in a second.
Yeah,
It's
that's
of
why I'm
course
like, wait,
none other
the
than
VR
Tommy
Trooper
Oliver.
guy?
Of
Yep.
course
I knew
it would
it!
be Tommy.
This was what I was
And with the
knowing
control
about it.
of
Tommy!
yeah. Talking sword on his
Tommy!
new White Tiger
Freaking
Zord,
Tommy!
Zordon
Let
says
him
that the
go!
White Ranger
man's
is the
back!
new leader of the Power Ranger.
The
Wait, excuse
actual
me.
He's the what? He's the new leader?
Yep, he's the
That's
new leader.
crazy.
He's the new leader
Yeah,
of
you
the
heard
Power
that.
Rangers. Yeah, you heard that
That's fucking insane.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay, one thing I want to point out: it would have been so fucking funny if it was Richie.
Yeah, so
It would have been so
True.
funny if it was
True.
Richie.
one of the big things that they were doing at this time was introducing a bunch of new characters as like red herrings, because like Richie was around, Zach's cousin was around, and Tommy had just left. So
Yeah, like who's
Yeah.
it gonna be?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it-
The
VR
new
Troopers fucking
leader?
really?
3 episodes ago, you were praising Jason for his courage. Now Tommy gets a new suit and he's the leader?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll
Saba.
explain
Violent
everything
emotion.
at the end of the episode. So yeah,
Yeah,
as
we'll
the
get
new
to the
leader,
explanation
Tommy
in a
gets to
second. I
say
can
it's
add on
morphin'
stuff.
time. We see his new Zord, and it's pretty cool,
I
I guess.
love the
That's a
Tiger
Zoid.
Zord.
Defeat the
Damn.
That's a
monster.
fucking Zoid. That's not a Zord.
a
That's a
Zoid.
Zoid. That's fucking Liger Zero. Fuck off.
It came out before Zoids,
Wow.
okay?
I don't believe that.
It did. It came out in 1994. Well,
And when did
Di-
Zoid come out?
probably like late 90s.
Look it up.
Kids would have rioted if it was.
Somebody in chat, look it up.
Talking about
Chat, look it up. Well, Die Ranger came out in 93, so 93 would be it.
Fucking Liger Zero.
But yeah, it has two different
Richie is
modes.
secretly the strongest.
It's got
Don't care.
the tiger, and then it's got the robot form too. So it transforms.
I like the tiger form.
I
like
love
that
this.
Tommy's on top of it. Fucking
Yeah,
posing.
because it's Die Ranger
Yeah.
footage, just like everyone else
Yeah.
does in Die Ranger. Because the White
But then
Ranger is
he's
from
so cool.
Die Ranger.
So he gets to actually be there.
Yep.
They defeat the monster.
Zoids was 1999. Get fucked, Joel.
I don't believe it.
Chad just said it. Just saying.
Send Rita
Play the
back
video,
into
I'm curious.
Oh,
space,
it's my God.
and Bulk and Skull get some cake thrown in their face.
Fucking-
Yay, it's a happy episode.
Now he wears white.
At least that's how.
Whoa, that's crazy. He's wearing white. I'm so glad that you pointed that out. Pay attention to that. If he's ever not wearing white, it's not good.
Oh no!
Oh
Oh
no.
no!
Oh my gosh.
This
He
is
just
the best
changed
version
his
of
whole
Tommy, by the
wardrobe.
way.
Because now I'm
'Cause it's a
going
new
to
color.
explain everything I've been putting off. Remember when
Oh, okay.
Here
So
we
he's going to explain the
go.
bad stuff. I want to
no.
explain some stuff with Jason David Frank first. So the whole reason they had him leave the show and they wrote this whole big thing of him losing his powers was because he was going to exit the show. Because remember when I mentioned that they had Koichi Sakamoto working on another show for them? That show is called VR Troopers. Before it was called VR Troopers, it was called Cybertron. They were going to do what they did with Power Rangers and adapt another show adjacent to Super Sentai called Metal Heroes and bring that over to the US. And Jason David Frank was going to be the lead for it. However, as soon as he exited the show, again, everyone was like, whoa, hold on a second. We need Tommy back. We need him back this very second. It's not the same without him. So Brad Hawkins was actually going to be brought in to be the White Ranger. But because of the outcry that there was for Tommy, they swapped them. So Brad Hawkins became the lead for what then became VR Troopers instead. And they just flip-flopped.
Wait,
Yeah, what the fuck is VR, Troopers?
it sounds cool
is-
though. Whatever that is.
It is cool.
It is a Super Sentai adjacent adapted show
it's-
like
they,
Power
they
Rangers
just did the
is.
same thing that they did with Power Rangers.
Yep, they just took a
It just
different
wasn't as
series.
popular.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
nearly as popular.
Wait, so they shot
liked
these
it.
episodes week per week?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So they had to make these decisions very quickly and on the fly. So that was why there was so much like red herring stuff going on. That's why like Tommy seemed like he was leaving because he was going to, you know? And I also got a massive raid, so I should probably say hello to them. So hello Raiders. Hi Fumi. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Congrats on getting into the slam. I'm so happy for you. We should train sometime. I'd love that. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Roy Chiato, like a macchiato. I'm a coffee-fueled bunny host with a serious passion for voice acting, and I absolutely love working out. In case you couldn't tell, I'm watching Power Rangers. We're on Mighty Morphin Season 2 with my good friends Athena, Banzuin Haka, Octavio, Porcelain Maid Joel, and Xander Netherbrand.
Hi.
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 Hi. Also, a few people pointed out Zoid's anime started in 1999, but the toys started in the 80s. Don't know when Liger Zero came out. So, a couple people repeated the message, so I figure I'll say it. So maybe get unfucked unless Liger Zero didn't come out into the anime, in which get refucked. Okay.
Don't tell me to fuck myself. I will.
Listen, I saw the comic. I know it to be true because the artist followed me out of nowhere. I was like, "Whoa, who are you?" And then I saw their art and I was like, "Whoa, this is awesome."
Roy is talking about. There's a self-cessed comic of me.
Yeah,
I've been saying this is the year of self-cess, and nobody believes me.
It definitely is. Definitely is. Anyway, Fumi, thank you again. Raiders, feel free to stick around. We're talking about Power Rangers. I know way too much about this franchise. I'm indoctrinating my friends into it because it's really interesting. But unfortunately, we're in a very sad part as to some really negative stuff that happened. But hi, it's good to see you. All right.
Yeah.
So with that
boy, here
VR
we
Trooper
go.
stuff aside, now we're going to get into some sad stuff.
I said Jason was dubbed by some random person. Well, it wasn't just him. Zach and Trini were also dubbed by not their actors. Why though? Well, simply because Austin St. John, Walter Jones, and Tui Trang were leaving the show. You see, Power Rangers is a non-union show, which pretty much means there's no rules or regulations in terms of actor pay and treatment. Austin, Walter, and Tui pretty much wanted more money. They apparently only made $600 a week for sometimes 17-hour-long days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone did calculations.
That's pathetic.
With benefits, working at McDonald's would have made you more.
That's fucking insane.
Yep.
For the biggest show at the time.
Yep.
Like for kids TV, like that was insane.
The biggest children's anything in the 90s. And they barely could afford to live because of that. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's pretty insane. So.
Shoots, which roughly translates to $31,000 a year. For context, that's about what an average fast food worker makes today. So for actors who were basically unknown at the time getting their first major role in a kids show, sure, that's pretty good. But after season 1 was a massive success, Power Rangers was a multi-million-dollar franchise. The toys, VHS tapes, video games, they were all selling like crazy. So it's only fair that the actors should get paid more. After all, they sold the toys. However, Haim Saban...
No, but remember, the helmets. The helmets are what sell the toys.
The helmets are what sell the toys. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The actors don't remember the helmets.
Helmets all the time.
Tommy was brought back onto the show 4 times, and Saban was like, "No, it's not the helmet, fucking
Joel,
moron."
that's crazy. What? No.
I hate greedy CEO bitches.
Yeah.
In an interview, Walter Jones stated that Saban told them that they were all replaceable, that it's the helmets that sell toys, essentially saying that the actors don't matter, and as long as the suit is on screen, kids will only care about that. So Austin, Walter, and Tui were no longer a part of the show. I'm not sure if they just walked out or if they were pretty much forced off the show immediately. But yeah, Saban didn't want to pay them more than minimum wage. which is ridiculous when, again, half of your show is already done. The expensive part with the explosions and special effects, you don't have to pay for all this.
Because it's all from Japan.
You have 6 core people that you need to keep happy and chose not to do it. It's ridiculous. That's also why Tommy was written as the new leader.
And part of this, and I'll explain this now because he's going to basically explain the thing about VR Troopers that I just explained. The pay thing, we know this now because Walter Emmanuel Jones and Austin St. John have come forward and kind of talked about it a little bit more.
Why didn't they say it before? Why didn't they like ever come out with that?
Because they were afraid to, because Power Rangers was still a massive brand and they were still trying to work in America and in Hollywood, and by actively talking about this kind of stuff, they were worried that they would get blacklisted. So
because Hollywood fucking sucks. I forgot, my bad.
There's a lot of politics to play, essentially. But the thing that happened was, and this also lends credence as to why Austin St. John and Jason David Frank hated each other. All 6 Rangers were supposed to be part of the request for a pay raise. Every single one of them. However, at some point, and this is where things like the details get a little bit shaky, and we don't know why, we don't know when, but at some point, Jason David Frank, as Tommy, convinced David Yost, Billy, and Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly, to not ask for more money. So then Austin St. John, Tui Trang, and Walter Emmanuel Jones all asked for more money and got fired. So
you know what? Fuck it. I'm with Austin St. John on that. They should have gotten paid more.
So again,
I am to an extent. Like
there's
just don't
probably
like
more behind the scenes stuff that we don't know about, because at least when this was explained to us, it sounded incredibly vague and it sounded like there was more going on. And unfortunately, we can never get Jason David Frank's side of the story because unfortunately he passed away a few years ago. So it's kind of a he said, she said. And anytime I explain that, I'm always like, take this with a grain of salt. It's just what we've heard. And that is what we believe to be where their beef continued and went into even higher levels. So.
I believe it to an extent because Walter said it.
Yep.
If it was just Austin, I would have never believed it. Like, I just don't trust Austin at all. Right. But like Walter, I do believe. So I'm like, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle there.
It's somewhere in the middle. But that's why I always say, like, take anything I say in that regard with a grain of salt, because I'm just repeating what I've heard and what I've been educated on via internet and other information.
Also, all these motherfuckers with like triple names.
Yeah,
I know.
Actually.
I'm losing track sometimes.
Comment on that. They all have
Austin St. John, Walter Emmanuel Jones, Jason David Frank, Amy Jo Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wait until next season.
Yeah. Apparently David Yost, like according to chat, said that there was no agreement.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying like it's some of it's a he said, she said, some of it's like what was actually said. So it's complicated. So like I said, take what I said with a grain of salt, but that is what is sometimes considered as to leading to the friendship kind of getting strained. So
yeah.
Originally, Jason was still supposed to be the leader, with Tommy doing his occasional appearance, like when he was the Green Ranger. Speaking of which, yeah, Tommy wasn't even supposed to be the White Ranger.
Surprise!
That role was supposed to go to Brad Hawkins, who played Ryan in VR Troopers. Jason David Frank even filming for another Power Rangers-esque show,
he has a leather jacket.
Cybertron. That's crazy. They were literally just okay with writing off Jason David Frank and never bringing him back. However, after Green No More, Saban received millions of letters from fans asking to bring back Tommy. So,
millions?
Here we are.
Yeah, don't mess with kids in the 90s. Okay? They didn't have the internet.
I feel like there were only 1 million people in the 90s in the world.
Something like that, right? But what was I going to point out? So this shot...
No, not damn it fans. Good thing fans.
Yeah,
did
good
that,
thing
chat.
fans.
Not damn it. Good thing.
We'll get to a damn it fans thing later. Don't worry. This shot is from the pilot. You can watch the pilot on YouTube, because with all the other stuff that came to the internet age, people found the pilot for Cybertron. It's...
Get out.
It's only like
I didn't
6...
know that.
It's like 6 minutes, because it's like... It's supposed to be a proof of concept pilot rather than like an actual pilot episode.
Aw.
It's not good. It's really crunchy and the quality is not great, but like I kind of understand what they were going for. So, yeah. Anyway, back to action.
And with the exit
Oh,
of the
what the fuck?
red, black, and yellow Rangers, it's clear whatever story arcs they wanted to tell had to be put on hold. And as we continue on with these episodes, you'll start to notice some obvious absences and terrible edits that I'll point out for you.
The
White
other three
Ranger
got
suit in
graduated.
Megazord
That's
is from
fucked
Die
up. But
Ranger.
yes.
Kiba Ranger to be exact. He's literally a child.
Yeah.
I guess Saban was pretty lucky that the 6th Die Ranger looks so similar to the Zhu Rangers. Just one more little step to making the adaptation for Die Ranger easier
That
on the
image goes
writers.
really hard.
Yeah.
Like,
But the season's completely separate. So from
Yeah.
Die Ranger, from Zhu Ranger. But yeah, they do look like similar enough that they could be from the same season.
But for now, let's move on.
I always thought he looked a
2
little
for
odd.
1.
Yeah.
Tommy and Kimberly are on a date. How adorable. Look how cute and sweet they are. I hope they never break up. Lord Zed then has his first really stupid plan. He turns Kimberly's purse and lipstick into monsters.
Whoa.
He's
What?
literally just doing this to ruin their
Whoa.
date. There's no
like
grander
Pokemon.
plan at work here. Maybe get some bitches and you'll be okay, Zed. It's kind of a slow
My
episode,
God's
honestly.
such a hater.
The first monster manages
Deserved.
to freeze Kimberly and Tommy. Well, great. I'm really impressed with this new White Ranger. He already needs saving. So Zach morphs out to help and literally immediately also gets frozen. We also get some more terrible Jason dubbing. Just listen to these 2 clips for comparison.
All right, lip syncer, time for the power of thunder. Let's show him the power of thunder. Tyrannosaurus Red Dragon Thunderzord power. Tyrannosaurus Red Dragon
Stupid.
Thunderzord power.
Damn.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Tommy and Trini find a way to
When you put them side by
names
side.
are
The
side.
energy,
so
though.
silly though.
The names,
Yeah.
lip syncer, you mean? Yeah.
No, the way they fucking Tyrannosaur, Dinozord,
Tyrannosaurus Red Dragon
Megazord
Thunderzord power. Yeah.
Transform, Henshin. It's so silly sometimes.
ADR, man. It's gotta be
Yeah.
crazy.
unfreeze everyone.
It's like they're trying to
Tommy
make so
fights
many
the first monster one-on-one.
phrases to sell stuff.
Well, that and just to fit a
Wise White
phrase
Dragon.
in a short amount of time, just like anime.
and
Be
beats
real
it.
quick.
And once
Me
again,
saying my
everyone
fucking
lives
intro
happily
collabed.
ever after.
Real.
Opposites attract. Billy creates a polarizer to learn about electromagnetic disturbances.
Polarizer.
Yeah.
Okay.
very
Meanwhile, Kimberly's doing some
polarizing.
Girl
That's
Scout
cool.
stuff with some friend who obviously has a crush on Billy.
Again.
Hey, you player, what about that other girl we
no.
never heard from? Remember her? In season 1?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Fine.
No.
Anyway, Zed turns the polarizer into Magnet Head, great name, and they fight.
What in the Hideo
Okay.
Kojima?
Okay. So
Magnet.
this
Flying?
this garbage pose that they do is it's supposed to be paying homage to the Die Ranger pose, but they don't do it right. And again, the internet wasn't really a big thing in 1994, so like I don't know who this was for, but it just looks so awkward.
It's a K-pop
Wait.
dance.
Wait. Next part. Hang on. The next part.
Tommy
You mean
wants
Tommy flying?
Now that's yeah.
Listen, don't worry about it,
He's doing his
okay?
damnedest.
He's trying his best out here, okay?
again gets the spotlight to
Just
fight
slid there,
Goldar all
bro.
by
So
himself.
Yeah.
And the girls are like, ooh, look at the White Ranger. He's so cool. Please buy the toy. I remember watching this episode a ton on VHS when I was a
Oh,
kid,
wow.
so I got a soft spot for it. They defeat Magnet Head, and Billy once again gets another girl.
Another one.
Also, you like this shot? That final screenshot of everyone smiling? I hope so, because this is the last episode to feature Jason, Zach, and Trini on screen. At least in terms of new footage. You'll see what I mean by that. Zed's Monster Mash. Billy, Kimberly, and Tommy are
It's gonna be
chaperoning
bad.
kids for trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, Jason,
The
Zach,
last
and
time they
Trini
were
are
seen
busy,
smiling.
doing whatever.
Literally.
So to trap the White Ranger, the
I
putties
feel so
transform into
bad.
kids.
Like it's so fucking like I just hate that it was about money.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like I really don't like that.
Yep.
Especially coming from a multi-millionaire like fucking franchise, you know?
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean.
Biggest
It's
children's
just so
franchise in the
uncomfy.
Guys, please be nice. They're just a multi-billionaire. Please.
small indie
please
company.
stop
Small
being
indie
so
company.
mean.
Yeah.
And
He's
even
trying
these
his best.
costumes are better than Zed's evil Rangers.
I mean,
Anyway, the putties
At
eventually
least
ambush
Kimberly
Tommy
and
Tommy
Tommy
beats
and
them
Billy
up.
are still here.
I wish they still
guess.
stayed in kid form.
Yeah.
Though. Could you imagine grown-ass Tommy doing these kicks to a child?
He goes
Oh, that's-
crazy. Look at
Kid
those
form.
kicks,
Could you
though.
imagine grown-ass Tommy doing these kicks to a child?
He has no
Wow.
excuse at this point. He's been doing this for way too long. to keep kicking
absolutely.
people.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up getting teleported
He's-
to a
And he's
cemetery.
aiming
I
for the
actually-
chest, bro, full force.
I
I
I
do
actually-
think he did.
I think these
I
are
do think
fake.
he is
I think these
missing
are just
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think these are just framed really well. Because remember, Koichi Sakamoto's in now, so he's like,
Yeah,
hey,
so he
I can
knows.
teach you. But like, if you look, he's not actually making contact. It just looks like he is.
Yeah, he is
Oh.
good now. He's just
Yeah.
that good now.
And Koichi
Yeah.
Sakamoto's a god, so
Me doing
Yeah.
these kicks to a child. He ends up getting teleported to a cemetery where he needs to fight off the monsters from their past,
Yippee!
including
only
Pumpkin
part
Rapper.
Of
My
Connor's
favorite.
videos
The
that
Rangers
I'm like,
eventually-
damn, you don't get that element of it. Is you don't get the
Oh, yeah.
like you don't
Yeah,
get the sound.
Yeah, Tommy's Kias are hits it,
Cool.
always hits it,
Yeah.
always hits it.
Eventually show up and they win the fight,
Ouch,
saving
ouch.
Halloween from bad rhymes.
Oh yeah, and Jason, Trini, and Zach just don't show up in the episode unless they're morphed and they're dubbed. So
Damn.
yeah,
It's
The
like
Ninja
really
Encounter
awkward.
Part
You can
1.
feel it.
This is where things
Like,
that
simultaneously
scene.
get serious
speaking of,
and awful at the same time. So we get this establishing shot of all the Rangers at a picnic, with footage from Trini that's clearly from another episode. And
That's so
Tommy's
fucking gross.
Yeah.
So ick.
something's a little
Yeah.
off here about Tommy. Does anyone know what it is?
Wearing
He's
green.
green.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's
Oh.
crazy.
Oh my
wearing
God.
green. Already, things are confusing.
Can't a
These
man
three
have different colored shirts?
No, and
No.
also Zach's
Not in
hair
this
is back
world.
to what it was in season 1.
Oh.
I'm literally thinking of
Yeah.
the Dino Thunder. Like I gotta go get. So I gotta go.
I
buy
gotta
some
go
black.
fill up my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Punks end up harassing a guy
Yeah.
and knock the stroller with an actual
my
baby
God,
in
not
it
this
down
dumb
the
shit.
hill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um.
shit.
Die,
What's that
die,
about?
die, die.
So this is
Fuck
this
the
is Jason David Frank's actual son.
Don't die,
really?
don't die, don't
Yeah,
die.
that's his actual
Don't
son.
die! Don't die!
Which one is Jason David Frank?
Tommy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the actual
He's a
son.
child.
How old is fucking Tommy in this?
He's like 22, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, when did he have a kid? That kid looks like they're 5.
I don't know. I'm gonna be real, but that is his son.
What the fuck, Tommy?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
giving kicks and giving dick around, it seems like.
Hill. And nobody tries to
Hard enough
stop
when
it.
you get pregnant,
And the
Haka.
only people who do
Oh
make
my
the
gosh.
action is
I love this,
Bulk
though.
and Skull.
Bulk and Skull
Yeah.
try and
This is
help.
the
Bulk and
first time they
Skull.
actively have tried to do something good for no reward. The baby ends up being saved by Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy, as well as these 3 mysterious teenagers, Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. They're
That's my
visiting from
boy!
Star
That's my
Trek in high
goat!
school, and they're
It's the
just such
goat!
good kids who happen to wear red, black, and yellow. But
Are they the corporate mandated replacement?
Very
Okay, now
interesting.
in fairness, Adam is really fucking cool,
Adam is the goat. For
and Rocky is funny. Like,
Karen Ashley is also
unintentionally really
amazing
funny.
IRL. She's very nice. I've met her a couple times.
I unironically do have more nostalgia for this trio
too.
because my encounter with Mighty Morphin is the movie.
Yep.
Like until way later. So this is my team.
So the
Right,
last thing I'll
like-
say on this scene, though, just so we can
Oh, wait,
keep
so they
going,
got completely replaced?
we'll get there. So this
Oh.
is Johnny Young Bosch. For those of you that don't know him, he is one of the most
Ichigo.
iconic.
Voice
Yep,
actor.
he is one of the most iconic voice actors
Bon
today.
God.
He's Ichigo in Bleach, Lelouch Code Geass. He's Nero and Devil May Cry. He's Dante in the new Devil May
Oh.
Cry. Like, he's super prolific.
everything.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
But I'm sure that's nothing.
He's-
Also,
cool as
where
shit.
were Jason, Zach, and Trini?
Yeah, they just didn't
You
show up
showed
in
them
the scene.
at the picnic. How come they didn't try and help the baby?
Eh.
Anyway, the 3 Rangers show up to watch a ninja competition.
would have
And
survived.
it goes on for way too long. But hey, look at that. The winners are Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. Who would have seen that
Whoa!
coming?
Surprise!
Aish.
Preston
really
wants
cool,
to turn them
dude.
into his minions, so they get abducted and get taken to his evil cave.
Why did she
Along
stick
with
out her
this baby's
tongue when
dad
she
from
fucking...
earlier.
Whatever.
Let's don't worry about it.
For some reason. What's important to note here, though, is that Bulk and Skull witness this and once again decide to leap into action and take care of the
Pretzel.
baby. A fun
He
fact
adopted
is that
a baby
apparently
as
a
this
baby
is
couple.
Jason David Frank's real-life son.
Is
Yeah.
this
We
their
also
movie?
see why Tommy's
Yeah,
wearing
so
green.
sad.
Surprise.
Taking care of a baby.
Oh man, what looks weird about this shot, guys?
Hey, have we seen this before? Everyone's in their original colors with the green
Yeah.
and the And the red. Also, like,
Zach's haircut is
isn't
also weird.
someone's
And the
hair
hair.
different?
Yeah. Wow. That's kind of crazy.
They've been reusing footage for a while. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
The whole show
Because
is
the
based
Bond
on
needed to
reusing
reuse
footage.
command center footage that had Jason, Zach, and Trini in it. And since Tommy was the Green Ranger for most of his run so far, they had to blend that in. It's so sad seeing these characters give
As a kid, I
incorrect
would never
reactions to
notice any of this.
information.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It is funny though, because as Connor points out, Zordon's like, all right, so we have a plan. And then they look really sad and depressed as he's like, yeah, we have a plan. It's like, what do you mean?
Why do
are
you
you
look
sad?
like that?
Yeah.
Ninja
Not
Encounter Part
again.
1 is pretty bad, honestly.
Go Billy.
We get 4
Yeah,
minutes
go
of baby
Billy.
chasing, 4 minutes of ninja fighting, 4 minutes of Bulk
I
and
hate the way
Skull
he punches in
shenanigans,
this.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
nothing else. Part 2 is much of the same. The Rangers need to save Rocky, Adam, and Aisha before they get brainwashed, but Zed sends down a monster, and the entire episode is the Rangers dealing with that. The only interesting thing that happens here is that Aisha picks the lock and frees her friends, where they have a little fight with the putties and hold their own pretty well. But almost immediately,
regular Rangers
Goldar
could
just
not do
locks
that.
them back up. Great.
That's
No,
true.
I'm glad. The Ninja Encounter
Oh,
finale
yeah, the episode's
is
over.
pretty lackluster too. It's once again the Rangers fighting a completely different monster unrelated
Wow,
to the
that's a cool
situation.
monster.
For the first,
I was
Yeah.
gonna say the monster
The
is
flower
cool, though.
one.
I will always,
Yeah.
I will also always
Sakura.
point this out. Tenpai no Daideboard, which is this little ball that he's holding. In Die Ranger, all the Rangers had to have a ball to control their like Zords because they're living things in the Sentai.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they kept this shot where he just shows the ball to the camera for some reason. So
I got 2.
He just
so
has
that's
a
pretty
ball.
impressive.
it just has a ball. Tenpai no Daideboard.
first half of the episode, they eventually do free Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, and all together they fight the putties and stop Zed's plan. When they return to the cave to save Billy, though, he removes his helmet, where the three
Oh, no.
teens learn the identity of the Power Rangers.
Oh no!
Where they go to the command center and take a vow to never reveal the identity of the Rangers. I'm not sure how forceful that vow is, though. Like, if I tell someone, do the Rangers show up to my front door and use the power
kill
blaster
you.
on me?
Yeah,
So
they
just
just
so
murder
there's
you.
some new friends being made. I'm sure they're not important,
You
though.
get
Just
executed,
another
like,
Richie and
immediately.
Curtis
Yeah.
on our hands.
Yeah, just they're
A
Richie,
monster of
you
global
know?
proportions.
Crazy.
There's a
It's
world
fine.
peace
Hey
conference
Roy,
happening.
before we start the next episode, I need to go.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go.
He
I'm gonna eat
hates
lunch
us.
with the family.
Hey,
I
no
can't
worries.
believe
He hates us.
He hates
Bye,
us.
Octavio.
You
I'll
were
let you
slipping
know.
back, Octavio.
I'll let you know where we end up so you can
Bye.
watch it and be ready for next time.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
I'll miss your,
you.
Bye,
your
Tavi.
sucker sucking.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't believe he's gone. I can still hear
Who's
his
gonna
voice.
who's gonna suck on the sucker now, dude?
He's sucking.
What?
The lollipop.
Oh. What?
Man, you guys don't pay attention.
Anyway,
Sorry, my bad.
Where 3 teenagers from Angel Grove will be chosen to travel the world and promote peace. Huh. Meanwhile, Rocky, Adam, and
That's
Aisha
interesting.
join in
Yeah,
the
interesting.
festivities and showing these world ambassadors a fun time in Angel Grove. That is until the putties attack and they all leap into action. Man, these guys
Why was
are
one of that
really
putties
good at
like
fighting the
really fucking
putties.
thick?
Man.
don't
Did you see
worry.
that? Did you
'cause
see that?
listen, don't
There's some really
Man,
thick
these
putties.
guys
Don't
are
worry
really
about it.
good at fighting the putties. Also, Billy flirts with this one girl. Like, there's no way he's the nerd anymore. He's got that Triceratops riz. Anyway, the ambassadors get
Honestly, guy is like, he's so
Triceratops riz.
good.
Oh, I forgot they're based off. They were originally based off of dinosaurs. I
Yep.
keep forgetting it because dinosaurs are so unprevalent in the fucking series.
Yeah, they season 2 they're really
Yeah,
disconnected. from
not at all.
dinosaurs.
kidnapped, and
Yeah.
it's up to the
So much
Rangers to
riz.
save
It
them. With the help of this Turtle Zord.
It's Tor.
Yeah, they just get a new Zord halfway through the fight.
Zord.
Titanus never died, by the way, so I don't know why we need the Turtle Zord.
Yeah, and the Dragon Zord is still in the sea, just kind of chilling. So,
But turtle.
but Turtle.
Sell more toys.
Turtle
Yeah.
Epic though.
Zed Waves. Zed creates a monster that turns anyone who gets hit with its
That's
frequency
sick.
into mindless zombie
That's a
slaves.
sick
There's
monster.
once again
Yeah,
another
absolutely.
putty attack
Oh,
that
man.
Rocky, Adam, and Aisha show up
Look
to.
at that
They look
martial
so
arts
good
they
in red,
show
black,
off.
and yellow. But again, I'm sure that's nothing.
I
But here's
I know. Okay, I know that I was making fun of Rocky, and I will continue to, but I kind of forget he's actually kind of badass in the
Yeah.
early episodes.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
both-
shit. Okay, yeah.
Both Steve
Like, he
Cardenas and
kinda-
Johnny Young Bosch were trained martial artists before joining on
Yeah.
with Power Rangers. So, and Steve
Yeah, I
Cardenas
was
still
like,
owns a
shit.
couple dojos across the U.S. So,
He's,
Oh,
he's
damn.
pretty badass.
yeah.
Here's
It'd be a
something
shame
that
if
kind of
something really
bothered me.
stupid happened to him
Zordon
later.
tries to call Tommy, you know, the new leader of the Power Rangers, and he doesn't answer his communicator
Oh,
because
no.
he's distracted.
That's
so Zordon calls
crazy.
Jason, and he answers the call. All in beautiful reused footage.
Yeah, this was from an older episode that they used the same
Really?
exact shot. Yep. Same
This is, like,
exact
so
shot.
specific.
Yeah, because they were scuba diving, but it's like,
Oh, they were
They-
just out scuba diving.
yeah, they were just
casually?
out scuba
Maybe they're
diving.
avid scuba divers.
They were in another
So
episode,
active.
but it was used for a different plot. So,
So they morph on out to confront the monster, only to immediately be put under its control.
Yeah, they get
it's so
bibimbopped.
pointless. Billy creates a device that'll undo the frequency. However, they all get overwhelmed, having the device be stepped on.
oh my god, it's Project
as
Zomboid.
well as them
Zombies?
turning
It's
into zombie
Zomboid!
slaves. Luckily,
I can
Rocky
never get
and
away.
Aisha are teleported to the command center and are all able to fix Billy's device, turning everyone back to normal and blowing up the monster.
Yippee!
And with that,
Hell yeah.
leads us here. The
Oh,
Power Transfer, Part 1.
can you guess what's gonna happen in this episode?
They're getting rid of
Here we go.
the fucking workers.
Wow, that's anyway.
crazy.
Would have
The
thought.
Three
Kind of on the
teenagers who will be
nose.
going to
Yeah.
Switzerland for the peace conference have been selected.
Whoa!
Jason,
Wonder why?
teenagers who will be going to Switzerland for the peace conference
I wonder why Tommy's wearing green. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Why would he do that? Wild Dio.
Like it's the
He-
power
wild
transfer,
diet.
and they couldn't even get this right.
been selected. Jason, Zach, and Srini.
And they still use
Who
the
would've
old
seen that
picture of
coming?
Zach.
We get this kind of interesting shot where the rest of the Rangers inform them that they've been chosen. Tommy's once again wearing green because we need more recycled command center footage with Jason, Zach, and Srini. Zordon informs the
Zach's
team that
hair
they'll
is
need
back
to
to
go
normal.
the deserted planet to find the Sword of Light in order to transfer the red, black, and yellow Rangers' powers to 3 new people.
Whoa.
And this deserted planet actually doesn't look like a random backyard in California. It's actually a unique location that feels like a completely desolated place.
That's
Meanwhile,
pretty cool, actually.
Ironically, that is a Die Ranger
actually-
shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just
That's funny.
it's because really dark stuff that happens in Die Ranger where a lot of people die.
a
Anyway.
unique location.
Oh,
that
it's
feels
just
like a
Mexico
completely
and
People do
desolated
die in
place.
fucking.
Meanwhile,
Oh yeah, Super Sentai, because it's in Japan, and Japan treats their children differently when it comes to like what they're allowed to watch and what they are willing to teach them. People die all the time in Super Sentai and Kamen Rider.
Buddy, we know.
Damn.
We watch. All of us have watched anime.
Good.
Yeah, oh,
Just
yeah.
making sure.
Lord Zed creates his own Zord to get there first to destroy the Sword of Light.
Oh.
His Zord is Serpentera.
It came
this
back!
massive
It came back!
dragon. Seriously, Jason summons the Zords, and they're like mosquitoes compared to Serpentera.
Yep.
This thing is so
Oh, that's
massive and
sick.
powerful. Just go to Earth with this thing if the Zord can't take it down. The B plot follows a sleeping machine that
That's
Zed
freaking
also
great.
sent
I
down
love
to Earth that Rocky,
Serpentera.
Adam, and Aisha are choosing to deal
Serpentera is
with.
the size of a
They gotta
planet.
fight the putties and
Basically.
figure out how to destroy
It's like
this device
Unicron.
without
Yeah.
any powers. The Rangers find the Sword of Light, but Lord Zed decides to just blow up the entire planet, taking out the sword as well as the Rangers.
So
Part 2 kicks off with the
it's crazy because
taking out
like
the sword
this
as
shot
well as the Rangers.
in Die Ranger. So this is Shinryu, like literally Shinryu in mythology, and it is like an ancient deity dragon that is like, you know what, evil, good. I'm tired of you guys fighting. If you don't stop fighting, I'm just gonna destroy everything. And then they don't stop fighting, so he just like destroys a major metropolitan area of Japan, and like hundreds of thousands of people die.
Damn.
That's
Sounds more
nuts.
like he's on evil side.
I mean, he is. He's like, I told you guys to stop, and this is what happens when I tell you not to stop, you know?
Part
Sounds
2 kicks off with the rest of the
pretty
gang on Earth trying to outsmart
Yeah,
the
he's
putties,
crazy.
laying the smackdown on them and using their epic soccer skills to destroy the sleeping
Why are
device.
these
These dudes
like-
have spent multiple
Meanwhile,
episodes
before Zed
whooping
manages
Putty's
to
ass
actually
with
blow
no
up the
power.
planet, the Rangers
Oh yeah, this is the shot. This is just a major metropolitan area of Japan, and it's just this giant bomb
managed to
vortex
retrieve the Sword
that
of Light
destroys
just
it.
in the nick of time. And yeah, Zed actually destroys an entire planet. So, with the Sword of Light in their possession, the power transfer can begin. Zordon
The
tells
plastic
Jason, Zach,
sword.
and Srini that they've done a
Yup.
great job as Power Rangers, and that they'll be able to serve the world in a new way. It should be an emotional moment.
Should be.
But it kind of rings hollow
when Zach's hair doesn't match either, and it's just old reused footage of them staring and emoting at the wrong times.
none of them are able to actually say anything. But who could possibly be the new Power Rangers?
Yes.
Well, it's none other
Richie.
than Richie and Curtis.
Yeah!
No, of course
I
not.
was joking.
It's Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. They transfer the powers to them, get a little speech about how heroic they are and why they were chosen, and then they just kick Jason, Zach, and Trini out of the command center.
Yeah, they're just
And
gone.
the episode's not
Forever.
even over yet. Zed sends down another
Literally
monster,
gone.
and
Yep.
it's back to action. They're like, please forget about the old Rangers, we got new ones, look. They legit just cram in a putty fight, Zord summon, and Zord fight halfway through the episode.
Yep.
Look, I get why you couldn't have the episode be as emotional since the actors weren't actually there, but it just feels kind of slapped together and rushed. Whatever, I guess they worked with what they had.
Adam, my king.
But yeah,
Me too.
This
Me too.
officially
Really
marks
didn't
the
wanna
end
fucking
of
pay- what a
Jason, Zach,
pathetic-
and Trini.
Yep.
Now, as a kid, yeah, I obviously hated all of this, but I was just a kid who hated change in general. How I felt about Rocky, Adam, and Aisha is how I felt about Joe coming into Blue's Clues. Who are you? You're not the guy. I'll save how I feel about Jason, Zach, and Trini compared to Rocky, Adam, and Aisha when we reach the end of Season 2. After all, we gotta actually see some episodes of these three actually a part of the core group.
Yep. And that brings us to the the second half of season 2. Now that we've had the power transfer, and now that Rocky, Adam, and Aisha are part of the team.
Can I say a hot take?
You can.
I do think the new three are better than the old three. Like, I think the only person I would say that that's not true for is Rocky is less cool than Jason. But beyond that, like, I really am more nostalgic for these guys because they were in the movie.
Honestly, none of them have personalities to me so far because I feel like we've spent 99% of the video talking about Tommy. Or Tommy.
Tommy. But that's the thing
Yeah.
too, is like Adam, like Rocky's funny and he's kind of a dork and like he tries really hard, you know, like, but he's kind of like, he
I mean,
has
we haven't
huge
seen that
shoes to
yet.
fill.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
Like,
haven't
no,
seen
but
that
I mean,
yet.
like,
Theta.
Yeah,
And all the
but,
other
like,
characters didn't
I'm not gonna
really
spoil
have much of a
nothing, but,
personality
like-
either, though.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, is like the other characters, like they have, like, I feel like they will grow a personality. Aisha maybe less so, like she tries, but like she's there, right? But like especially like Adam in particular gets a lot. But like like you said, like Zach is quirky and dances hip hop keto. You know,
That's not a
Trini's-
personality. Those
No,
aren't
it's not.
personalities.
That's what I mean. Like hip hop keto is not a personality. Trini's cool but doesn't do a lot, and Jason is the leader. You know, like I don't know. That's my hot take. Like I know that everybody loves them, but I'm like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I just feel bad that it happened over money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chad says it well too. The Rocky episodes don't do him justice, which I agree with.
Yeah,
Rocky's a very poorly written character, unfortunately, and it's nothing against
yeah.
Steve Cardenas. It's against the
I like
writers.
laughing at Rocky.
Yeah.
Like I think they try so hard and Rocky ends up coming across as like a big dork because of it. And
Yeah.
I find it endearing, but I know a lot of people don't like Rocky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start forgetting these names, dude. I'm
me
trying
too,
hard
man.
because we keep saying the actor names and then the character names.
I try to say I've been trying to say the character name.
I'll move to saying the character names to make it easier. All right.
It doesn't help that all the
All
actors are
right.
3 names.
Well, let's continue,
That's
I guess.
Yeah. Here we go.
Goldar's vice versa. We get an Adam-focused episode.
Right
with there
away,
being a dance
yippee!
coming up where the girls need to ask the guys out. Everyone seems to be getting a date, including Bulk and Skull with female versions of themselves. It's
Billy even got
absolutely
asked by
adorable.
another girl.
Adam is the
Aw.
only one who hasn't been asked yet and feels like he probably won't be. We get a good look into Adam's character. He's a normal, friendly guy who just has confidence issues. Which, hey, I think that's pretty relatable. Lord Zed takes advantage of this by sending down a perfect girl for Adam.
Whoa!
This girl, however, ends up being
Aw.
Scorpina. Oh my god, I totally forgot about
Let's
her.
fucking
That's
go.
There you
Still
go.
alive.
In
Her
case you were wondering. I'm surprised they
God
brought her back,
damn.
though. Along with Finster, Scorpina hasn't been seen since Rita was kicked out.
Yup.
But hey, I guess they can use her a lot more now since they have a new English-speaking actress
We
playing
love
her.
Scorpina.
Right?
I love Scorpina.
This is the last time that she's ever seen in the franchise ever again.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
This show sucks.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
I know.
That's not an exaggeration. This is the last time.
So season 1 and 2 of Power Rangers are the worst shows, right? And all the other seasons are better?
I will say season 2 I think
don't-
is weaker than season 1 because there's a lot of, obviously, like as we've been watching it, you've seen how awkward some of the splicing of scenes together has been, the bad voiceover stuff with the three
Yeah.
leaving Rangers. So I always say season 2 is worse than season 1 for that reason. There's a lot of things I really like about season 2. I love the Thunder Zords. I really like Adam. But like, yeah, I think season 2 is weaker. Season 3 of MMPR is the best of MMPR. And
Okay.
while not every season is better than MMPR season 2, there are some ones that are worse. But it's not for these reasons. Stop for stuff like this. That's crazy.
So the Rangers defeat Scorpina and Goldar for the 20 millionth time, and who could have guessed it? A nice girl ends up asking Adam out to the dance.
Yippee!
Mirror of Regret. It's another Adam episode, with him and Rocky teaching karate at the youth center, when Adam notices a young boy being picked on. Adam takes him under his wing because he sees a lot of his younger self in this kid, being picked on for his size back in the day. Lord Zed then creates the Mirror of Regret to try and use it on Adam, showing memories of his past bullying and attempts to break his
The
confidence
mirror of
completely.
Eroset.
It almost works, but Adam of course powers through and realizes that his past can't hurt him anymore. So he whoops the putties and goes off to
he-
fight the monster.
Was bullied or was a bully?
Was bullied.
Bullied.
Oh, was bullied. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, that I didn't know.
You may also notice the suits look a little different. This is American footage.
Oh.
And
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
it
didn't,
doesn't
I
look
didn't notice
terrible.
that one.
yeah. So with the change,
Oh.
they actually got a little bit more budget and they made the suits better.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they
guess,
seem
you know,
better.
when you don't have to pay your actors, you can put more money into the suits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that,
Damn.
right?
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah.
Where the Rangers get this new blaster.
It's from
It's
Die Ranger.
Okay. It's not as cool as the Power Blaster.
I just wanted to use
but
it.
I guess they
No,
wanted to
it's
sell
kind of
toys.
comic to
Yeah.
be involved. When is a
Yeah, I don't
Ranger
like it.
not a
I
Ranger?
love this episode. Unironically, one of my favorite of the franchise.
This episode is easily top tier. Lord Zed basically wipes the Rangers' memories, making them forget who they are, and in turn, forgetting that they're Power Rangers. Zordon kind of tells them that they're superheroes and lazily teleports to a field, where Bulk and Skull see this and actually finds out the Rangers' identities. Yeah, after all this
Yup.
time, they finally see it. Now, here's where the episode gets really good. The Rangers are completely helpless. They don't know what's going on. So, who stands up to the monster? None other than Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
Let's go, lads.
To reverse the spell. Seeing Bulk and Skull finally stand up to a monster and actually outsmart it to save the day is so satisfying to see. They manage to give their Rangers back their memories, but in the process, get their memories wiped. So, yeah, Bulk and Skull have now
Yeah, so
completely
they forget.
forgotten the Rangers' identities.
Yep.
There is a nice heartwarming part at the end, though, where Bulk and Skull are recounting saving the Power Rangers, but no one, of course, believes them. But Aisha and Kimberly overhear this story and say that they actually do believe Bulk and Skull,
Because they
giving
know they
them
did
a
it.
confidence boost.
Yeah.
I get why
Yeah.
Bulk and Skull
Aw.
couldn't continue knowing the Rangers' identities, but come on now, they clearly proved themselves as honorable
They
heroes.
totally could've,
I feel like it
though.
Yeah, they really
Like-
could have. I thought it would have been really nice.
Yeah.
could have been a fun dynamic, you
Good
know?
episode, though.
Like maybe
Yeah.
Tommy needs to sneak away from class and Bulk and Skull have to cover for him. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Rocky just wants to have fun.
It's your favorite
Zed
episode.
puts a spell on Rocky
Athena.
that, you guessed it,
It's my-
only makes him want to
Wait,
have fun.
oh, is it like because
ignoring
it's
all of
Rocky
his
focused?
responsibilities
Yeah.
to just
Was that
play
Kaneko?
around. For being the first Rocky
Baby, it's a
focused
pachinko
episode,
machine,
it would
I'll
have
tell you
been
that
nice
much.
to have one to show off his personality. Like Ernie gets this new pachinko machine and
Wait.
Rocky plays with it for a few seconds, and then
Yeah, it's
Zed puts the
pachinko.
spell on him. If
The
all
Pachinko,
his
yeah.
character is that
Pokemon.
he's a goofball
Yeah.
and likes to play around, I wish they actually showed that off before putting a spell on him and making it an extreme. You know what I'm saying? This episode is also where that gif of the Red Ranger running around came from. Alpha
I'm
manages to
sure-
remove
Okay,
the
you know
spell-
what? You know what? Fuck it.
Hmm.
I'm just owning it. I love Rocky. Rocky's better than Jason. Fucking fight me. I don't give
Oh
a shit.
my gosh.
He actually has a personality. Fucking fight me. I don't care. Power Ranger fandom.
You're gonna make some
Come at me.
enemies on that one. Holy
Come at me,
crap,
Rocky's way
dude.
better.
Picking fights.
Rocky's
Rocky's
superior.
cute.
Fight.
from Rocky, and he saves
He's
the
all
day,
cute. He's a little
learning
cute.
that there's a time for fun
Yeah.
and a time
He's
for
he's a
play.
dork.
Although, again, before the spell was put on him, he was pretty responsible.
It was perfectly fine.
Lights, camera, action.
I like this
The
episode,
Rangers
even though
come
it's
on a
not
TV
good.
show to talk about the importance of exercise and good grades and stuff like that.
PSA.
Yeah,
This
what?
feels like something that we would
It
see
is-
in real life, you know?
It's like a
Power
PSA
Rangers-
episode where they go on like, you know, the Tonight Show, basically. And it's just,
Oh.
it's
The
just
show
funny.
usually teaches us that kind of stuff anyway. Why are they doing this in the form of an in-universe talk show?
I just thought it was funny.
I don't know. It's kind of a weird premise
I
for an
like-
I
episode.
love them
It's
sitting
not
on
that
the-
good. You
Yeah.
can honestly skip it.
Yeah.
Where there's smoke,
that
there's
guy.
fire.
I love the bracket
It's a-
and their helmet too.
Did Zordon
Yeah.
tell them to go on a talk show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he gave them permission.
Rangers.
My days.
What'd you say, Haka? You love the what?
The bracket on the helmets. If you like zoom in on the helmet, you can see where
Yeah.
they're.
Oh,
at.
the clip. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
So that's also an American thing that ended up getting like really honed in on American footage in general. So like every American
Yeah.
helmet has these clasps. So
It's kind
I
of
wonder why.
I think it's because at least in the scenes that we see, there's a couple scenes where they take the helmets off and they undo the clips and they show you
Oh.
them unclipping the clips. So
Got it.
yeah.
Aisha focused episode where we actually do get to learn about her character. Aisha gets chosen to be the volunteer
It only
fire
took
safety expert.
almost half a
whatever that
season.
means.
Yeah.
At first she's doing good, looking out for safety hazards, but eventually goes on a power trip, bossing people around and telling them what to do in the name of fire safety. And when Lord Zed sends down a fire monster, Aisha takes
a
it
dude
upon
that breathes
herself to
fire.
fight it one-on-one, not working as a team and just going headstrong alone.
She goes crazy.
Where she needs to learn the importance of
That's kinda
teamwork
cool,
and
though.
not doing
Yeah.
It's like,
everything
fuck
by
you guys.
yourself.
I'll just do it myself.
It's a good episode, honestly. I like it. Scavenger hunt. There's a scavenger hunt throughout Angel Grove.
Yeah, I remember this
and
one
Zed
being really
ruins it by
stupid.
turning one of the objects into a monster.
It's like a tank.
Again,
the monster's
not
cool,
one of his
though.
greatest
Yeah.
plans. Just interrupting a school scavenger hunt.
Look at my goat.
That's about
There's
it,
my goat right
honestly.
there.
The Rangers gotta fight the putties.
My
then they
warrior
fight
of
the
wisdom.
monster,
I do like that monster.
where they end up still managing to win the
Warrior of
scavenger hunt.
wisdom.
To be fair, though, they were probably the only kids
Ah, yes,
doing it.
Rocky,
What high
the
schooler was
wise.
doing an extracurricular scavenger hunt?
I mean, he was wise
Dude,
like an
I
ape.
would do a
That might
scavenger
guide you
hunt
as
in high
scavenger
school.
hunt.
Yeah, I would love that.
I think it would be fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Great Bukala Escape. An alien crash lands in
what?
Angel Grove.
Bukala?
A Bukala, whose ship is powered by a powerful diamond that Lord
That's-
Zed wants to power Serpentera.
What was
So the
that
Rangers must
diamond?
find a way to
It's a
simultaneously
diamond.
fix
That
the
is
Bukala
definitely
ship,
Shut up like
hide
bedazzled
the diamond from
Kabuki.
Zed, and
Yeah.
send the Bukala back home. Billy ends up
If they
befriending
hear
the Bukala
Kabuki and
wants to
say,
learn
"Oh,
more
you
about
mean Bukala?"
Yeah, Bukala Theater? Yeah, totally.
I think that's the idea. I think that's it.
Oh.
space
I
and
would-
the universe.
Oh.
That's some long
That's
time
unfortunate.
foreshadowing. It's a really good episode that doesn't really have any high school shenanigans. It's all about saving this alien and trying to outsmart Zed. Again, I
foreshadowed
like
the
these
thing?
kinds of episodes a lot more.
They talk about how like the world is bigger out there, and I think there's like a line about you really think you're the only Rangers fighting for good in the universe type thing.
There's
Oh, okay, yeah, so they
aliens?
straight up-
What?
I mean the Bukala is an alien. So yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are
It's-
being
it-
very casual about some big ass lore drop.
Oh, don't worry.
Are-
It's going to get fucking
Wait,
crazy
but
later.
Zed and Rita are evil space wizard magician monsters.
That's not the same thing as
You're-
an alien
you're-
race.
You're telling me Power Rangers is fucking cosmic horror? I see.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
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 Also,
Super
really
Satan's
cute
there.
note. I saw people in the YouTube chat saying goodnight to people in the Twitch chat, and I thought that was adorable.
Oh, that is really
Aw.
cute. I love my dusk bunnies.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you guys. Good night to the people that are going to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep, fuckers.
I'm also glad that both chats had my back. They're like, nah, man, Rocky's cool. I was like, fuck yeah, Rocky's cool.
I don't hate Rocky as much as everyone else does, but I also don't hate TJ as much as everyone else does.
I have the Power Rangers fucking like ready for him like open just in case someone's like, man, fuck Athena.
Yeah, just man, fuck that guy.
Real.
I don't think I hate any Ranger outside of
Rangers.
I mean, Rocky seems better because, like, you're right. The first guy really didn't have much fucking personality. He was just like, he was trying to be so angsty for fucking what, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still
he was
don't
a
see
leader.
personality in anyone. Like I'm trying to get it, but we're also getting like a very small snippet of every
Yeah.
single fucking episode,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
I
hard
don't know.
to grasp like who is who. You know?
Yeah. Except for Tommy,
Yeah,
because
you're
Tommy's the
getting,
leader.
Like, the overview.
That's his personality.
Well, he's the most
Yeah.
important one.
Yeah, he's the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tommy is the everything, apparently, according
Yeah.
to this fucking show, because
Yeah.
the only
You're right.
person we've talked about at super length has been fucking Tommy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he's the only one that
Yeah.
matters.
To be fair,
Everyone else is an
because-
extra.
To be fair, when he shows, he's just that cool. Like I remember.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, shut
going
up.
back and
That-
being like, he's
Tommy's
just
that
fucking-
cool.
He's just,
Okay.
He's just that fucking cool.
He had
man. He's
5
just awesome.
episodes, and that was it. He
So,
had 5
he-
episodes.
So here's the thing, Joel.
Yeah, but now he's the White Ranger and he's badass.
So here's the thing, Joel. I know you made a joke about everybody else being extras. You're actually right. When it comes to like scenes, and especially as
Okay,
season
I made
2,
the extra joke.
Oh, I'm
I need
sorry.
that credit. I
Sorry.
need that credit, or I don't feel good about
I'm
myself.
sorry. I
Thank
thought
you.
you made the joke. Zanny's right about
Every funny joke
the
is
other
in it.
Rangers being extras. And as the season goes on, and you'll see it in season 3 as well, there's a lot of like just Tommy focus in general for some reason. And the reason is usually because he brings in the most money, because everyone's buying,
He's
the
the
White
cool
Tiger
one.
Zord and, the White Ranger figures, or they bought the Green Ranger figures before. So, yeah.
Unironically, it is his show
Yeah.
until
So-
eventually it's not.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yippee!
Forever friends. Aisha's friend from Stone Canyon is in town for a dance competition where, Kimberly is also taking part in.
Oh.
Who is also now Aisha's best friend.
Oh.
Where the two girls are bratty with each other and they need to learn
Picnic!
to share Aisha and maybe even become friends themselves. Oh, just what a happy ending. Yeah. All right, let's move on. A real fish story.
Damn, all right.
Rocky is being a lifeguard. Cool.
Just hates
Is
women,
it
I
a
see.
Rocky-focused episode where we can learn about him? No. He's just
No?
kind of the focus.
Yeah.
Lord Zed revives all of
That's
the
all-
past
is this a
fish and
Rocky-focused
water-related
episode? No.
monsters.
No.
Because it's a lifeguard episode.
Fish.
It's all right,
that
I
the
guess.
same fish they fought
Again,
before?
I would have
Yeah, he brings back all the fish-related enemies.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
liked to learn something about Rocky, but hey, beating up fish is cool too. Rangers Back in Time Part 1.
Vulcan's Skull
Lord
going to
Zed
jail,
reverses
I guess?
time and turns the
Oh.
Rangers into children, where they don't have access to their powers or even really their
Wait, what? Oh, no, okay.
Not
okay,
yet.
never mind.
memories.
I was like-
I'm not a fan
I'm
of
sure
doing
Zanny is
episodes
really
in live
excited
action
though. He
shows,
loves these
because
episodes.
you now have to use actual
Jesus.
children.
Hate child
and
actors.
kids
I
are
hate
usually
child
terrible
actors.
actors.
I hate them.
The best part
I
of the
hate
episode is
them.
near the end, where there's a putty fight and they need to use
This
their
is
children
actually
power to
what
defeat
Power
them.
Rangers would
Except
be
for-
for a lot of people.
No, okay.
Kid
Listen,
actors are the
those
worst.
kid actors fucking suck. They need to be doing a fucking real job, either in like a fucking textile factory or a steel mill or down a fucking mine.
The
How
children
about
yearn
going
for
to
the
school
mines.
or staying in school?
Why would
No,
they do
they
that?
yearn-
Why would I want
they
them there?
yearn
What are they
for the
doing there?
mines.
Oh my gosh, dude! Anytime he says this, I always just laughs.
He says this, and I'm like, okay, let's. Have you been to the coal mine? Did you do your fucking time?
Yes.
No.
He's an
Why,
incubus.
why would
he
I
do
go
that?
to the
Shut
coal
the fuck
mine?
up.
Why
What
would
do you
I
mean?
Why would I go to a coal mine? I'm an adult.
Did you go to the
I-
coal
I
mine when you
never-
were a kid, or were you fucking born as an adult?
I'm not a
Please,
child.
so-
I'm
I
an
was-
adult.
Should I pray for
was-
your fucking mom's vagina? What do you mean? Were you born an adult?
Listen, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm not a child. These children
Yes, I
need to
did
learn
mention
some
the Lord
practical
Zed
life
staff
skills. We need to
thing.
get rid of this child unemployment.
What were you doing when you were a kid? You haven't answered the question.
Apparently working at
Listen.
a fucking textile factory, it seems
Yeah,
like.
apparently,
There's not way too much fucking
apparently.
experience
Listen,
in
I'm
that.
trying to teach these kids life skills. I'm trying to give them a good
Teach 'em
future.
what? You haven't been. What did you do as a kid?
Oh my gosh, dude!
You were in school. Shut the fuck up. You weren't in it. You didn't have a job.
Dude, it was the steel mill that fucking killed me,
Screaming.
man.
Yeah, the steel mill, absolutely.
Fucking steel mill.
That's-
Anyway, back to children.
Tommy, who even as a kid
Fighting.
can still whoop these putties. The Child Rangers get trapped in a picture where, again,
It's so funny
none
that
other than
even as a
Bulk
kid,
and
Tommy's
Skull
still
steal
the
the picture
guy.
Yep.
and try and save the day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why this needed to be a two-parter. Alpha manages to create a device and turns
They
the
paid
Rangers
for the
back
child
into
actors.
teenagers.
No, they probably
Where
didn't.
they defeat the monster and
Oh
return
yeah,
it
it's
to
a
They were the
non-union
cousins
show.
of the actors.
Yeah, on it. You want actually want to hear something funny?
Uh-huh.
So,
Child labor.
Dude.
I don't-
now you're getting my point.
so I don't remember. I don't know their name, but you guys know Bryce Papenbrook,
The
Yeah.
fuck is that?
the voice actor. He's
He's a voice
Kirito
actor.
and Eren in Attack on Titan.
Oh,
Eren
okay.
Yeager.
So
I only know the abridged Kirito. Sorry,
that's okay. Do you know Eren Yeager's English voice in Attack on Titan?
I don't like Attack on Titan.
No worries. So Bryce Papenbrook's
He's in other things.
dad worked on this show as like doing like ADR and voice stuff. And so he brought his son on to do like child or like some monster voices, and that's how Bryce got his
Oh
start in voice acting.
No.
That's actually
Yeah.
really
That's
funny.
sick.
Yup. So he talks
That's
about
actually
that.
kinda cute.
See, one of the benefits of child labor, like things change.
You said it. You
Thanks,
said
Big
it.
Up.
You said it.
Yeah.
That was a you thing.
Uh-huh.
Yep. There's Bob
Yep.
Papenbrook. Thank you. Thank you.
That's so
guys.
funny,
The
though.
benefits of getting them in young.
There you go.
everything back to the
I just
normal
wanted to mention that
times.
because it's funny.
Cool. I hope the
also a
Power
nose
Rangers never turn into children again.
Yeah, that'll never happen again, right?
All right, next episode. The
Power
Wedding
Ranger
Part
Kids.
That's
1.
okay.
Lord Zed.
That's why I like held my breath because I'm like, please God, no. And then I'm like, oh no, wait, that's season 3. Like,
We'll get there.
I got
goes offline,
I
needing
felt
to
the
do his
fear of
1
God
million
in
year
me.
recharge. That's a recharge he needs to do
Which is
every
funny.
1
Guys,
there's
million
only 2
years.
minutes left of the
Meanwhile,
video.
Rita's
Yeah.
space dumpster crash lands on the moon, and we see Finster for the first time since Rita was kicked
That's
out.
Finster.
He's sad that he doesn't get to create monsters anymore.
I love
but hey,
Finster.
what
That's
time is it?
Finster.
That's
Rita's
Finster.
back, and Finster manages to bring her back to her original size. And she's got a
Oh, they
devious plan
hugged.
up
That
her
was
sleeve.
Yeah.
The Rangers and
I
Bulk
love-
and
I love
Skull are
Rita.
also visiting Australia for a
Sydney?
school
Yeah.
trip. I believe
They're in
they
Australia.
actually are in Australia since at
That's
the
so
time
cool.
they were filming the movie.
Yep.
And that's where they filmed it.
So they were literally filming the movie, but they were like, we need to get a couple more episodes out. So they filmed the episodes in Australia, which gives us some really cool sets.
Back to
That
Rita's
must have
evil
been
plan.
so weird for the
She has
cast.
Finster
I'm sure.
create a love potion that they will slip into Zed's sleep machine, and it'll make him fall in love with her. She also gets a
Well,
new
gross.
makeover to make her
Me
look
first,
younger.
me first.
The reason for this
Me
is to not have a reliance on the Sentai footage anymore.
For Rita specifically. So they
I
replaced
love
her with
this
this new
widow.
actress. Yeah.
I love Rita.
What's
I'll
funny
treat
though
her right.
is that Rita's new actress is Carla Perez. However, the voice is still done by Barbara Goodson.
That's some
So-
Darth Vader shit.
So they have an actress that is playing Rita and speaks English fluently, but they still dub her over with Barbara Goodson's voice because she's so iconic as Rita. And Barbara Goodson,
Weird.
also an iconic voice actress that is still active today.
After 10,000
Damn.
years, I'm free.
Literally.
What this means is that even though Carla is
They
reading
Darth
her lines
Vadered
in
her.
English, she's still dubbed over by Barbara. It's kind of
That's so
funny,
weird.
honestly, but I absolutely love it.
It do
As
be
a
I'll be
wedding gift
really
for
pissed
Zed,
if I was.
Rita
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be happy with that.
with Carla
Yeah.
Perez. Yeah. It is kind of
Yeah.
weird. I don't really know why they did it except for the voice being iconic. Yeah.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, she's Turbo Granny and Don Don. There you go. In the English dub of it.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
programs Alpha to be evil and to trap the
Oh,
Rangers
she's
in
Laharl
this
and
evil
Disgaea
haunted
too.
theater.
That's a good one.
It's kind of creepy, to be honest. I remember seeing this as a kid and genuinely being terrified. Imagine a school of
Yeah.
past monsters, where it also cuts off the Rangers' ability to teleport and summon their weapons.
I love this
Part
setting
two.
though.
this
This is
is a
all
ploy?
in, this. What is it?
Oh, this is a ploy for selling the fucking like children outfits, bro. Like this whole episode is a whole ass fucking ad, so they could be like, by the way, the suits used here, they're for sale.
Well, not until Hasbro.
That's
took
every
over.
episode, Haka.
No,
Yeah.
but this is for the kids, bro. This is straight up for the kids. Like, oh my god, see, I can also wear that, daddy. It's like,
You
oh,
mean the kids
Yeah.
episode?
Wait, they aren't kids anymore, Haka.
oh, they look so fucking shrunk down to me, bro. I thought it was like,
What the
Haka,
fuck?
they stopped
No,
being
those are-
kids
they're
an
not
episode
kids.
ago. They're in
Yeah.
Australia now. Remember?
I was confused.
Oh,
Yeah, no, they're not kids. They're not kids right now.
yeah, no.
They're
This
okay.
is just
They
shot
look
differently
so
because
tiny though.
they're in Australia, so they shot it lower because they were at this literal theater, and that's what the
Oh.
setting is. So
Oh. Man.
Rangers'
No,
ability to
Australians are
teleport and
shorter.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go, there you go.
summon
The
their
Australians
weapons.
are very short.
Part 2 kicks off with Lord Zed waking up and just immediately being head over heels for Rita, reciting poetry
Bro,
and
me.
immediately asking her to marry him.
Yup.
We spend most of the episode following the Rangers trying to
Me when
escape
someone
this
pays me a
evil
basic level
theater.
of
It's
attention.
a really good atmosphere, I'm not gonna lie. It does
Wait, that's all making sense now for both of you. I see. I understand.
When you're a man and a woman compliments you for the first time in 33 years of your life,
Oh my gosh.
you carry
feel
that
like
with you
the
for the rest of
Rangers
your
are
life.
trapped in a
Real.
house of
Oh, yeah.
horrors. They're clearly
Literally.
outnumbered, and without the help of their weapons, all hope feels lost. The wedding finale starts off with what we were promised since the beginning.
The wedding.
A wedding! Zed and Rita officially get married and plan to destroy
Aw.
the Power Rangers together.
Oh.
It's
my God, it's the
definitely
eyeball
played
monster.
up more for laughs
Should have
than it
been
is
me.
like a scary and threatening idea. I believe parents
Yep,
complained
this is
that
the funny
Lord
one.
Zed was too scary, so in an effort to tone him down, they made him a house husband that hates his annoying wife.
This is actually
oh, man.
100% true.
Ooh.
So, in the same way that people, that kids wrote in letters being like, Tommy's my favorite, bring him back, moms in the 90s of kids that were watching Power Rangers wrote in letters complaining about how Lord Zed was too scary for their kids. And they
That's
had
lame.
and they had to change him to be, oh, I hate my wife and I love
Why
my
not?
wife.
He loves his wife. Why
It-
can't they love each other?
They do
Yeah.
for this episode. And then they say
And then-
Mazel Tov,
Only
and then
becomes-
after this episode, they hate each other again.
No.
I know. Yeah,
I would have loved Zed to be a wife guy.
Yeah.
It's literally the opposite. It's like the wife is now his like Achilles heel, and that he hates her.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
relatable
man.
for a kid.
Someone
Anyway,
make
the
fan art
Rangers
of Zed
eventually
and-
fight their
and
way
them
out of the House
kissing.
of
There you
Horrors,
go.
blow up all the monsters, and go back to filming the movie. I
Yeah.
mean, enjoying Australia.
Australia.
The wedding three-parter is definitely
Go back to
interesting to
filming
say
the
the
movie.
least. Possibly
Which is
adding
awesome,
another
by
level
the
of
way.
threat to the Rangers. And again, the haunted
Very
theater was also really unique. Let's
I
see
loved
what
it.
evil schemes the combined evilness of Zed and Rita bring next.
Next.
Return of the Green Ranger, Part 1.
God damn it,
Haka.
Haka.
We're
it's
so
your
fucking
boy.
back. We're so
I'm
fucking
so
back.
back.
We're so fucking back, bro.
Stocks are back up.
They stopped being children. They went to fucking Australia, and now they're green.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Well,
All we
alright, we're
need
not
them is
wasting any
to
time.
just fucking
Rita
go
has a
crazy.
plan to
True.
clone Tommy and use that evil clone to make an evil Green Ranger. Meanwhile, Zed's plan is to use that opportunity to send the rest of the Rangers back in
They're
time.
redoing the
without their
plot line.
powers
Yep.
and without the help of the White Ranger. They
It's so
really build
funny
up Tommy in
that
this
Joel's
episode
like,
as like
Man,
the only
Tommy's
use
like the only guy.
Yep,
Yeah, the
literally what
only
he's saying.
guy.
Ranger,
Yeah.
saying that the Rangers
Yeah.
would be easy pickings if it weren't for the White Ranger. I don't know, it kind of undermines the rest of the team. Like, I get Tommy is a fan favorite, but to say everyone else is objectively weaker than him is something I never really liked, even
It's almost like they don't care about their actors.
The unfortunate thing is, and we'll get it when we get to the movie, but the 1995 movie unfortunately does this a lot, especially to Kimberly, where she has several scenes where she is at the top of her lungs screaming Tommy to save her, because any fight she gets into, she needs help and Tommy has to save her. It's every single fight.
That's me, bro.
It is-
Every day.
You know,
It is
That totally
unfortunate.
wouldn't perpetuate misogyny or anything
that's
like that.
crazy.
No.
Misogyny
What?
from Haim Saban? Ain't no way.
Misogyny in the
crazy.
90s?
No
Yeah,
shot,
it's still
dude.
the greatest movie ever made, but that is unfortunate. It is
Welcome
sucks
to
ass.
Jurassic Park.
even as a kid. Anyway, this Halloween
Quote from the
costume
movie.
monster manages to clone Tommy and uses that
Is
clone
it?
to trick
Yeah.
the Rangers into being teleported
Adam says it when they're going to the
into
dinosaur
evil
graveyard.
Chiato.
right.
Yeah.
All except for the
With the
real
bu-
Tommy,
oh, man.
Yeah.
who's gonna have a one-on-one
It'd
battle.
be funny
with
if
This is
they
Hawke's new
Yo.
favorite character. This is Hawke's new
He's
favorite.
evil because he has a
Fucking
fucking
evil.
branch and a fucking bandana. I
Yep.
love that.
That's evil Tommy.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say
I
though,
love
Joel?
It'd
that.
be
I love
funny
that.
for the Eevee if they used Evil Tommy and they just like reused the old Green Ranger like videos.
That's crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Okay.
Anyway.
That means they will.
himself. Before that, though, part 2 starts off with the Rangers back in the 1700s, being accused of being
Yeah,
witches and hunted down by the
Yeah,
citizens.
so Zed was like, if Rita's gonna make an evil Green Ranger, I'm gonna deal with the rest of the Rangers and send them back in time to colonial times. But, and this is always something that I'll point out. So they're very obviously in colonial times, and we can tell because you can see, like, go back to this shot beforehand.
I mean, you can tell by their the way they're what the shit they're wearing. Well, I can't speak. The stuff they're fucking wearing is very obvious.
I wanted to point out the red coats though, because it's like pre 1776 independence. So it's like, but the weird thing is, they're in California because Angel Grove is in California, and this
aren't they also? Isn't one of them? You know, we have a
Let's
black
not
person
go
on the
there.
team.
and an Asian person on the team.
And an Asian person
Oh,
on the team.
no.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And they went back in time.
Yep. Anyway,
The Rangers back
let's
in the
move on.
1700s, being accused of being witches and hunted down by the citizens.
Witches.
Unfortunately, since this is before Zordon made them Rangers, their powers won't work. Remember that. Just
Oh
put
my
a pin in
God.
that and it'll
very important
Does that
plot
mean
point for
there has
later.
to be? Does that mean there has to be Rangers during this time if their powers don't work?
No,
With, huh?
but also just an important plot point.
be on the test. Meanwhile, in the present, it's Tommy versus Tommy, the White Ranger versus the Green Ranger.
They still don't have the goddamn shield. It's still the fucking cloth shield.
Hate it.
I can't tell the difference. This is totally fine.
I hate it,
The
dude.
sarcasm is noted.
It makes me so mad that they had the budget for so many other things, but they couldn't get the goddamn shield, dude.
Well,
I love
okay,
that.
okay. Let's be real. Let's be
Missing,
real.
by the way.
Okay. They
okay.
did expend a lot of resources by paying the Rangers minimum wage. Okay,
Mm.
maybe if they didn't pay the minimum wage, they could afford to have a not cloth shield. But like, they're getting minimum wage.
They also
Yeah,
do have
like,
this
only
dude in
we
the
could get, like,
background,
less than that.
which I don't know if we got a close up of yet, but he's definitely from Party City. So, yeah.
Wait, could we show the kicks again?
Meanwhile, in the present, it's Tommy versus Tommy, the White Ranger versus the
They're
Green
not
Ranger.
even anywhere close.
And
Nope.
I'd be lying if I didn't say a part of me was rooting for the Green Ranger. I don't know, man. You can't compete with the Dragon Zord. I'm sorry. Part 2 is pretty standard.
There you go. There's your Party City dude. He's the.
Oh my god, he looks great.
I actually do kind
He
of like the
unironically
effect.
looks like he came from like the Disney era of Power Rangers. I don't
Kind
know
of
why.
does. I get that.
Yeah.
We cut from the Tommy fight to the Rangers running away, while Adam develops a crush on the local girl because she's just so darn cute.
Sure.
It takes up to part 3 for the White Ranger to actually manage to defeat the Green Ranger.
Yeah, 3 parts.
But
Wait,
not by
fighting
killing
himself?
him,
That's
but by
crazy.
Yep.
whipping
Definitely
some
wouldn't
sense into him. Since the Green Ranger is just a clone of Tommy's DNA, that means there's a part of his personality in there. The part that yearns for good and justice.
Yeah.
So the two Tommies transport back in time, save ye old Angel
Funny way
Grove
to
from the
spell
giant
Kimberly.
rats, which, by the way, were supposed to be used in the Power Rangers movie,
Oh,
but were
that's what was
cut due to
supposed to be
looking
used
low
in the
budget.
movie?
Yeah, so these were literally supposed to be like the foot soldiers for the MMPR movie. And they opted
God,
not
okay.
to use them because they're so low quality looking.
So I knew that like fact from I think like an Este. Is that his name?
Este,
Like,
yeah.
Este. Like I remember him saying that in a short, but he didn't show what they look like.
Yep.
So I just knew that there were rat monsters
Yep.
that were supposed to be in the movie but didn't make it.
Yep. They're just giant
They
rats,
look
dude.
ugly. Oh
Yup.
my god.
They're just giant rats.
They're not even Ooze. Like
Nope.
why would they like?
Because
why would,
Ooze wasn't
like,
the villain
not even-
originally. Or he was and
Oh,
like
okay.
changed it. There's a lot of like changes that they made. So
Oh.
yeah.
Well, yeah, what the hell? You actually wanted to put this in the movie? And the old Green Ranger stays
not?
back in time to keep the town safe. Return of the Green Ranger was a pretty solid 3-parter. I wasn't too big of a fan with the time traveling stuff and seeing the Rangers back in the day without their powers. I wish they somehow integrated the Rangers being involved in the fight. Like maybe
That
the
would've been
Thunder
nice.
Zord could fight the Dragon Zord while
Whoa,
Tommy
my
fought his
intro did
clone.
that for a second.
I don't know, I'm just
Oh,
nitpicking
welcome
at this
back.
point. Still a fun
Hello.
3-parter. Best
Your
man
goat
for the
got
job. Tommy and
Yeah, your goat
Yeah,
got
evil,
sent back
evil.
in time. And he's now
Evil
stuck in the
Tommy got fucked
1700s.
Kimberly are running
Yeah,
for
for some
class
reason they left
president,
him back
where
there.
Zed puts
Yep.
a curse on the two to make them
love
absolutely
this
hate
episode.
each other. It's kind of cute to see, honestly. Tommy and Kimberly have never bickered as a couple, and even though it's through a spell, it's still funny seeing them roast each other.
Let me handle this before you get hurt.
You right.
Through the
I
power of
love
love, they
that's
break
my
through the spell.
favorite.
It's just
Kimberly-
so
'cause
funny.
That's who Kimberly is to me.
Yes.
Like, just like she's upset and then just like without even looking.
Exactly.
Just fucking clock
100%.
somebody. Like that's Kimberly.
100% agree.
Yeah.
And Kimberly
Yeah.
becomes the first female president. Take that, Michelle Obama. Storybook Rangers Part 1. Kimberly finds her childhood book at a book
You
fair.
have to be
Grumble
fucking
the
kidding
magic-
me, bro.
No.
That is so funny.
dude.
Elf.
Take that,
Rita and
Michelle
Zed then
Obama.
trap Rocky, Tommy, and Kimberly inside the storybook, where they're now in green screen world.
Yep.
It looks a bit silly, but I'll roll with it. And Grumble is also just Trini's gosh dang toy. But what was his name?
Tickle
Mr.
Sneezer.
Tickle Sneezer?
Yep.
Yeah, he's just
I
that,
hate that.
but
I forgot about
repainted.
that.
Yep. They just recolored
Yeah,
him. It's the same suit.
Painted to blue.
Okay.
He's blue.
On that note, I gotta go to bed. It's almost 7 a.m.
Bye,
Yeah, me
Sandy.
too.
Going to
I'm
bed.
actually
Tickle
falling the
sneezes
fuck
is-
to sleep.
Oh my god.
Tickle
Hey, you're
Sneeze is
good.
getting me to go. Tickle Sneeze has driven me off from the stream.
Hey, no problem.
All
I
right, thank you for
eventually
having me
have
on.
to
Yeah,
go.
though.
of course.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Did
coming.
is Tickle
Cheers.
Sneezer gonna be
Yeah.
a thing that ends the stream?
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for
Sneezer.
coming. We'll let you
Thank
know where
you.
we end, and we'll plan for another one soon.
Hell
thing.
yeah. Thank you for having us, dude. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
Yes.
there's
Go to
only
bed.
one. I guess there's
That
only
should
one
do
more
early.
left. What?
Yeah, there will be one more after this.
Wait, did the Tino's leave?
What?
What?
Nothing is there. Sorry, you were like hidden.
No. Oh yeah. No, I'm here. My bad.
Is this where
Yeah.
we stop? Because that's 3 people leaving. Or 3 people leaving.
It's up to you. There's only like 2 episodes left in the season, so I'll leave it up to you guys. we're like there's like I'm not kidding when I say there's like 2 or 3 episodes left.
I can
I can-
hang until.
Yeah, I can watch until the final episode, and then I'll go to bed too because it's late.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
I'm
Alright.
tired as fuck. I think I'm probably gonna have to like hop off right now.
You're fine. Yeah, go get some rest. We'll
Okay.
let you know where
It's
we end.
actually just bitter sadness.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for
Bye.
I'm gonna
Easy
reflect on fucking evil Tommy dying. I'm gonna be so sad.
Bye, Haka. Sleep well.
Bye bye. Hey, nice meeting you,
Mwah.
Tina, by the way. It was
Night.
nice.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
Yay. All right. See you guys later. Bye.
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 Oh my god, Zanny left before. I was gonna wish Zanny a good night too and give him a kiss, but he left so fast.
That boy was asleep.
he was
Yeah, I'm like also slightly falling asleep right now.
We're almost
I'm
there, I
like-
promise.
I'm hanging in by the sheer like fandom of Power Rangers.
We're almost there. I'm
Feeling
not
good.
kidding when I say like we're like way at the end of the season. So
Yeah.
we're at like the 209 mark. It goes until like 211.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Meanwhile, the rest of the
Me and Joel
Rangers
will
are at the
just shut
juice
up now.
bar with Adam reading
I'll just yap at you
poetry.
guys.
Literally just poetry. What is this?
Yeah, just poetry,
I like
guys.
the setting of the storybook, though. Putting the Rangers in these
I do
snowy
like the
conditions
storybook
and
idea.
woodsy areas is
Yeah.
a nice change of pace.
Like
Part
the
2 is much of
morphers
the
are
same.
frozen,
Rocky,
so they can't
Tommy,
morph.
and Kimberly trying to finish this story since it's the only way out of the
A lot
book.
more
I honestly just
multi-parters
don't have
this
much to
season.
say about this 2-parter.
There's a lot of
It's
multi-parters in
charming
season
enough,
3.
but
It's more multi-parters than non.
moving on.
I do prefer
Speaking of 2-parters
multi-parters.
that don't
Yeah.
really interest me,
Here we go.
is the Wild West Rangers.
Cowboy Rangers time.
Kimberly accidentally falls
Oh my
into
God.
a time
We got to-
vortex,
we
you know,
got to
happens
see
all
the
the
power-
time,
the-
and ends
I
up
know. That's why I was so
Wild West
sad that they
Rangers.
left because I wanted to show them like the Cowboys. You know.
You could have probably just said, "Hey, we have 2 minutes left in the video," and then you
I
can leave.
did. I literally said there's only 2 episodes left because there are. It's this
Yeah.
and then one
Well,
episode after
2
this.
You
episodes
should've led
is
with
not
Cowboy
2
Rangers.
minutes.
Should have led with Cowboy Rangers. I didn't know that that's what we were in for.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
Oh,
hell
my
yeah.
bad. My bad. Yeehaw,
I
guys.
love the Cowboy Rangers. They're so dumb.
up in Angel Grove during the cowboy times, where she of course runs into the Rangers' ancestors and befriends them. The
Which
Ancestors.
so this is
Yeah.
Wild West Angel Grove. Keep in mind, Aisha, Adam, and Rocky are not from Angel Grove.
And that's what I'm saying. Ancestors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Friend
gosh, it always
them.
kills me.
The ancestors aren't really that interesting, literally having the exact same personalities as the Rangers, but now they speak with a yeehaw accent. I would have liked it more if the personalities were mixed up a bit. Like maybe make Billy and Adam rough and tough cowboys, with Tommy being a
I want
timid
to say
saloon
I have
worker.
no idea what any of these people sound like, by the way,
Oh, I guess not.
because they don't
Oh, wait.
show, they don't do any of the audio from the clips.
'Cause
So
they
I have
can't,
no idea what
yeah.
any of the Rangers sound like.
Yeah.
I don't know what they sound like at all.
We'll have to play some.
Maybe we
some
should
clips.
before the next one, like watch some clips.
I can't
No,
do that
it's
on
okay,
stream
it's
though,
okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
We'll get
Yeah.
hit.
I love the green stripe on his hat.
Yeah.
I
Do you-
think that's cute.
So, do you know what he's called during this time period?
No.
So, the White Ranger powers haven't been made yet because Zordon and Alpha make them later. So, instead of being a
Okay.
Ranger, he's the White Stranger.
That's
That's
definitely a
unfortunate.
sentence.
That's what.
The White
That's-
Stranger.
The
huh?
White Stranger.
That's unfortunate.
Yup.
Or something.
Yep.
Zed eventually sends the putties to deal with Kimberly,
Oof.
but they're too much. So, Kimberly
Wait.
finds the command
Yup.
center hundreds of years before they became Rangers and tells Zordon and Alpha that in the future, she will become a Ranger.
What's wrong, Athena?
But she can't morph.
What do you mean she can't morph? Why not?
Oh, it's reused
Because-
footage.
No.
Because in one of the other episodes,
Oh.
they made a point to say that if they couldn't, remember when they went to the past when Tommy's fighting evil Tommy, and they
Yeah.
couldn't morph because
Hmm.
it was from a time before they were Rangers, so their
There's no
morphers straight up didn't
continuity.
work.
Whoa, that's such a crazy thing that you noticed. Wow.
Oh, you're fucking with me.
No, I'm 100% serious. It's a huge glaring plot hole that is just never talked about.
Oh, straight up, it's
Just-
not addressed.
Yeah, never. This is the episode though where we get too much.
But for now, she needs to borrow the power
I'm gonna be
coins.
real. I'm gonna assume that
Zordon just
there's gonna be no continuity or real deep story writing until later seasons of Power Rangers.
Next season.
Okay.
It does get. I was gonna say the only thing I know about MMPR is stuff Roy's told me, and then season 3 because it's like the only season I've really seen.
And there's more
Of
multi-parters
MMPR?
than solo episodes, and there's an ongoing plot throughout the entire season.
Yeah, so
So-
that's my MMPR. Again, like my MMPR, like my Mighty Morphin was the movie and season 3.
Yep.
Everything else I am not really familiar with.
MMPR season 3 is also the shortest MMPR season.
That's probably why it takes up like less than a third.
I was gonna say, if you see, we're at 210 out of a 250 video, which means there's only 40
That's
minutes
still
left.
gonna be a long stream.
Yeah,
That's still gonna be a long.
absolutely.
We
Gives
started
them.
at 110,
Turning our
so we've
yeehaw
only had an hour.
teenagers into
Yep.
yeehaw Rangers. I do like
fucking
the
love
Western
the
flair on the
yeehaw
suits.
Rangers.
The
Yeah.
tassels and
Look at
neckerchief
that.
are
It's
cool.
so cool.
But remember back a few episodes ago when the Rangers went
There you go,
back in
Athie.
time but couldn't morph because
Yeah.
they
Okay, I'm
technically
so glad
weren't
they
Rangers
addressed
yet?
this.
Yep.
Yeah,
How
Connor
come the
caught
powers
that.
work now? I'm just saying.
Zordon
Anyway, Kimberly
fixed it.
saves the cowboy town and
They don't
returns
know.
back to Angel Grove.
Maybe it was earlier.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an okay two-parter. This is just like the third time though that an
Yeah.
episode involved the Rangers going back in time with time travel or something. And the
What is this,
Okay.
Doctor Who?
So I will point out one thing that is worth mentioning. So you notice that there's not another pink power coin. It's just the other colors.
Too much. Oh, never mind.
So that is where the line comes from. It's from this episode.
is it here?
So, I know I keep making the joke of like unfortunate circumstances. This one's just an interesting throwaway line that ended up becoming canon and important in later seasons. Zordon tells Kimberly that he can't give her another pink power coin to make like another pink ranger because too much pink energy is dangerous. and-
Literally what he says.
Yes.
Line for
What?
line.
Yes.
Yeah,
So too much pink energy is dangerous.
What is
Yeah.
pink energy?
Like from her being morphed. So like he's saying like if you're morphed and there's another pink ranger that exists at the same time, that's dangerous.
So you just can't have two rangers at once.
Of the same
So the
kind
same
of the
color.
same color. Yes.
Yeah.
And originally, it was just supposed to be a throwaway line that was just like, oh, we just don't want a second Pink Ranger in this scene.
Yeah.
But later, it gets interpreted as you can't have two Rangers of the same power set with the same color because they will drain each other and it starts being dangerous and cataclysmic and really bad. So it's a throwaway line that matters now for the rest of the franchise.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I was literally, I was thinking of like too much pink energy is dangerous. I love the explanation of like, yeah, it's a grid, right? So it's like, I want Mighty Morphin powers with this color. Now I am the only one who can tap into that.
Yep.
Right? Like, I love that concept.
We'll talk about the grid another time. But hey, Reno, thank you so much for the raid. We're actually getting pretty close to the end of the stream, so pull up a chair. We're gonna finish up Mighty Morphin Season 2 now. Thanks for the raid.
Final episode of Season 2, Blue Ranger Gone Bad. Zed and Rita clone Billy and make him evil.
Finale,
We've seen
guys.
this before. Billy acts like a dick, and the Rangers are like, "Dang, this sure is weird. It's never happened before." So they outsmart the fake Billy and save the day.
And they just shoot him.
That's it.
And that's it. They just kill him. They kill the fake Billy.
That's the end of season 2. That's just it.
Save the day.
That's the end of season 2.
It's pretty formulaic. Good guy acts
he gets
like
another
a dick
girl as
until
well.
the team finds out what's wrong. But yeah, with that marks the end of season 2.
That was
Best
horrible.
Red Ranger,
Yep.
Rocky.
And we can dive into more. I was not kidding when I said we were right at the end. So
Damn.
yeah,
I'm gonna be real. The only thing that has been like, wow, that's really cool, was the evil Green Ranger in the first season. Like everything else aside from that, I've just been kind of like lackadaisical about.
You don't like the White Ranger?
I think he looks cool, but it's more. It's very interesting learning how everything was made. Honestly, the story
Like
of
the
Power
behind the
Rangers
scenes
hasn't really like drawn me in yet, though.
So that's. I mean, to be fair, season 2 doesn't really have a
Season
story.
1, season 2, and season I assume 3. Until this cast and like maybe they get like a writer comes in. I think maybe you guys keep saying it in the future seasons. That's when it kind of happens.
Yeah.
But I think this cast of people and this like the people working on this show at this time are kind of lackadaisical with what they're doing.
You're not wrong, and it's because
That's true.
So the first season, it was they caught lightning in a bottle and they didn't know what to do because it was the first time a show like that had ever been made. And then they did Green with Evil, and then they just didn't know how to recreate it. Season 2 is way rougher because they were trying to catch lightning in a bottle again, but they didn't have the stock footage they had from the first season. So they had to somehow splice that into their own footage and then mangle it all together like Frankenstein's monster. And season 3, luckily, they figured out how to do it better. And when I say it's the best season of MMPR, I'm not saying like it's a 10 out of 10 season, but it has stories that make sense. There's not as many plot holes. There's an ongoing storyline that happens throughout the season. There's actual character moments and character development. Some actually really cool stuff. And I do think that season 3 of MMPR is the best season.
I do feel like when we were watching it last, it's funny. I didn't think I was going to walk away with like, man, like, because this is the season where they become the team that I recognize. But I'm like, man, this season's like not as good as the first one. Right? Because I feel like we were like going ape shit during the evil Green Ranger part.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like, oh, fucking Tommy's so cool.
Yep.
Right. And then in season 2, it's like, yeah, like he's cool. Like he's still Tommy. But like Joel said, like he's the only character with any kind of story.
That's it.
Everybody else is like yeah, like Rocky's a dumbass, you know, like and like you know, like and Kimberly's again. I just think of that scene from RPM, like and like Yellow's the girl,
and Yellow's the girl,
like,
yeah,
Kimberly's the girl,
yeah,
you know, like where's the Scottish guy, you know,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. MMPR season 1 was definitely one of those things of like, this is just the way it is, and there's not like another way of doing it. So they were figuring it out as they went. And then MMPR season 2 was them trying to grasp at straws to fix it and to make it stick together. And luckily, because there still wasn't a show like this in the 90s, they kind of got away with it. And then season 3, they were like, what if we just put all the budget into the storytelling? Cool.
I feel like I feel like the other thing too, for Joel's sake, I think we should probably talk about the fact that I don't think there's any season where the entire cast is really good. I think like every season, like certain characters are really good, and then there's always a character who is like I love Time Force and I love Lucas, but Lucas is literally just he's the pretty one. You
I
know?
would say the
Like, he's
closest
vain.
we get is RPM.
Where like yeah,
I say
and that's
closest.
when yeah, because Ziggy.
Well, Ziggy's amazing.
Yeah, but he's just kind of like the funny one.
Yeah, he's got a great personality. But anyway, no, I agree.
Yeah, that's true,
a lot of Power Ranger seasons, there's always going to be like points of nitpicking. But I will say, from MMPR season 3 and on, there's at least like attempts at telling coherent stories. And they get a lot
Some
better
good
at
characters.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Like the best character ever, Carter Grayson. Let's fucking go.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But
I feel like if we ever did, Joel's is gonna shit all over my favorite season, and I'm not ready to like emotionally handle that.
Maybe
it's good, man.
It may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the end of season 2 of MMPR, and I do see someone pointed this out already immediately. Where, oh my god, why did they immediately establish that you can't have 2 Pink Rangers and then had 2 Blue Rangers as the finale? So it's not you can't have 2 Rangers of the same color. It's that you can, but it's dangerous. And we see that in a later season. I won't say which, but it's in the Disney era. If you guys can figure that out, because there's a whole plot point about it of this literal thing. So, yeah.
Too much pink energy. Exactly what's happening on the stream.
I mean, you and I do have a lot of pink energy together.
I'm not pink though. I'm purple.
I know.
So
Happy
I
Pride
balance
Month.
you two out.
Happy Pride.
Yeah. Happy Pride.
Guys, thank you so much for coming again. I'm so glad we got to do this once again.
Hell yeah.
I
made it to the end this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
We just need to start earlier so we can actually get everyone to fucking finish.
I wish I could, but I can't because of the date.
Yeah.
So.
Can't believe
How
he
dare
works
you-
every day, 7 days a week.
I mean, I basically
The
do.
mom who works 2 jobs.
I mean, I literally got back from the gym like 30 minutes before the stream started, to be fair. So.
Well, I always have a good time watching Power Rangers. I think this is a fun time.
This is fun.
I finished my food within like 30 minutes of us watching, and then I was like, my hands, what do I do now?
What do I do?
I have to distract myself.
Oh my gosh. But hey, I had a blast. I will definitely schedule the next one soon, TM. I'll probably aim for next month just so we can kind of keep that on the monthly radar and not overwhelm anybody and give some people more time to join us, because luckily the next time is going to be I think a way shorter stream. It'll probably only be a 2.5 3 hour stream, I imagine, because we only have like 40 minutes of video to go through.
Hell yeah.
And hopefully next time we can get the whole squad together, so that'll be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invite.
Of course.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Yeah, go get some good sleep.
Night.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, bye.
And shit.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I want to take a second to thank everybody that subscribed, became a member, did super chats. I know I had a few super chats, and I want to look through those real quick, just so I'm, remembering to look through everything. And we got some bits cheered earlier with some Roichi Love, Roichi Sip. Thank you. We've got Night Wolf with more Roichi Sips, Roichi Loves. We got Zeplander, 18 months, let's go. Hi, Roy, collabors in chat. Hi. We've got Spades with the 1 month. Moi, hi cuties. Can't wait to maybe meet and greet you at Offkai. I am not going to be there in person, but I do have a virtual meet and greet. But thank you. Hope to meet you too. Vines with the 12 months, 1 year of Buff Bunny Man. Hell yeah, let's freaking go. Belmore, I did ask your question midstream because it was asked at Joel. APK Phantom, thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm so happy he never went through with his attempt. He was my big brother's favorite. Billy, I think you're assuming or talking about. And his return felt like something in the world was righted. Absolutely agree with that. Absolutely 100% agree with that. Well said. Absolutely well freaking said. Carlos Rex, thank you so much for the super chat. This is kind of gay. I'm in. True and real. You know, I do be a little fruity, especially during Pride Month. Ed Stevens, thank you for the super. Let them be the Addams family of Power Rangers. That'd be so funny. A cute trash can. Thank you so much for the super. Yeah, racism doesn't exist or anything. Yeah, definitely not in the 90s. It definitely wasn't a thing in the 90s. It's crazy. The 90s were crazy. Best kind of fruit. Yomi. Yomi, you can't listen, you can't just say those kinds of things to me, okay? You can't just say those kinds of things and expect me not to you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But guys, thanks for sticking with me for an awesome stream. I love getting to do these streams together. We will definitely do more in the future, so please look forward to it. I will definitely get the gang together for a Mighty Morphin Part 3, which feels pretty par for the course with how I did it with Zanny and how I've done it with a ton of other people. Night Wolf Wood, Roishi Love, 50 bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'll look into doing this again probably next month. And my schedule changes next month, so we might actually make this on a Friday or a Saturday if it works better for people, because those are going to be my off days. Or even a Thursday, because Friday's an off day. So whatever works best for people, you know? Will you be covering the MMPR movie? It is covered in Connor's videos. Yes, we will. Yeah. So... all right, guys, we're going to raid into somebody that was going to be here tonight, but unfortunately could not. We're going to raid into Mr. Crimson Ruse, who is playing Elden Ring Night Rain with Flayon and Bettel. So let's go send him some hype and some love over on the YouTube side. We do love Ruse. Remember to follow his rules and be respectful of his chat and everything along those lines. So thank you guys so much for vibing, thriving, and surviving with me once again. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be in 2 collabs tomorrow and then my own stream. I'll be with Papa Mutt, Cab, Froggy, and Zentreya. We're playing Dune, which is going to be really fun because I haven't played it yet. Then I'm going to be with Mock. We're going to be yapping about Tokusatsu and Kamen Rider in general. And then I'm going to be on my own stream. We're going to be playing more Blueprints. Maybe another 6-hour stream? We'll find out. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.